Did you hear the reason Gypsy Rose got divorced?
Oh, yeah, the snoring and the food hoarding.
The food hoarding.
That is
what?
key, actually. Did you see this? That Tori spelling admits she can't poop or pee alone. So she had her 7-year-old son watch her.
Hey guys, welcome back to Just Trish. We're relaxed today. Well, I thought we were. I thought we were having a little chill day. I guess we didn't coordinate properly.
Do we ever?
Never.
Very
I
rarely.
know. I guess I should have. Anyways, you guys, today we have sponsors. We love our sponsors. And today we have two exciting sponsors. Our first one is DoorDash. DoorDash is sponsoring, and we love DoorDash because we use them all the time. And we'll talk about them later on in the podcast, but there's a $0 delivery fee if you sign up for Dash Pass only on DoorDash. And we love you, DoorDash. We also have Adam and Eve. AdamandEve.com. Use code JUST for 50% off for all your fun, romantic needs. And our Patreon, patreon.com/JustTrish. We have a new headshot and new sticker of the month. Moses, our lovely model, will show it off. Bridgerton Trish is here. So get your Bridgerton Trish and our little, what's our Trish emoji sticker of the month? Is it the... Oh, I think that's the one. Is it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the chicken tenders one where I was like, oh, also drinking an apple juice, manifesting Malibu's love for apple juice in that one. So yeah, patreon.com/JustTrish. You'll hear more from our sponsors, DoorDash and Adam and Eve, later on in this episode. We absolutely love you guys. Please go support them. They're amazing. And even later on in the episode, we have a second chair here because we have a special Hot Topics guest, Harry Daniels, the man of the hour, who's at Coachella singing to literally everybody. Jack Antonoff, I just saw the other day. Maybe he'll sing to me, and I can't wait for that. But until he gets here, we have Taylor Swift, TTPD is what I've been saying. TTPD album. Just celebrating it. She's the guest of honor today. Love the album cover. It's beautiful. It's wonderful.
Oh, I thought it was a disorder of some kind.
What?
The Tortured Poets Disorder.
Oh, disorder. Yeah, isn't there like the Tortured Poet Society?
I think that's the Dead Poet Society is a movie.
Okay, there's a lot happening there.
There's a lot. There is a lot of lore.
A lot of lore. The lore is loring. Everyone talks about lore. Moses got glasses.
What?
Very Ted Nivison impact.
And Oscar.
Oh my God.
You guys,
wow.
He said that when he saw you, because we got the glasses down in Orange County, and then the next day we saw you, and he's like, I think Oscar has the same glasses. And I was like, which is weird, because actually, like, my mom and I were with, because he, like, went to a glasses place, and the guy was helping him with glasses, and he was just, like, not having it. Moses was not liking any of the styles. So then my mom and I saw those, and we're like, oh, those are kind of cool. And you liked them. They were comfortable.
It really turned around, because, like, he kept giving me glasses, and I would put them on, and I would look at myself, and I'd be like, this is horrible. This is horrible. This is horrible. I can't do this. And then I asked them to help me, and then suddenly they just gave me this pair, which I would never pick. And I put it on. It was like, this is the right one. Like,
it's perfect. I love
so weird.
those.
I wanted the thick black ones, but like, yeah, they didn't look great on you. Like, I like the thick black, but I guess those are also just very, and like every single guy has them. Jack Antonoff, you. Let's put the side by side of everybody again. Let's do 6. No. Now we have Ted Nivison and Moses to add to that. Just everyone looking the exact same. Garrett Watts has them. Mm-hmm. You like them though? They're comfortable?
Yeah, because I can't have anything on me. So that's why I never have jewelry, accessories, nothing. But this one is like light. It's very light.
Yeah.
You guys do look very similar today. Maybe it is the glasses that make you look like everybody. Yeah.
Every time someone has glasses, you say, and dark
you look
hair,
like it, right? Like that looks like you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it looks amazing. Everyone looks great. So yeah, this is the it moment. This is
Everyone's
the hot topics.
talking about it, whether you like it or you hate it. Everyone is talking about the Taylor album.
I've seen a lot of Swifties be like, I love Taylor Swift, but
it's a very divisive album. It's a very, very divisive album.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, well, I love it. I really do love it. It's not my favorite Taylor album. I don't think it's her best album.
Yeah.
But I think it's one that she had to release because I think she just was going through a lot. And it's surprising because I thought it would be like a Joe Alwyn. Do you know who Joe Alwyn is yet?
No. Is that the one Brittany likes? Brittany Broski? Is that the one she likes?
No, the Maddie Healy.
They're both dated Taylor.
They both dated
And they're
Taylor.
both problematic?
No, Joe Alwyn is just boring, is what we found out in Depressed.
Is that what did she say? What was her lyrics?
So, I mean, it's just in summation, only had like a couple songs about Joe Alwyn. Everyone thought it was going to be the big Joe Alwyn like breakup album because she was with him for like 6 years.
Oh, I didn't know.
And then no one really saw the breakup coming. E.T. was the first one to break the news about the breakup. And it was right after I saw her publicist at the Eras tour. So I think I had a little bit of sway there. This is just me being
Did you break it?
I'm the one that posted all the news. And everyone, I just had to get on my soapbox for a second. Because all the Swifties, I was like, wow, this was like, I tweeted from my personal, which I never do. And I was like, this is really hard news for me to break, you guys. Like, I'm really sorry. And everyone was dragging me through the mud. No one believed me. Oh
my God. You were the first. I'd be scared to be post that right first.
I was,
what if you were wrong?
Got it. No, I just knew it had to be real. Just because of the way that we got the news. And I was like so nervous to post about it. And I was like nervous to say like, I'm sorry, like I had to break it. And everyone was dragging me through the mud. No one wanted to believe it. Everyone's like, E.T.'s always wrong. Like, you guys never get the story right. And I'm like, you guys, it was like for real. I couldn't even say anything because it's like, they were just going to go off on me. But I was right. And everyone is celebrating that day. I think it was the 17th, I want to say. Like, it was pretty recent. Like, the year anniversary of April. So, the 1 year anniversary is really recent.
Of when you broke it.
Yeah. Wow. When they announced their breakup.
It's fitting, then, that we have this today. Yeah.
But, yeah, everyone thought it was going to be the big Joe Alwyn breakup. He only has, like, 2 or 3 songs kind of about him. And they're just like, you know, you never proposed, we never had babies. And then you kind of just, like, it was, like, kind of sad because it's kind of just, like, a slow like fizzle out, you know what I mean? She doesn't write like they had a big like thing that broke it. It kind of just sounds like it kind of faded.
Oh my God.
And Maddie Healy, when I was listening and I realized Maddie Healy was the inspiration because I thought about like, bad boy tattoos.
Does he have tattoos?
Drugs.
Is he a bad boy? To me, he looks just so like nerdy British.
He's like an alternative like bad boy.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You know, he's doing drugs and pills and drinking and he's going out. He's bad.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
She does say that? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Did you listen to all 31 songs?
All 31 songs.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a lot. And it came out the day Ted was here too, so I was like really going through a lot of emotions. I was like, oh my God, it's like the new Taylor album, Ted. Like it was a lot to process.
Oh, yesterday. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
It was a lot to process, yeah.
Oh my God. Maybe that's why you woke up this morning just like overwhelmed. You know, like yesterday was like, it's a lot happening.
Yeah. Because I mean, even when Ted said like he could do like 419, I was like, oh my! I was mentally preparing, like, okay, Taylor, Ted, like I can do this, I can get through it.
Yeah.
But my God, it really took a lot out of me.
Did you mark it down? Do you have like a journal where you like mark down significant dates and like this happened today?
I have a little planner that I write stuff in.
And do you say like, thank you for today, this was an amazing day?
No, I should do that.
I always do it. When it's like something big, I'm always like, thank you for today. Or even if something like scary happens, like Malibu falls and like bumps her head or something like that, and I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much for like, you know, protecting Malibu. You know, I just
That's so sweet.
Remember those days and then the thankful and the gratitude. Or if it's a really good day too, it's like, oh my God, today was the day, you know, the weekend, or you know, I saw Donny Osmond, something that's like, I don't know.
That's a beautiful thing to do. Yeah. Then like a year from now, like you'll know the specific day, and it's like huge to like look back on it.
But I feel like you remember it in your head, like you knew 417 was Taylor Swift.
Not the exact. I just know around, so I should be right.
I was like, that's pretty good. You remember that. So what did you say about Maddie Healy? She's just like, he did drugs.
It kind of made it seem like she like went back to him. Like she was the big Maddie was a big rebound after Joe. She kind of describes it as like a moment of like mania, like psychosis almost. Like the way she talks about it, it's like she went from her like long relationship, she like rebounded with Maddie, and she knows that the fans did not like them together, and she's like clocking the fans, say like, yeah, she's like, all the creeps who think that they know what's best for me. She's like, you guys don't know, like I want him.
Was she writing this like while she was dating him?
I think,
or after the fact?
I think both, because it's like she has songs that are talking about like the process of like falling out of love with Joe, and then kind of in with Maddie, then out of Maddie. It kind of seems like Maddie kind of like ghosted her a little bit. It's like the vibe. So it's like that whole thing of like going with Maddie, everyone telling her not to be with him, and then him kind of ghosting her, and then some Travie songs, which we love. Killer Trav got some cute romantic songs.
Who's Travie? Are we talking about Travie?
Travis Kelce.
Oh. I was like, this is a new one. Okay, got it. Travis Kelce, Travie. We love. What's the Travie song?
Just like, oh, you make me feel like I'm in high school. I'm in love with you. Like, Full Throttle. What is it? Touch Me While Your Friends Play Grand Theft Auto.
Wait, what? She's like in the room at the same time as them.
And then it's like, what is it? It's like, I know Aristotle. And then like basically it's like, I'm smart. You just play football and that's okay.
Just shading her
It's
boyfriend.
so cute. It's really cute.
Oh man, there's a wide range of emotions then in this album.
It's very chaotic. It's very chaotic. It's like messy.
Wow.
I think it's supposed to be that way though. I think it's just kind of like an explosion of like different emotions and like I think also it's a lot of it about like people forget that she's like a child star. Like she got famous at 14.
Right.
So she still has like those levels of like struggling to experience like adult emotions in a way where she can express them without like the criticism and the judgment, you know?
She got a lot of judgment for this, right? Everyone's like, let it go, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that. It's like, okay, I think she's still processing it. And, you know, I think there is that element of like...
This is her journal.
Yeah, literally.
Totally.
This is her
yeah.
journal. You should
Yeah.
start singing your journal.
Yeah, which I feel like the fans would like because that's like giving so much insight. Like even the Kim Kardashian stuff and everything like that. I'm like, at least she's like able to express it. You know what I mean? I feel like she was suppressed for like a long time.
Mm-hmm. And I think there's like a difference between like the casual Taylor Swift fan and like the
Swiftie.
true like stans. Because
Yeah.
I think the stans all like really love it. But I think the more casual listeners is kind of like a turn off because it's like, it is just very chaotic, you
Yeah,
know? And it's
like,
like
what is this?
unfiltered and it's...
Shout out Unfiltered. Jane and Heath.
It's pretty and unfiltered.
They're getting sued though. You can't say pretty by Unfiltered anymore.
Wait, I
Yeah.
thought that was clickbait.
No, that's why they were all in judges' outfits. Moses like, why are they all in judges' outfits? I was watching it on TikTok. Anyways, they're no longer Pretty Unfiltered. Time to use my name, Unpretty. I love that name. I think that's good. Anyways, they were gonna be like illegally, and I think Alicia. Anyways, nobody cares. Next, let's keep going with Taylor
we have to
Swift.
circle
Yeah.
back to that 'cause-
Unpretty and filtered.
Unpretty, Unfiltered. Alicia Marie wanted 4 college dropouts. I'm like, that's pretty good too. Anyways,
we have to circle back to that because I'm actually
Okay.
interested.
We don't have to circle back
no,
to
I
that at all.
actually want to know.
okay, but yeah, back to Unfiltered. How people are not feeling it.
So I get why it's very divisive. It is unfortunate though. It makes me really anxious talking about her because I know that like people have like really strong opinions either way just because she's like so popular and like.
Do you get anxious talking about her? Like you think you're gonna get canceled by the fans?
No, I don't think I'm gonna get canceled. It's just because I love her so much, and now it's like profitable to have a really extreme opinion on her. Like if you love her, it's profitable. If you hate her, it's profitable. Just because
Right.
like it drives engagement. Like Ben Shapiro is doing like a whole video. Taylor Swift, you're not a poet. You suck. It's
Wait,
like,
what?
Yeah, it's like kind
He's
of
wild. I
it's
think he's a troll.
Totally, it's giving back like Barbie though. It's like
That-
like
yes.
a cultural phenomenon. So like you have to have like an extreme opinion to like get views and stuff.
Because you know Ben Shapiro does not care about Taylor Swift.
Does not give a
yeah.
fuck. Yeah.
But
So-
I think in a way, doesn't that help someone, right? Isn't it good to be like hated and loved?
I think sales wise or streaming wise, yeah. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like I think she broke the Spotify record. I think she got like over 13 million streams like the first day or something.
Did that
Something
knock
crazy.
out Karma? Karma's no longer number 1.
I don't know if Karma that was ever
Really?
number one.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
I thought it was number 1 or something.
I think JoJo
said
said
it was.
so. Yeah.
That's very me. Be like, it's number 1. Because it does go like number 1 somewhere for like a minute. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And, yeah, anyways. All right. Well, shout out to the sponsor, DoorDash. Now they have Dash Pass where you can get $0 delivery fees. If you're looking to save on delivery, Dash Pass from DoorDash is your door to $0 delivery fee and savings you can't get anywhere else. So DoorDash is a food delivery service that we love. It's our number 1 used one. It's quick, it's efficient, it has the most variety of restaurants and places to get groceries. We love DoorDash, and now it's going to be even better because now they have Dash Pass, which gives you $0 delivery fees. Okay, now we don't need to complain anymore about delivery fees because DoorDash has you covered with Dash Pass. Dash Pass not only gives you $0 delivery fees, but it also gives you members-only discounts and just overall great value on items and lower service fees on eligible orders. Dash Pass makes it easy to save at restaurants, grocery stores, and local favorites on DoorDash. Dash Pass pays for itself in basically 2 orders on average. You get special access to exclusive promotions and menu items, all for only $9.99 a month. And that is a huge savings. By the time all those fees adds up, for only $9.99 a month, it's going to pay for itself in 2 orders. And if you're anything like us, we're using DoorDash 2 times a day. So it's a great deal. I love that they did this. Dash Pass, it's super innovative, super new. I love that DoorDash is doing this because it really is our tried and true one. And it's giving back, right? It's giving easy. It's giving use this all the time because sometimes it's just you don't want to go out, you don't want to cook, you don't want to run out. Okay, you just ran out. Oh, I forgot something. DoorDash is the way to go. They also have just a variety of restaurants. Honestly, it really is our most used one. So with Dash Pass, you're getting $0 delivery fees plus all this exclusive lower priced membership options and access to promotional deals. And it's just really a win-win. So if you're a DoorDash user already, highly recommend signing up for their exclusive membership with Dash Pass. So open the door to $0 delivery fees and savings you can't get anywhere else. else. Sign up for Dash Pass today, only on DoorDash, and get your first 30 days free if you're a new member. Subject to change. Terms apply.
Yeah, it's been a tradition. Every time Taylor drops an album, I go to Target first thing it comes out.
Aww.
Yeah, it like brought me back because then I just remember like going to like in high school, like before her second album came out, Fearless. Like I went to Walmart because that's where she did exclusives first. Like I went to Walmart before school and I was so excited. My mom took me. So yeah, it brings me back.
Wow, your mom was so nice. I'd be like, you're going to school. We're not getting Taylor Swift.
My mom was so supportive of everything I stand. She went with me to One Direction because I had no one to go with. They would, when I went to see Taylor, like when I was younger, and we couldn't afford like 3 tickets, they would just wait in the parking lot. And I went alone.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's actually so nice
I
though.
know. They're so sweet. Yeah.
I love parents like that.
I know, because I never really had friends to go with, like to see her, so I literally would go alone. And they would just wait in the parking lot until it was over.
Oh my! I mean, I relate. I mean, we used to go, but like we'd get like bad tickets. Like my dad would take me to see NSYNC at like the Rose Bowl, but we'd be like way in the back or something like that. But it still was cool.
Because I was like such a brat. I'm like, no, I need a good ticket, but we would just buy one because we could only afford one, and then I would just go sit and they would wait for me, which is. But
that's even nicer. They're like, why don't you go in the front and like?
I know the fact they would just wait in the car for 3 hours is kind of insane.
No,
I don't know if I would do that, but they're so sweet.
No, I feel like you would, because you know how much it meant. I would totally do that 100%. Like if she wanted to, like I told you, my dad would we'd stand outside Michael Jackson's house for like 12 hours hoping he'd come out, and then when he'd come out, it'd be like such a big deal, and we would just like sit outside his house, like it was crazy. Don't do that though. That's like weird. But how old were you when you first saw Taylor?
I was freshman in high school. I remember so vividly because I was going through a little country phase because like Carrie Underwood.
Oh yeah, she was good.
I think I was like 13 in 2000, just like December 2006 when I first started listening to her.
Wow.
So a couple months after her first album came out, and then I kind of like stand immediately.
Taylor Swift's first album was 2006?
Yeah.
Like
her very, very first debut album.
That's probably why I don't remember, because that was already after high school for me. So
yeah,
she
didn't really get huge until I guess her second album. She got really big, but still like in the country world. I don't think she really like broke out until like 1989, like fully.
What year was that?
That was 2012.
Yeah. Fuzzy years for me.
I can imagine.
2015, I remember. It's like 2006, 2012, kind of fuzzy. That makes sense, because I was like, I just don't remember like her blowing up. I don't remember any of that, but
yeah, and even like the Kanye thing. That's why I understand why she still threw shade at Kim, because the Kanye thing happened when she was still a teenager. She was like 18, I think.
Yeah.
So I can understand how that would like still like mess with her even to today. I think I was thinking about it too. Like there's people that like, when they come for your career, it's like hard to get over that. You know what I mean? Especially when it's like false stuff that it's like
that
edited
like
away.
Ruins you for a while, like mentally, financially, all of it. It's just like you'll never let it go. Like you can never let it go, and it's just like kudos to her that she's able to like get it out, because it does feel good. It's like the timing, right? It's always like the timing to like just get it out how you feel. And when you explained it to me in our Taylor Swift episode, I think it was like episode 2 or whatever we did. I didn't even know like the whole lore, I guess you could say, of like what Kim Kardashian did and the tweets she would do. It's like that was like really wild and vile and just like extra for no reason. Like the editing of it all, like it was kind of like crappy and
and like to edit. Like even though I like Kim,
love Kim.
Taylor's like
Skims.
number 1, but
we love Kim.
I do like Kim, but I mean like when you think about it, it's like edit a phone call to like make it to push this narrative, and then years later when the unedited phone call comes out, it's like just ignore it, and then a lot of people who still hate Taylor just like ignore that the truth came out. You know what I mean? But it's like it doesn't fit the narrative anymore, so like
totally
people just exclude it.
Yeah, it's giving Adam McIntyre, you know what I mean? When his edited clip and then it came out later. Because that is like a whole different form of, it's like manipulation. Yeah. And it sucks. Like that sucks so much. So you think that song is about Kim?
I mean, the letters KIM aren't capitalized.
Oh, is it really? Because I saw that typed out, but I didn't know that's how it was on the album.
It's like so unsubtle.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't live. Like it's so messy.
Right, because that's
messy.
like not like Taylor, right? She's like, to me, she's like not problematic.
She doesn't really do like
messy.
Like she'll like allude, and it'll be like kind of like Maddie Healy is kind of obvious because of like the little details and stuff. But then to just like straight out like capital letters, KIM.
Be like, your daughter's gonna come home singing this song, and only you and I will know. Yeah,
it's such a gag. Yeah. And it's so like interesting because I feel like Kim also tried to like skate by. Like she started using Taylor's songs like her Instagram story, and like she's saying like Shake It Off
cool.
with North. Yeah, like and like Chloe's also using it. Courtney, like Penelope, had like the Eras Tour merch, like in Courtney's social media.
They're
stuff.
trying to be like, we're cool with Taylor.
Yeah, she's like, no, we ain't.
Interesting. But again, I love that for her because that is so much. That's so traumatizing and so much. And like, yeah, you really never forget it. And if you're in a position to finally be able to be like letting it out, and I feel like people can appreciate that because it is wild. Like, did Kim apologize? You said
she never apologized. She just kept it moving. You know.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me. I think she would just want to be like, I'm so sorry, Taylor. Like something. So at least, you know, like it's like we talked about this, like apologies. If you just put it out there, then people can't keep coming at you. Like you never took accountability, you never whatever. But if she like actually said like, sorry, Taylor Swift, like I feel like more people could just like forgive her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Kim had an out too because of like the Kanye stuff to just be like, you know, I was like with my husband. I was really trying to be supportive of him. She had kind of like an out, almost, or at least an explanation, you know, to where it would, you know, at least kind of explain like what she did. But she kind of just kept it moving and was like, yeah, I'm just going to post about Taylor now. Hopefully no one.
And Taylor's like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
We will not forget. I kind of live for that move. Like, yeah, it is crazy because when we were talking about Sabrina Carpenter for Skims, I didn't even think about how she's using like all her friends, like Lana, Sabrina.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. I mean,
And,
obviously.
Brittany Mahomes.
Oh, yeah. Do you think it was on purpose? I saw it after we talked about it and I was like, oh, is that like real, that conspiracy? Like,
I don't know. I think it's also like they're all just really popular.
but because of Taylor, right? Like Sabrina's popular. Brittany Mahomes, I didn't know who she was until Taylor joined the Chiefs. And Sabrina too, like I love her now, but it's like, and I knew about her, but I don't think she's like as popular. She wasn't on the Eras Tour.
Yeah, I think Eras Tour helped give her like a second win because she's been around forever, but Eras Tour kind of gave her like a big
Huge.
push,
Yeah.
you know?
I was like, oh, Sabrina, like where'd she come from? You know what I mean? So it is kind of interesting.
That is kind of tea, yeah.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez is next.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
Well, after Taylor like gave Charlie Puth a shout out, I'm like, I guess Selena, you can do Skims because that was wild.
That's true. Did you see Josh Gad? Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Did you see his post?
No, what did he say?
He's like, I wonder whose phone is blowing up more than Charlie Puth's right now, right? Because she gave the shout
and then
out.
John's name was like,
John's name was like
Kim K.
It's like, ooh, messy. I love both of those guys getting in the Taylor Swift drama.
It's too funny.
Shout out to the sponsor of today's episode, Adam and Eve. You guys know I love Adam and Eve, tried and true. Worked with them for 7-8 years. They're amazing. AdamandEve.com. They're offering 50% off to our viewers. If you use the code ADJUST, you get 50% off any single item on the website, plus free shipping if you are in the US and Canada. I've used Adam and Eve for years. During my single years, they definitely have saved me so many times from going out just out of desperation. I got to stay in the comfort of my home, just have all the toys I needed, and I was set. Then when I got into a relationship, you know, sometimes you're like, okay, the beginning is all hot and heavy, but what do you want to do to spice it up? There are some things that even humans can't do. Adam and Eve has you covered for all things intimate, sexy, and romantic. AdamandEve.com, you guys use the code ADJUST. They're giving you 50% off and free shipping if you're in the US and Canada. It always comes in discreet packaging. So fun, so tried and true. Love them for years. It's my favorite thing to get in the mail. And have a little fun. Spice up your life. AdamandEve.com. That was pretty good.
But yeah, it's weird that Taylor gave Charlie Puth a shout out. I'm gonna give her a pass because like she says that she was kind of in a weird like manic era with Maddie Healy, so
she doesn't know what she's saying.
I think she was a little out of it. So I'll give her that pass. But yeah, Charlie Puth, I have beef with him. I won't let that go yet.
Wait, has he said anything about it?
No, which is weird.
I'd be flexing it so much, Charlie. Should he be a bigger artist? Is that like is that the debate? I don't know. Like, wait, what's your beef with him?
He was really weird about Selena Gomez, about like how he kind of felt almost entitled to like hook up with her or sleep with her or something.
Right. Did we talk about this in the Brooke episode?
In the Brooke one,
yeah. Brooke's coming up next week. Because I was like, wait, or this week rather. Yeah, no, that is kind of weird. So he basically was just like...
He had this like song...
popular song. What was it?
Yeah. Oh my God. Is it We Don't Talk Anymore?
We Don't Talk Anymore is what you guys said.
Oh, Attention. You don't...
You just want attention.
You don't want my heart.
Oh yeah, I remember that song. I didn't know that was about... I didn't know that was him.
Maybe he should be a bigger artist, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, wow, it sounds like The Weeknd or something. That's funny.
But, and then he explained like in a genius, like breaking down the lyrics. It was like, oh, about this girl who like, we would have a thing, we would talk and she'd be really into me, but we didn't like hook up. Like she wouldn't actually have sex with me. And then she would wear this perfume that she knew I liked, blah, blah, blah. And it kind of just felt like you were entitled to sleep with someone because they were like, you know, liking talking to you, I guess, which is just like a weird mentality to have about a woman in general.
Yeah. He also dates really young girls, right? Like,
I don't know. I don't know anything about him except the Selena stuff and that he loves to like gay bait, which I'm also like, okay, but
You only like it if it's like Harry Styles or something.
Because at least Harry Styles has like a little bit of queer codedness to him. Like,
that's true.
Yeah.
And we actually don't know his stance. We don't know, his dating.
But
life.
Charlie, we know he's straight, so.
He does. What does he do? That I haven't seen anything about it.
He loves to post his little like tidy whities with like see-through, or he'll wear like the sweatpants and you can see like the
imprint.
Yes.
But maybe he is a gay. I don't know. Maybe he does it for girlies. I don't know.
No, he definitely does it. He knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah.
Interesting. But you don't love that. I'm trying to think like, I'm not a Charlie Puth fan, trust me, but I'm just trying to think like,
I don't like when straight guys like profit directly off of like gay men's thirst, or because like they'll play into the fantasy of it, but they're not really, they're not queer, and they're also like not really that outspoken about like gay rights, you know?
Right,
it's like,
and they're not like, it's not like Ted who's like unintentionally attracting
Totally,
gay attention.
yeah.
It's like they're intentionally trying to.
they're like
and the gays are like,
thirst-baiting.
I don't know if I want this actually.
Yeah.
got it.
'Cause
Yeah.
At least Harry like is a little queer coded, but he's also like pretty outspoken
Ally.
about like he'll wave the gay pride flag around,
he
or
loves
the
a
trans
rainbow.
flag.
Yeah. Does he do the trans flag? I love the trans flag.
Yeah, like at his
love.
concerts, he's like waved all the flags. So
So totally that then, for sure.
But Charlie, I don't know if he ever has. So
He did write for O2L.
and I Justine, I think he had a Farmville song.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. So he was, I guess it's more YouTuber coded than queer coded. I don't know. I've always had like a weird taste in my mouth. I don't know him. I just always have heard stuff, I guess. It was mostly just like him dating like really young girls, not like underage girls, just like really young is what I've always heard. Like
How old is he
18-year-olds.
anyway?
I mean, I think he's older. My age, I want to say. I think. At least in his 30s, because he's been around for a minute.
32.
Yeah, so, I guess, I just always know he's dated like really, like, there's been things about him dating
He's a
young
little
people.
dubious, at least for sure. I guess from that perspective and the gay perspective. So
And Brooke doesn't like his pitch
oh,
perfect.
yeah, it's perfect.
Is that what you said?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm over the pitch perfect matching. It's kind of funny, everything. He's thriving. He's talented, though. I mean, he's talented.
Talented. But
Oh, the Meghan Trainor thing was the other thing I didn't like. Remember when they kissed on stage?
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I was like not into it or something.
You're so right. I forgot about that one too.
Yeah, so I was like, I always knew I had like a little ick when he talks, but I'm like, what is it that I didn't like? And it was so weird. And he's like, I'm not attracted to her, like never. I was like, oh, I hate that so much.
Yeah, he's definitely dubious. That's why I'm like,
Dubious.
Taylor, let's think a little bit. But that's my sister. She turns a blind eye a little bit towards these like odd, suspicious men. But what can I do? I don't blame her.
Yeah, she's
Everyone
in
needs
love.
a little bit of a messy era.
And I think that's just, we always talk about this, the world we live in, just always kind of like, well, men, they're just kind of they're all a little fuzzy coated in our eyes, you know what I mean?
Something about a bad boy. I'm glad she got out of her system
Yeah.
though. She's with Travis and she's like happy. But that's why I think she had to get all this out. And it's like very divisive and it's a little bit messy. And it's 31 songs, a ton of songs.
That's wild. And
It's
you said
insane.
she recorded it all on tour.
Yeah, it's been in the past 2 years. I think it was a couple right before Era's tour because it was like the Joe Alwyn stuff, but the Maddie stuff was last summer. So it all happened really quick.
Yeah. Who's your Maddie Healy? Do you have one?
That's a good question.
Your bad boy,
I don't know
you're
if I
into-
have a bad boy
That you're like, oh, he's kind of ick, but also hot.
like that I've actually dated.
Or it could be a celebrity. Where you're like, he's the worst. Like, I think my current one is Sacha Baron Cohen is my Maddie Healy. I can't stop thinking about him, but he's disgusting and gross.
The only bad boy that I've had, I guess, was like Harry Styles, but he's not even that bad.
Why was he bad?
When he was younger, he was definitely like a playboy. Like he definitely got around.
But is that bad because the Taylor Swift had a lot of boyfriends?
No, I think it was more so like he got around. You know what I mean? Like he was like hooking up a lot.
Confirmed he was like playing in the field, cheating,
And, like,
whatever.
Yeah.
Really? Who confirmed it? Taylor.
1989. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I need to listen to it. I'm not up on my Taylor discography. Okay, so
But
I got
I've
you.
even had
Okay.
friends that hooked up with him back in that era of his like, yeah.
So you knew he's like, okay, all right,
Yeah.
bad boy Harry. That's why we
Definitely
like
got
him.
around. Yeah. I think he's definitely settled down now, but I think that's just a matter of like growing up, you know?
Yeah, because wasn't he like 30 now? You said or something.
Yeah. So
Which
like the 20s
crazy.
is like the time to get
Yeah.
like, that out of your system.
A lot of bad boys in their 20s.
Yeah. But I'm never like a bad boy kind of boy, really.
Me
Like,
neither. I'm like, I don't want someone. Well, You know what? I guess I've had eras of that for sure, where like people who are really, mine was always like guys that were into drugs for some reason. I don't know, because they're very nice. Like drug addicts are like actually like, the nice, like really nice people. They don't really like mean to hurt anybody except like really themselves because they're so like, you know, in their sickness. But I always was attracted to that because I was not me. It was so opposite of me. And I was thought when I was like depressed or something, I was just like, maybe this is what I need. I don't know. There was something like weirdly attractive. I don't know the psychology behind why I was attracted to that, because it would be people who were like severely sick and addicted. But I had a couple of people that I was in that era. I don't know if it was me trying to spiral or I don't know what it was. I'm not sure. But yeah, I guess there's some appeal to it. I don't know.
I think
The psychology's warped. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And there is like a lot of like romance books. I feel like that's a big popular trope, like the good girl with like the bad boy.
Right.
Almost like I can maybe like fix him kind of thing, or like you'll be the reason why like he'll change or like get over his sickness. I feel like that was a big trope, especially like 2010s.
Like what movie are you thinking?
Almost like in like that 50 Shades era. I feel like that was very popular. Like the bad boy, because there were so many books that were like all about like the guy who was just like a player and he would drink or do drugs, and then it was like the good girl who he'd like kind of corrupt. You know, it was very bad.
I think I always just wanted to be corrupted. I don't even think I wanted to help them. I was just like, I just want to spiral with you. I think.
Wow.
I think because I was like, I don't know, yeah. And then I kind of like got too scared. You know, you get into it a little bit, and then you're like kind of scared. You're like, oh, actually, we could actually die. This is like so scary. So I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, I think you might be more right. Is like trying to fix. Like, you know, I can help them. I can fix them.
Yeah, I think that
probably more normal
is like a thing where it's like, oh, I can be the reason he changes. I guess like maybe I've had that with guys like I've had a situationship with when I knew they were like seeing a lot of other people. I was like, no, I'm gonna be the one he like chooses, and then I'll be the one he wants to actually like date and pick. You know,
but it happens. I feel
totally. I just was never the one.
Yeah. Same. Me neither. I think I was always the one that like I would always put. We talked about this, like putting myself in dangerous situations for every Twilight to like have the guy save me, and then they'll feel like they're saving me, and I needed to be. And then it kind of like worked out. But yeah, I always wanted to. It never worked out either. The problem is you put yourself in dangerous situations with the wrong guys that don't care, and then you just end up in a ditch or something like that. But find the right one, and then you're like, oh my god, I got saved. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm not a tortured poet. I would say I'm a tortured. What would be inside the poet? I'm a tortured podcaster. I'm a tortured podcaster. That's a good one. Tortured influencer department. What would you be? The tortured what department?
The tortured otter department, I guess.
Otter. Are you gonna get the otter emojis? We need to get more.
Oh yeah, I need to follow up with him.
We need otter emojis. We need to cut out some other ones. I want to get the Pride one for the Pride month.
Oh yeah,
but I can't cut out. Anyways, that's the whole thing. But yeah, I can't cut it out, so I need to reformat it somehow. Anyways, whole other thing. What are you a tortured? You're a tortured artist. That's who you are. You're a tortured artist. Yeah, tortured artist.
I was always a happy artist.
Oh, okay. Just kidding. I know. I was never depressed. I was like, okay, normal over there. Just happy. Well, we love to see it.
It is funny too, though, because you see like the straight men now. I think what's his name? Oh my god,
Dave Portnoy.
Oh my god, that wasn't even like shit. I just forgot his name. He has like Taylor merch that he's like released too. I'm like,
oh wait, what? Can he do that?
I think there could be a cease and desist, I'm sure, but for now,
what is it? What's it say?
Directly or indirectly?
It was like Taylor Travis merch.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
odd. It was
odd.
very weird. He had one for Christmas too, like Swiftness or something. I don't know. It was odd, but it's,
he really likes her, right?
Allegedly, I don't know. Like I said, a lot of people come out of the woodworks to like stan. You know,
I think he's been defending her for a minute because I don't know if it's like a joke. Well, he always liked Justin Bieber too, which. Okay. I was always kind of like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if they're like the kind of the same age, I think Dave's a little older, maybe. I don't know. But if like Moses was like obsessed with like Justin Bieber and like Taylor Swift, I would be like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? Or
you would expect him to have a daughter, like a teenage daughter, and that's why cares about it
then he's like, okay, I'm into it. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know if this is a hot take. Because I'm like, is it ageist to be like, oh my God, it's kind of weird if you're a fan of like Justin? Because he was like really hardcore Justin Bieber too. I don't know. I guess maybe because he's a guy too. Maybe it's like if like an older woman's a fan, it's like not as weird. But maybe like an older man, it's like weird. I don't know. Is it not? Am I just being weird?
Is it more as a commentator? Let's say it's
No, he dresses up. I think as Justin Bieber. Like he was like fan. Like
I kind of live for that actually. Okay, I kind of take it back if that's a T. I just thought he was like cashing in on it, but if he's like that, I'm like, cool, I guess.
No, I think he's been talking about Taylor for a minute and like really liking her. Maybe, yeah, he's just into young pop culture. I don't know. Maybe that's not weird.
Well, he's definitely into that because I mean, his whole podcast is BFFs with
But I always thought
really
his
young people.
shtick was like, I don't know anything. I'm an old guy, and I'm with these young people trying to educate me.
I don't think that's I think that's just the reality of who he is.
But now he's into
But
all this
that's-
young pop culture.
but
Like
I
he
think
knows.
he really wants to. Like he doesn't want to be perceived as that. He just comes off as that.
As older or
But
just
yeah, like I think he really wants to hang out with those young people and be part of the young culture.
right. Yeah, I guess when you're like don't have like not married, don't have kids and stuff, you're just kind of more young at heart, maybe. They just had the Montana Boys on. So random. Did you see that?
No.
I just saw clips of it. Dave did not look like he was having it with them. Do you know them?
Yeah, because of
Kristen.
Yeah.
Me too. That's the only reason. I mean, they didn't add much to the conversation, so I guess I understood why he was like annoyed with them. But anyways,
Is their thing just like that they're cute?
literally.
Okay,
Because
that's
they
what I
also,
figured.
I saw Kristen talk to them on their podcast, and like even the one she's dating, like has like just not a lot of personality, you know. And they're very good looking. They are very good looking, but it is crazy. I don't know who I was thinking about this with, but like these people who are just so good looking don't need a personality, which is like weird because a lot of good looking people do have really good personalities. Obviously, like Alex Earl has a great personality, but yeah, you like hear them talking and you're like, oh my God, they really give nothing.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I was thinking about this the other day too. I think I was just thinking like, oh my God, if I was like just so hot, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But then I was like, you know what? This is like actually, because I was looking back at my old like Taylor photos and I was like, wow, I was like a big boy.
Oh, I saw the ones you posted, the little collage of you,
Yeah.
like proof I was a fan from the beginning.
I know, like I was so
It's
annoying
cute.
since like literally I was like 14 years old and I
It
was
was
just
cute.
like, I was looking at myself and I was like, oh my God, I was just like so large. But I'm like, you
Aw.
know what? Would not take it back at all. Because I was thinking I was like the alternative timeline where I was just like hot, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm like, then I just wouldn't like, I would
Be
never
you.
have had a personality. I think I would have just like rested on being hot. Being like bigger, I think was like my driving factor to like have a good work ethic and like really
Mm-hmm.
prove myself and like get good grades and like intern and work and, you know. So I would not be where I am today if I wasn't large. So,
Amen. And I think that's a big thing with a lot of big people is like you kind of have to overcompensate to be something different or special.
Yeah.
Or I agree. I still feel like that too. And I sometimes even I'm like, oh my God, if I skinny, I'll be like everyone else. And then whatever. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it kind of makes me me.
Yeah.
My fatness makes me me.
That's how I am right now. I'm like, you know what? I can appreciate it because we do talk badly about ourselves a lot lately.
Right. We do. I need to stop. Even on Patreon, I was like, you need to chill. I was like, okay, you're right. Me just being so. But yeah.
We wouldn't be where we were today. Like, because it does set us, it like, I don't know. It like drives you. It also like makes you just like have a personality. It's so weird to say.
Weird. It is weird. No, but I know what you mean because just like good looking people, like you look at The Hills, like I haven't watched it, but when Heidi was on, I was watching a couple episodes and I was just like, oh, they really talk about nothing. And like so dry the way they talk. And I guess you don't really need to be different. I tried so hard to be different and quirky and funny. And I guess it like just becomes your personality, but it's like.
Yeah. And it's even like looking at all like like TikTok boys and like looking at their content and like they're very successful, like no shade, but it's like, all they do is just like, ooh, like, let me get dressed. And like they start off in their undies or they start in a towel and then they smile. And it's like it's a popular song that they're doing it to. And then it's like, oh, let me jump and have my schlong like bounce a little bit. And it works.
On
like,
TikTok?
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. That's crazy. They're getting away with that because I get banned for like a bikini.
The patriarchy.
Yeah,
Like,
it is
actually.
crazy. That's wild.
Yeah. And even like, well, remember that one trend where it was like the silhouette, right? Like the red light or whatever. And it was like, you could see things like bouncing around and stuff.
Crazy.
And that's what they do. And like, it works. It gets some views and money and stuff. But like, you know, where is it gonna go?
Yeah. And it is true. Like I've seen so many it's funny we're talking about this in glam because the glam people I've known for like 15 years and like we like used to see all those girls on Instagram that were like Instagram models were like the big thing back in the day and then like where are they now? And you go and they're like still kind of doing the same thing but they're just like not popping and I'm like wow they still look really great. They still look like they did when they were 20 but it's like they're still doing like the bikinis and the the clickbaiting and all that stuff and I was like wow that's really crazy you don't like evolve. But yeah, I mean, if you're like so hot, but then you get like the Kim Kardashians where it's just like you're so hot and then you do so much stuff and then you become this like billionaire,
Totally, yeah.
So I think if you can have the
Hit it,
personality,
yeah.
right, get all of it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. They get good guests on that BFFs podcast, and I like Dave. I don't hope I didn't come across shade. I really do like him, but I just thought it was kind of weird. But then maybe it's like a shtick too, like you said, maybe like. You know, kind of like me being like, I like Jacob Elordi, like whoever's like the in thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, I like that person too. Did you hear the reason Gypsy Rose got divorced?
Oh yeah, the snoring and the food hoarding.
The food hoarding.
That is
What?
key, actually.
And did you see the little clip from their upcoming, like the season 2 of their show?
No.
She's like in the bed. It's like when they're first coming back, when she's first out of prison, and he's like trying to be sexy with her. And she's like, I just want to be. And he was like eating this thing of French fries, and he was still trying to like seduce her or whatever. And then it said that she basically, they would always, when they were shooting the show, they'd always go out to eat, and the crew would be providing food for them. And he would just keep he wouldn't eat like his meal. He would just keep all the leftovers in the thing. He'd eat half of it and keep the leftovers. And she was like throwing it out because it would be in there for like weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks. And then he'd get really mad. He's like, why are you throwing out my food? And she'd be like, I didn't know you were going to eat that. He's like, I was going to eat that. And then I guess it was like a problem. I guess it became this like thing. And that's why she divorced him. She was just like, I just couldn't handle the food hoarding. And I was like, is that the real reason? But he did seem like he was smothering her. I saw the little clip, and like she just got out of prison, right? She's just adjusting to like freedom in this world, you know? And he's just like trying to like, oh, do you want your surprise while she's on the bed? And she's like, no, I just kind of want to be. And he's like eating his French fries and whatever. And he's just like, oh, I think I won't let you be when you look like that. Like it was very like sexual. And I was like, oh, like you could kind of tell the smothering part because I kind of felt bad for him. And I was kind of like, okay, you got to let this girl adjust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just seemed like a lot. And you could kind of tell in their interviews when she's like, that D side, like they were, like maybe they were like overtly sexual, and she was like not feeling it really all the way because she's like, I just got out of prison, like this is a lot. I don't know.
Oh, she's in her tortured post-apartment era.
She
too.
is.
Yeah.
She's in the tortured.
Like ex-felon. I don't know.
Ex-felon department, the tortured, yeah, all of it. I feel bad for her. I feel bad, but hey, they're getting that coin.
Ironic because she also has a song called "Fresh Out the Slammer," and that's very.
Who's
gypsy.
that about? Is it about Gypsy? Could you imagine? That's like the.
It's very gypsy coded. Like
really?
actually, yeah.
What was it about?
It's about getting out of her long-term relationship and then rebounding with someone else. So it's very, 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 very gypsy coded.
Oh my! Did you see? Did you cry when you listened to it?
I got teary-eyed because I just love her so much, and I think that's why I get emotional. Yeah. I'm like, wow, I just like love her so much, and she's like so famous that it like makes me anxious because like she's just so big, and it's like
Are you okay?
It's just hard to like have an opinion about her because like I don't know, like I said, it's just so divisive. Like some people hate when we talk about her, some people love when we talk about her, but it's like what can you do? She's the
hot topic. She is the hot topic right now, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
and she's been a hot topic for like a year. It is just coincidental that we did this podcast when she started like being all over the place.
Yeah,
It girl for sure. Yeah.
I don't know if that was a coincidence. I think we are part of what
you think
pushed
so?
her up to where she is now.
Just Trish, you're welcome. Taylor, please come on to show your love and support. I mean, she is. She's kind of the it girl. And
spoiler alert for Drag Race finale. Okay. If you haven't watched, I don't know, fast forward.
Skip 2 minutes ahead. RuPaul's Drag Race finale was last night. Nymphia won.
What did you think?
Like, I always thought Saphira was going to win. So it's kind of weird. So, like, the lip syncs, right? This is what I got, like, canceled for before. The lip sync for your lives, and last night when it was like, lip sync for the win, is it really based on the lip syncs or it's based on the whole season?
I think it depends. It's, like, so circumstantial. Like, I think when it was, like, Morphine versus Saphira, when Morphine was in the bottom 2, when was that, like, 2 weeks ago? It was, like, kind of track record, because I think Morphine was kind of a better lip syncer in that moment, but Saphira was not bad at all. She was still really good.
Right.
But Saphira's track record is just like so amazing that like obviously Morphine would be the one to go. Like they can't let Saphira go.
Right.
You know? But when it came down to like Nymphia, Saphira, I fully thought Saphira was going to win. Like fully.
Me too. Yeah.
But Nymphia's track record was kind of equal-ish to Saphira's. I think Nymphia had 3 wins, 0 bottoms, and then Saphira had 4 wins, 1 bottom. So that kind of equals out.
Right, that's true.
And then at the finale, I think their entrance looks for the finale, Nymphia's was better than Saphira's.
It killed it, crushed it. Oh my God, I was gagged. I was
the
like,
banana was so good.
So good. I was like crying. I almost cried. I was like, that is beautiful. It's like a pageant. It's like Miss USA. Like she won. Yeah.
But then the lip sync with the original songs, I think Saphira was the best, like hands down.
Was that them singing?
No, which I don't like when it's not them singing.
I was like, what is this song? It's like a weird generic song no one's heard of, and it's like...
That's what I was wondering too, because Plain Jane's was about like the bodysuit, And I don't know if they have like input as to what they want their songs about.
I don't think so.
Because I feel like Plain Jane should have been like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm the villain. I'm gonna clock everyone. I'm mean, I'm shady,
I'm hot."
Yeah, that would have been more like a Plain Jane's like brand. Because the bodysuit, it just wasn't. It was fun, but it could have been so much like.
I was like, is that her thing? Is that her brand? I guess. But
I guess. I never like put two and two together. Like I don't see her and think bodysuit. I think like, ooh, she was just like mean and fun and shady. You know?
Yeah, like hot burger finger boobs.
Yeah.
Like Boston.
I think she should have played into that more. But I don't know how much say she has in the songs. But I like when they mix like their voices in there. Like even if they're not singers, they always make them sound good.
Yeah, and Saphira is a singer because she had a little opera thing in hers, and I was like, okay, but is that her? It doesn't sound like her.
I know. I think they should just have them sing. I don't like when they get weird voices.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't like it. I was like confused in all those. I was like, not it.
They've done that before, like Bob the Drag Queen season. Like they had songs where like other people sang. I think Lizzo used to do like the
really
the recording. Yeah,
it sounded like someone just like sang like the people who do like the Love Is Blind soundtrack or something. They just come and sing these songs for them.
Yeah.
It was weird. Yeah, and then her like their final lip sync, Nymphia, was like amazing.
Yeah,
the reveals
Nymphia really served. It was kind of that was my only note. It was kind of messy, like because there was so much on the floor after Nymphia. It was like I'm like maybe like kick it to the side or something. There was so much on the ground. That was my only note. But Nymphia's was really good. I think technically Nymphia's like lip sync was better. So then at that point, I think Nymphia kind of won. You know,
well, that's what I thought. I mean, obviously her finale performance is one because all around, like I live for Sophia, but I thought her finale outfits like just wasn't. They didn't like fit her. Like they weren't body fitting like her other ones were. Like the wigs were different. I just thought she was like, I'm like, she's just over it. She's like, I'm just done.
That's what it was kind of weird because it was just bulky. Like usually it's like. She's always like big proportions, but it's like
fitted.
Yeah,
this was like square and boxy, and it was weird.
But I fully went in thinking Sophia was hands down gonna win.
Yeah,
but I think Nymphia kind of earned it. If either one of them won, I think it would have made sense. Like, you can kind of justify either. But I think it's cool that they finally have like an East Asian winner because that's been a long time coming for.
It's never happened, right? It's the first one.
The only Asian winner in general, I believe, was Raja, season 2, I think. But as far as like East Asian, Nymphia is the first. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was really, and she was so beautiful. Oh my God, like her outfits were amazing, and the finale was amazing because of her for sure.
Yeah.
Even Plain Jane, I thought she was gonna be more glamorous. She had the dark hair, and I was like, I just think of her as like a blonde, and she was great though.
I love. It was like. Saphira's question from Rue was like, "Hello, is drag gonna impact the world? Like, what do you think drag needs like politically right now?" It was so like Miss USA. And then Plain Jane's was like, "Now what are you serving, Mama?" Like it was
so unserious about all of it.
Like, Jesus, the difference.
They definitely were like running home the political vote and all that stuff like that. Which I mean,
but then Plain Jane was just like, "I'm serving body and like burger finger," and then I'm like, the difference was crazy. I'm like,
I like that she keeps lighthearted. She always has, like
it's
her
so
book and
silly.
stuff. Yeah, I like that. Then they had the random like Elvira honor, and I was like, that's so random and weird.
I think they have been doing that lately, where they honor someone who's just been like a drag race like staple or like influence. I think they did it last year with a designer. I forget, maybe Bob Mackie last year.
Oh I kind of remember that.
So I think they've been doing that lately, but.
It was good. I'm sad it's over. I'm like, oh, now what do we watch?
I know, literally. I'm like, what show is on?
I think
now?
Baby Reindeer is the new hit.
What is that?
It's on Netflix. We should look it up. I want to watch it so bad. Like, it just came out. It's about a comedian who has like a stalker. And it's like all over my TikTok, and everyone's like, it's so disturbing. But the clip I saw looked kind of like crazy. It's like a middle-aged woman trying to like stalk this like bartender who's also a comedian. Do you see it? Netflix, Reindeer.
You are right, Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer. But everyone's saying it's like the show to watch right now. It looks kind of dark maybe, but I kind of like shows about stalkers. Like that's one thing but I guess it's like real. I guess it's like based real.
Dealing with a female stalker, a man is forced to face a dark, buried trauma.
I think they're like Scottish or Irish or English or something. They all have accents in it. And the lady looked kind of funny, the stalker. Like that's what I'm saying. I didn't think it was like a serious one because I saw her at the bar.
And the person that wrote it based on his own personal experience.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's not the actor playing it, right? It's just I knew it was based on a real thing, but I thought is he playing in it too?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of people. It's been all over my TikTok, FYP, because I was like, we're so out of shows to watch, and I was like, okay, maybe this will be the next one. I don't know. What else do we watch? We watch Oh, Lopez versus Lopez. Shout out. Love that show.
You do love that show.
I love that show. It's so funny. I want to be on it. They always have TikTokers on it. And I'm like, oh, God, I want to be on that show. Sabrina Carpenter at Coachella. We're wearing our Coachella outfits next week. I know we're gonna be like 2 weeks behind, but the shirt and the outfit didn't come yet, and it'll be the following week.
No, we just didn't want to spoil it. We wanted people at Coachella to see it first.
Well,
and then we'll show it to you.
Well, we're cosplaying people at Coachella, so they definitely already have seen it. I sent it to you. You never replied to it. I'm like, I sent you pictures.
What it was?
Yeah, you didn't reply.
You just sent me a random picture.
Babe, it was a guy. Why would I just send you a random guy?
And I think I'm not supposed to. I think this is for somebody else. The picture you sent it to me by mistake.
Texting?
It was so weird. It didn't look like cosplay. I was like, "What is this?" I was gonna ask you, but we were, I think, in the middle of the interview or something.
I didn't send it in the middle of an interview. I wasn't like, "Here's
when
the
I
outfit."
When I saw it, that's when it was. But I'm like,
but then I sent you the girl version too. So I'm like, okay, this is our couple cosplay. There was a boy and a girl.
First of all, there was not even one word with those pictures. There was just three pictures.
Right, 3 pictures.
Right. And when I saw them, one of them is like blurry, doesn't make sense. The other one, I mean, none of it makes sense when you see
Show
that.
the camera. Let them know if that makes sense to you.
I'm like, this is what I see. I just see 3 pictures.
Click on. Why don't you click on the
I will.
photo? Oh, okay.
So that's all I see.
Okay.
There's no text, okay? And then there's this guy that I thought probably committed a crime, and you're sending me this.
Oh my God.
Maybe
You don't know who
meant
that
to send
is?
it to your mom or something.
What? That's true. We do.
From this, I'm supposed to know who it is.
Okay,
Like,
then go to the next one because I was like, okay, that's a weird one of him. Okay, go to that one.
so now I see him like having to go to pee or something, which is probably the moment they realize who committed the crime.
Okay, then I didn't hear from you, so I was like, well, let me send you
And
another
then
one.
I see this blurry picture. It's blurry. There's not the focus. And I'm like, what is going on?
The focus.
Like, what is going on? How is this even a cosplay?
And you didn't write
She's
back anything to me. I was like, dang, okay. I put so much work into finding all these outfits, and I was so annoyed that you didn't reply.
This is not an outfit. This is just a
Well, you're wearing it next week.
It's
It's Versace
a
tank.
Beater with,
Babe, it's a Versace tank with Burberry shorts and a silk scarf.
How am I going to...
We're getting that exact outfit. I found it online. And then hers says Jesus was a carpenter. And I was like, I thought you'd appreciate that and have a pink shirt.
It's too blurry. I couldn't read it.
Oh my gosh. So if you
It was
want to
so
get
blurry. I couldn't read it. If I could read it, at least maybe I would have picked up on it.
because her song is trending on TikTok right now too. And so I'm like, okay, I want to. How's it go? It's like it's one where she sounds like a little baby. Do you know what I'm
The
talking about?
espresso one?
Yeah, it's like, I'm working late because I'm a singer.
I'm working late.
Oh yeah, because I'm a singer. Thank you. I couldn't think. I love that one. That's like my
You
favorite.
look so cute. Wrapped around my
finger.
finger.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The TikTok.
I live for her.
And her outro. Did you hear it last night?
Oh yeah. He's drinking my bathwater like red wine. Coachella, I'll see you when I headline.
And then the first line was like, made his knees so weak and now he spreads mine. I was like, oh, the bathwater one was so good. That's
Wild.
the caption.
I live
I'm going to
for
get our
her.
photos and that's our caption, drinking my bathwater like it's red wine.
I hope she sees it. She'll live for that.
I'm so obsessed with her now. It's like so weird because like, I don't know, like I always thought she was cute on the Eras tour. And like before I used to watch that Girl Meets World. And I thought, okay, like she's like a little kid. I was just thinking of her as a little kid. What?
Memory unlocked. I sat next to her, dead ass, next to her and Danielle Fishel, who was also in Girl
Topanga,
Meets World.
yeah.
Yeah. I sat next to her at the Harry Styles concert.
What?
Oh my God, the
No.
Greek. Yes.
Oh
I
my
totally forgot about
gosh.
that. I literally sat next to her. She was so nice.
What? Did you talk to her?
Yeah, my friend knew her at the time. I don't think they still. It was when she was like obviously like not as famous.
Right.
So my friend that I was with at the Harry concert knew her. So we talked a little bit.
What did you say? Do you remember?
She just introduced me and they was like, "Oh, hey, good to see you." It's like, "Oh, this is Oscar."
Wow.
And yeah, she was so cool.
She's so pretty and petite and just gorge. And I ordered the blush she wears. She has a Makeup by Mario blush that she talked about. And I was like, okay, I'm going to wear that blush. I'm going to wear a wig. I'm going to get my bangs, my shirt. Like, I have the Target shoes because, like, at Target, they were selling the shoes that she had, like, on tour.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like, Slam the Door one. Slam the door. Yeah, so I was like, everyone was getting those from Target. And I bought them. But I was like, I'm going to never wear these. And now I have a chance to wear them. So if you want to join in on the Coachella cosplay or Sabrina cosplay or whatever,
Yeah,
we're
who
doing
can
it
I
next
be
week.
from Coachella?
It could be Sabrina, too.
Or
The
it could
shirt
be-
took for a long time to get in. I should have taken one more, but...
I can maybe be. I was gonna say maybe Billie Eilish because she always wears big clothes, so I feel like that's easy to
You
wear
always
too.
wear fitted clothes. Who would you be? Lana?
But Lana's wearing such like cute little baby doll dresses now
Oh,
at
okay.
Coachella too.
I mean, yeah, Billie Eilish is. I don't know what she wore, so I don't know.
Ooh, I want to say it
Brooke?
could be like Taylor when she was like, she had like that Travis Kelce hat, but that hat freaking sold out, the New Heights one.
They always do when you have to go find. That would be cute though. Oh, with Taylor at.
She also just wore like a black like outfit, but then like the New Heights shirt. Oh, but she wore it backwards, so I can maybe fake it with like the green hat backwards.
We'll just be 3 weeks late to the Coachella
Why not?
cosplay. But
Literally 3 weeks.
I was like, okay, that's kind of cute. I just really want to do it. I was like, oh man, and I kind of love Sabrina Carpenter and I love Barry Keoghan, and then she did that outro, and I was like, I gotta love. I mean, that was a sexual outro. That was.
I love how she's in her bag though, because like she's obviously been around for so long, but I think like the sex kitten vibe just like fits her so well.
Oh yeah, the Skims campaign.
Yeah.
I ordered Sweet Tooth perfume today from JCPenney.
Oh,
yeah, I'm so excited.
I wonder what it smells like. Isn't it like caramel or something?
I have no idea.
Oh.
It looks like a pink chocolate bar, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to take." Like, I just see it all over TikTok, and I'm really becoming obsessed with her at the moment.
I love her. She's so in her bag right now, and I'm just like fully living for it.
I love her
I was
too.
mad that she has a drink at Alfred's this week, but there's not Alfred's super close to us.
I know. I saw it, and then I also thought, like, I probably can't drink anything. I always feel like all those drinks you can't drink anything pregnant.
Tea, yeah.
Because it was like literally like tea, latte, all that stuff. And it's only for the weekend too.
Yeah, and Alfred's is kind of far because I was like, ooh, maybe I'll try it. But
Well, we could have driven in. If I wasn't pregnant, I love driving in for those kind of things because there's the one on Melrose. It's so funny. Every time we went to the one on Melrose, like there's always paparazzi out there. Like that's the only place to get
Really?
paparazzi. So I remember when we did Sad Boy, I was like, if we want to get paparazzi, we got to go to Alfred's on Melrose because they're out there. Hollywood Fix, all that stuff. They're just like hang out there. It's actually so crazy. Because I remember I did a video with Ryland and it was like he called the paparazzi to come, but he only called one person. But then the like 3 other like actual, I don't want to say actual, they're like on their iPhones these days. It's like not anything, but they were out and they were papping us, and I was like, oh, that's the place to go. But definitely not now that I'm pregnant. It's too much to walk over there. But I love Sabrina. I had to give a shout out to her.
oh, I also have to do a
Yes.
shout out. I forgot because I was so happy yesterday, like leaving and then hearing that it was like the girls who helped us get Ted, and I was like, wow, I love girls. I love girls. I love having a girl audience. Who would not want a girl audience? Anyone who doesn't want a girl audience is stupid. Girls are so fun.
Yes, amen. Snap, spill.
Shout out
Team
to the
mama.
girls.
Yes, I actually DM'd her, and then actually she DM'd. I think I followed her, and then she DM'd me. And then she's like, "Oh, how was it? I hope." Because we talked to that you had your dream guest yesterday, kind of. Did we talk about it?
Oh yeah. And then just for context, so because I thought it was David Alvarez who made Ted like
Right.
respond to the DMs. Turns out he just had a lot of girlfriends who DM'd him being like, "You have to go on Just Trish." So
He said he had like 2 or 3 that like
yeah.
it was like, oh my god, did you see this clip? And I was like, that's amazing. And I DM'd her the girl, and I was just like, thank you so much. It's like literally so nice. Like you're such a girl's girl. That's like so cool. And then I told her he showed us her singing, and she's so talented. And I was just like so excited. But it really is. Girls really do make. And I've noticed that with everything, like even business now and stuff like that. I've always like the girls just make it happen. All the agents I met at CAA are pretty much all girls. There was like one guy, a gay guy. You know what I mean? So it's like really those are the people that get you and like know you. You know what I mean? It's like anytime I've dealt with like men managers, they just don't get it. It never works out. But like the girls, they like get it, and that's why you really just got to be a girl's girl. It took me a while to get there, but it's like, honestly, it's so much better. It's so much nicer. It's like they get it, and it's like that's who you need to connect
I
with.
love it. Every girl, like every viewer I've met has been a girl, like in public or whatever, and they're always just so cool. Like they're so pretty and fun, and they have like cool style, and they're funny, and they're so smart. And I'm like, I just love girls. I love that girls are the ones that are
Always.
like pulling all the strings.
Even like when I look at like haters, I'm like, God, they've mostly been guys. Like I saw a girl yesterday. It's like, hater love Trisha Paytas. Like you gotta respect her for like all the lives she's led. And it's like, what? Like she's just been she was so cool. Like she wasn't even like a super fan or anything. She was just like, you gotta give it to her. She's kind of whatever. And I was like, I just like love girls. And it's always like guys that are like the haters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want a girl audience. Girl audience is where it's
Oh
at.
my
I
God.
couldn't imagine like not having girls listen and
Yeah.
watch. I love girls. I love feminism. I was so leaving. I
Yay,
was like,
feminism.
wow. Girls are where it's at. It's funny. It was like a straight guy here, but the takeaway was girls are.
Yeah, because
can do
that's what he was given. He was very much like, okay, by like the third girl sending me this clip, I was like, I guess I should, because he was kind of, I don't know, Trisha Paytas is like, I don't know, and it's so true. And I think, and when I met Jake for the first time, Jake Weber and Johnny, he had said the same thing. He's like, just so many girls in his life were just like, oh my god, you have to collab with you, because it was so random. He tweeted me in like December when he was like blowing up to do a mukbang. I was like, and he didn't collab with people. I was like, this is so random that you like wanted to collab, and he's like, literally every girl I know is like obsessed with you. I was like, oh, shout out, girls.
Shout out, girls. We
love it.
Love you.
Yeah, it's actually amazing. And I love that they have that influence too, on like a guy to be like, you need to go on there.
Yeah.
And then the guys listen. The ones who listen are the smart ones.
Those are the good guys. Yeah.
And it was a great day. And he was a great guest. I even told her, I was like, I was like hesitant at first. And I was like, oh my God, he ended up being like, literally one of the best guests that we had.
Yeah, so funny, so sweet.
You guys look so much like each other.
Oh my God, I felt
when he
so
walked in,
little next to him.
Yeah, he was tall. Most of the thing when he came out of the car, he's just like, oh, he's really tall.
big
It's
boy.
like you don't expect that, but he was funny. And Moses was laughing the whole time, which I knew was like funny because, it was
funny.
definitely a different vibe, but it was
Yeah,
good.
he's really entertaining.
Yeah, he was funny and nice and sweet, and yeah, we couldn't stop really. I was just at one point I was like, you know what, I had to pee because I was like, no, I probably could have kept going, but
More than that, like that was the longest guest episode we recorded
ever. And when someone leaves to pee, especially like even if it's just like watching TV, as soon as you get up to, then that's when people are like, oh, we should take off. It's like if I have to go pee, then people are like, oh, we should head home. And I'm like, I knew if I didn't get up to pee, they wouldn't want to leave. So that's why it's like same thing with the guests. Like if I had to go pee in the middle of it, it would be like, okay, we need to wrap it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like you killed the vibe. So it was great and wonderful. Yeah. So we did get our dream guest yesterday. Well, technically your dream. I've had my dream guest, Donny Osmond. This is Oscar's dream guest, which is amazing. It flowed really perfectly and great, but you might not see it for like a month because people always ask like the Tara one too. Like I did a TikTok with Tara and everyone's just like, when's the Tara? And it came out like 5 weeks later because we're like stocking up and we're doing a lot right now. So we're filming this a couple days early. We filmed the Ted. We've filmed Brooke. We have, Pokey Maine, Dr. Drew, Meredith. We have like so many great guests coming up, but we're like kind of piling them up because I really feel my due date is like 3 weeks away. But in my heart of hearts, I just know this baby's coming like today. Like I really do feel it. I don't know how many more. Like it would be great if this is my ideal situation, right? Is like my water breaks right after a hot topic, right? I'm glam. I can go. Do my C-section. Yeah, I'll get the cute photos because I was just not feeling it last time. I was not cute. Get the cute photos, and then we have a week to recover, and I can come back for like an hour and give you guys an update on the next Hot Topics next Monday, so we're not missing a Hot Topics. But, I will take, obviously, time off and filming guest episodes and stuff. They always, like, take up time and, all stuff like that. So we have probably, like, maybe 10 guest episodes, like, ready to go in the case that it does happen. And then even after the birth, obviously, I'm not going to be, like, sitting here for, like, 3 hours with the guests. I want to give my all to them. I don't want to be like, oh, my God, I'm bleeding in my diaper. So I feel like it could be coming any day. Like, literally, it's so weird. I'm having my Kourtney Kardashian moment in my pajamas, just showing out my. Did you watch that episode?
Yeah.
And then Penelope's like, it's a little braggy. Just have your. Yeah. I feel very much like that. Like everything's covered except your big belly. But you guys liked it last time, so thank you. And I only have it for a little while longer. But oh my gosh, like I really feel like I think I have Braxton Hicks, which is like fake contractions at night. Because like last night too, I had crazy, it feels like period cramps where I feel like it could happen. My water broke last time. So I have a feeling it's going to happen. I don't know why at night. And I feel like it's going to happen at night. So I'm like, I hope not because it's like the worst. You have to like find, make sure everyone comes and Malibu's taken care of and stuff like that. But I feel like it could be any day, truly any day. And I know my mom and you probably think I'm like crazy because it's like we're 3 weeks out. But I feel the baby's like pressure when I squat. You can feel like the head. It's like pressured on your butthole. You know what I mean? Like it's there. It's happening. And that's how I felt about a week before labor. So I think it's coming soon. I don't know. We have 3 more guests.
You're crazy. I think so. I think 3 weeks earlier at least, if not 2 weeks.
So we're thinking definitely before Mother's Day.
Because just your symptoms have been the symptoms you had at the end of the pregnancy before the baby came. So
the symptoms have been
really
crazy.
early.
I can't move. I can't breathe. I'm literally can't move. Like I just have like a limp on both sides now of my hips. Like it's very weird and very odd. And that's how it was like towards the end. So we're trying to get through 3 more interviews. And I hope 2 more Hot Topics at least because I have looks for 2 more Hot Topics. I have the Sabrina Carpenter one and I have a Megan Fox one. So I'm hoping to get through 2 more weeks.
You might end up with that look on the birth. That's...
Yeah, right. Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keoghan come into the hospital just dressed in your Burberry shorts.
That'd be too funny.
Low-key manifesting. That would be everything. That's
so
a
funny.
Story.
He's just in there with his Burberry scarf around his
Because
head.
anyway, I need to wear a mask. So.
Do you?
Yeah, in the operation room.
Oh, in the operation room. Or just in hospitals in general?
Well, now it's optional, but definitely operation room. Everything, the head thing. You know, like I was fully covered,
yeah,
everything.
That's right. That makes sense considering my
God.
guts are out and open displayed.
Do you have like a content like plan for it? I was thinking about that. Like, do you know what your TikTok is gonna be after you have the baby?
No, it's so funny. I should. And before I kind of did, right? You're kind of like, no, you had to think like, no. What we did last time is just kind of like we just filmed because like we just ended up using clips. Like it is kind of hard to like. It is crazy. I guess they're planned C-sections or planned whatever. When people are in like the hospital room and they're doing TikToks like waiting for the baby. Iconic. I wish that would happen. Because we have a scheduled C-section, but I don't think I'm going to make it to that date. Because it's like the fact that I might have to go into labor is like, that scares me because the contractions are literally like, I literally thought I was going to die. Like I was screaming at everybody. Like it feels, the amount of pressure on the butthole, it feels like the baby's going to come through your butthole. Like that's what it feels like. It's so, and the contractions are crazy. So until you get that epidural, which I don't even remember because I was in so much pain. Everyone says, oh, the epidural hurts so bad. Don't even remember a giant needle going in my back. I was just like in so much pain. I didn't even know what was happening. Screaming, crying, all of that. So yeah, I don't have a content plan, but I guess we did, I guess the day after we did the one, my pinned one where it's like, I'm just like you, you're just like me. And looking back, like Malibu at 1 day old, where that baby's just like trying to like see, and I'm like doing this TikTok, but I was so on drugs still, like coming down from fentanyl, literally from my C-section, that you're just like, oh my God, I don't know. I guess even me talking to her, I'm just like, maybe. Like, I don't know. I was so out of it.
No, but that was so cute because, you know, Malibu was like, she had that little, like, really gentle cry. And then Trisha started talking and she stopped crying. And they were just, you know, they were feeling their faces against each other.
Yeah, it's cute.
No, it was great. I mean, you definitely should. It has nothing to do with the filming. That was the moment, and that moment.
No, for sure. I guess it's just like I was so out of it because I was still like, and for good. I hope telling Moses, I hope I'm still as out of it before because I really, you know, you're getting cut open. All this trauma's happening, so you kind of don't know. It's all like a blur for sure. But yeah, we didn't. I only filmed that one TikTok because it's like I was so out of it. I was sleeping. I was like, I don't know. But thank God you had like the video. Like you must have been filming the video because I don't even remember being like film this, you know, except for that one TikTok I did. Because I was thinking like if I don't get one TikTok when I gave birth, because everyone has so many. Yeah. And then now we're prepared, and because the podcast is like our main thing now, it's like, okay, at least even if we miss like Hot Topics, right? I go into like labor Sunday or night or something like that. If we miss Hot Topics, like at least we could put up like an episode, a guest episode, or miss 1 week or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel prepared now because we have so many interviews. There's 3 more we really got to do, and I really need to do them. So I hope we make it that far, or at least through the Met Gala Hot Topics. You know, I feel like
I think that's a big one.
Yeah, in my heart, I feel like we'll make it through there. I think she'll come on 5/5 or 5/8 or 5/14 or 5/18. Those are my 4 guesses. So I don't know. We're not scheduled to like the 20th or something, or like the 24th, like somewhere in the 20s. But I'm pretty sure she's coming. I'm hoping till May at least. I could think like literally now, like this week of the last week of April, because I feel it. Wow. It feels just insane. Like I don't even know how to describe it. Like it feels insane. Like I literally, after we do this, I just like go into bed. Like really. I mean, I've been preparing for guests now, but right after that, I'm like, I have to go to bed. Like
no, she's been working so hard, nonstop, every day.
Because they're all back to
back.
And this is
like,
back to back.
This literally is going to be your maybe last week or 2 weeks. So,
but I also,
you know, all I'm saying is like, some people think, you know, pregnant women don't work. Like she's going to work until the last day that she gives birth.
Yeah. And then we have like 2 maternity shoots scheduled. I have another one that wants to do like a cover of a magazine before Mother's Day. I was like, oh my gosh. And I want to do it all. So I'm really trying to squeeze it in, but I'm like, oh, okay, hopefully
this close.
I know it's good. And we haven't even like, I'm like, we have to install the car seat because we got a new infant car seat. So we have to install that and like build Malibu. We have a toddler bed for her. So we're like trying to build like, there's just like a lot of stuff we still have to do. And it's just like, okay, I don't know when it's going to happen. I mean, it happens when it happens, but yeah. And you're right. I do work a lot, but I do feel so, oh my gosh, for again, those women who are like on their feet, like servers, cashier, people who are like 9 months pregnant, like they really like deserve like all the tips, all the things. It's like, that's crazy because you're actually like physically on your feet. There's no way I could be physically on my feet for 8 hours. Like that's insane. Like sitting for 3 hours, I'm like, oh, okay, that was a lot. But yeah, the people who work, I don't know, they really just should have like pre-maternity leave for like a month before you give birth, because you really should like rest before you have like this traumatic birth experience. So I'm hoping make it through next week, and then yeah, hopefully we get those hot topics for the Met Gala, and then you know, just rest. But I haven't had one day where we rested, but every day's been like an interview since Thursday, and we're on Saturday. So And we have really good guests, and they're all amazing, and they're all really good. And I'm just like, oh, man. I was trying to squeeze more in May, and I'm like, I just need to chill. But
because then also there's gonna be like 2 months where you're still pregnant in the video. So
yeah, that's a good point too. Because I was like, oh, I'm gonna just stack up like 20, and then it's like August, and I'm still pregnant, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'll be able to like sit up. I need to sit up. I can't just be in bed the entire time. I'll have to sit up at some point. So yeah, it'll be good. I think it's like through Father's Day we kind of have them like planned, and so I think that'll be a good time. And I know I'll like want to get back. That's why I'm like in my mind like hot topics. I'm like I want to do like an hour because the truth is newborns do sleep so much, and it's like getting an hour of podcasting in will like feel good because the rest of the time then we're off. We're so lucky like we can just literally be off and whatever. But
and just come downstairs too. It's not like you have to leave the house. You know?
Yeah, like driving to work, all that stuff. Oh my god, that would be crazy. So I'd be so anxious to talk about it. Like I know I'm like that person. I think I posted like the next day when I like gave birth. I was like I want to post the vlog because I just know I want to talk about it and stuff. So yeah, and it feels like a check-in. And I also feel like just like leaving for so long. I don't know. It feels like so weird. I don't know.
It's so funny because other podcasts are just like so willy-nilly sometimes.
Yeah.
And like
just post like whenever.
We're so serious. We're like every
Monday,
Tuesday, every third. Even if it's like a little late, like when Patreon's a little late, I'm like, oh my god. Like I was so stressed. But it's like we're so serious.
I was too. I was like, where's the Patreon?
No, because our audience should know they are our first priority.
Yeah.
Everything we do, our life, our work is all for those moments where we put those shows on time, on schedule for them.
I love it. And I love this podcast. I love it. I love that people are like interested. I don't know. I just like love it. It's just like such a great job and a perfect job. And like, yeah. I will take time though. I will take time. Like one day a week for an hour is like, I can do that. It's not like whatever, but, we will take time to be with the baby, of course. I know so many people, someone else was telling me the other day, they're like, you need to take at least 6 weeks. I'm like, my job is just so different than everyone else's. You know what I mean? I don't have to like leave the baby. Like you said, it's like right upstairs. Have the baby and glam with me. These lights might be a little too bright for the baby, but maybe one day. We thought about Malibu Talks. Maybe one day she can come on and say hi. But
that'd be cute.
Very Chaz Bono. On Sunny and Cher, he would be on when he was like 3 years old.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and they would come out in matching outfits. Cher would bring
cute.
him out. It was really cute. So yeah, that'd be me. Chaz is a good name. I like that. Chaz.
Oh, on Patreon, we had to get into Nara Smith's, all the names she didn't use for her baby. Oh my god, because she has some cute names and everyone was hating, but we'll save that for
I love Whimsy Lou. I think that's really
Me
cute.
Too. Everyone was hating on Whimsy and all her other like baby name ideas that she didn't use. I was like,
oh, I want to hear them.
She
I
had
haven't
some
heard
bangers.
them.
Yeah, we'll get into it on the extended.
I like Honey Rumble. I think her son is Honey Rumble or something. I like her. I like those names.
I like the name she comes up with.
People are just like those people who don't like cute names, unique names. They're just like there's no one naming their kids like Jessica or John. Yeah. I'm sorry to all the Johns and Jessica, but I'm like, in what world? Are we naming
also,
our kids that way?
They're always like they're kind of exposing themselves. They're like, oh, kids will bully them. I'm like, no, you're the person that would be bullied.
Bully them.
Like, no, why would you bully somebody for their name unless that's you? You're the person that would do that.
Yeah, people are hating on baby names. Even John Jessica. I apologize, John Jessica, because if you're hating on a baby name, it's just like. What is your problem? Like, it's a baby. It's like, chill. It's not your baby. Like, anyways. So, and we love the girls. Someone who's not a feminist or not a girls girl, Carol Baum. Do you know the name?
Which one? Is this the lady that attacked Sydney Sweeney?
Yes. Oh my God.
I had that up right now in my hot topic.
Oh my
literally.
God.
Same transition.
Producer. Yeah, I was just like, she quote says, Sydney Sweeney, quote, is not pretty and, quote, can't act. I was like, what a weird thing to say. That was like, of all things, I was like, definitely pretty. Like, that's definitely undeniable that this person's pretty. And definitely can act because she's in every single freaking movie and TV show in the world. Like, what a weird thing to say. Of all the critiques you could give her.
I know. I feel like this is also kind of me projecting a little bit, but I feel like it's one of those things where it's like you're almost bitter about a girl's success, you know what I mean? Because Sydney kind of blew up very, very quickly after Euphoria season 2, because that was kind of like her character season. Like it all kind of revolved around like her, and she took it and ran with it, and she's had like a lot of success afterwards.
White Lotus and just so many things, yeah.
And she's kind of just been everywhere. And Sydney also is like just kind of like that. She encapsulates like femininity with like the blonde hair and like the boobs and like just like her demeanor. So I feel like it's easy for girls the Ungirl girls to like want to come for her. But like, why? What's the point?
And this lady's also very old. Like she's producing movies from like the 80s. Because I had to like look it up. I was like, what a weird thing. Because when you're like that's like the worst look for like an old lady, and not to be like ageist or whatever like that, but me included. It's like I could never like come for someone like Alex Earl or like Sydney Sweeney, because it's like you just look bitter that you're not like young and beautiful anymore. You know what I mean? It's like it's because you're attacking the looks. It's one thing to be like, I don't get it. It's not for me. It's not my audience. But to be like, she's not pretty and can't act. Like that sounds like something like a 20-year-old would say that's like jealous of her. Yeah. It's like so weird.
And the context too is she was teaching a class.
Yes, teaching a class.
Which is even worse.
Yeah, because I think they were trying to defend her by saying the context. Well, the only reason she brought it up was because everyone was talking about Anyone But You, and so we watched it, and I didn't get. It's like, yeah, that was like the highest grossing like romantic comedy like ever in like 15 years. So it was a weird defense. It was a weird thing, and like you're teaching a class, and that's what you're teaching. Like you're not like critiquing the acting or the writing, because it's not even the acting. It's like it would be the writer's fault or something if the script was bad or so. It's just like so odd and so weird.
Yeah, and then Sydney's team, which I'm really glad, because like I feel like the thing would be to let it go, but Sydney's team like issued a response.
We're gonna give a comment,
and it was, quote, "How sad that a woman in the position to share her expertise and experience chooses instead to attack another woman. If that's what she's learned in her decades in the industry and feels is appropriate to teach her students, that's shameful. To unjustly disparage a fellow female producer speaks volumes about Miss Baum's character." That's tea. Clock that tea, honey.
Yes, Mama Spill. Thank you for spilling. That is so kudos for spilling. That is the tea. That's the tea, because it's just like you said, she's been around for so long. She's produced. She's successful. Like, what? So weird. Such a weird thing to say.
Yeah, and that's also like Courtney Love kind of also came for every like female singer. It was like Taylor's uninteresting, Beyonce, also like good music, but like missed the mark with Cowboy Carter. Lana Del Rey needs to evolve. She's so boring. I'm like, Jesus, like why?
I guess I'm just playing devil's advocate for the older women. They're just trying to keep relevant. You know what I mean?
Just by like throwing someone under the bus, I guess.
Because when's the last time you heard about Courtney Love, right? And now everyone's talking about her, and that's what I'm saying. Kind of like almost at some point you might as well be hated to get talked about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're losing that relevancy game.
It's just not worth it, really, though, because like, it doesn't really get you far. It gets you like short term talked about, but like long term, what does it actually
Maybe
do?
they're promoting something like a song or a book.
Maybe.
That's when you gotta start talking the shit, you know what I mean? I was thinking about that with my book. I'm like, all right, I'll start spilling tea again when it's like when it's time to promote the book. I don't know. It's kind of weird. And it is like seems unwarranted on like so many women. Like you said, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and Lana.
Yeah.
Just come for everybody that's out right now.
There's a lot of like artists and creative people that their whole mission is to define what is good art and dismiss everyone else. So it happens a lot in the art world. People just walk around like, that's not good. That's not good. Like, so they're just very critical, and they try to make themselves feel good by downplaying other genres or other people.
That's true.
Because like Courtney Love, that's the vibes I get. It's just like everything is bad and it's pop and it's not good.
Which is so wild, Courtney Love. Like, I don't really know anything about her, but I'm also like, why?
I know she hated Madonna.
Oh, didn't Madonna hate her? Didn't they do an interview in like 95 where she was like drunk?
It was like TRL. It was something MTV, like New Year's maybe. And like Madonna was like at the like up
on the
top,
roof, with Kurt Loder.
And then like Courtney Love was like at the downstairs like heckling her,
and she like threw a shoe at her or something. But did she come up at some point? I think too. Right? And she was like drunk, and they're like, "Get her out of here."
That was wild. I don't know about Miss Love, but
she probably went through some too.
Yeah,
but also again, not the look. People do.
It's very like Renee Rapp though. Like now I get, when Renee's Rapp's like all these millennial women coming after me. I'm like,
get that, but no one was calling her ugly. No one was being like Renee Rapp's ugly and can't sing.
Or maybe they were like behind the scenes.
I guess, no, for sure. Someone's like an old lady's like attacking your looks. Like that's just like bitterness, jealousy.
Yeah.
There's literally no other reason, because like you just don't do that anyways. But then to do it when you're old and and you're critiquing someone, and you're also an intellectual and educational person, like that's so weird.
Yeah. I think it is like definitely an insecurity thing too. Even like to relate it to myself, I guess, because I'm like trying to like see the other perspective. It's like okay, like sometimes when someone brings up like a hot, like cool gay guy, like my innate thing is like, oh, like they're not that cool. They're not that interesting. They're not that funny. But then I'm like, oh, I'm just being like insecure.
Hater.
Yeah.
Totally. I get it. I get it for sure. That's how I always felt with like fat girls like Rebel Wilson and Melissa McCarthy. I was always like, they're not funny. They're like not funny at all. And then I would see so much Melissa McCarthy hate about how she's like rude on the red carpet. I'd be like, yeah. I think Gabbi Hanna had a story about her being rude on the red carpet. And I was
really?
like, yeah. It all comes back to Gabbi Hanna at the end of the day. She's also lived 1,000 lives. So I was like, okay.
It's just
Yeah. But I mean, it just happens. Yeah, I never want to be that person. But that's why I just like really even more consciously now like really try not to hate on women if it's not necessary. Like if it's really just not necessary, because otherwise it just looks bitter.
Yeah.
Unless they're like doing something like, again, like problematic or crazy or.
Yeah, I think just like, and then it's another thing too. Like people, sometimes I get that criticism where it's like, oh, like Oscar would just support like any woman. It's like, no, someone's like just being
Awful.
shitty.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if they're a woman. I'm like, okay, clock the T. But
Yeah.
you know, if they're, I think if you can like actually see beyond like what is like being put out there, you know, like the Rachel Zegler of it all, where it's just like,
Yeah.
you actually see her and she's like, that means well, she just like can be a little annoying, I guess.
Right,
But that doesn't
yeah.
mean it doesn't justify
Yeah,
like actual.
a lot of women just get hate for being annoying, and like that is annoying.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, just like let them be annoying. But then we have like Logan Paul, who's also getting sued right now. Did you know this?
Oh, he's getting sued? No,
Yeah,
I'm
did
like,
you hear
I was
about
just-
it?
No, I just saw the baby news. He's having a baby. I didn't know he was getting sued.
Yes, congratulations.
Shut up.
That was everything. I was like, that's exciting.
He's getting sued by the baby.
What?
fetus?
No,
Took a
he's-
pro bono.
no, that's not real. He's being sued. Well, technically, Prime Hydration's being sued, which is his company, being sued for having PFOS, forever chemicals in it. And not only do they have forever chemicals, I guess it's been tested by the attorney suing that it was found to have 3 times the amount of PFOS, the amount you should have in any lifetime. So 3 times the amount you should ever have in your
one
lifetime
drink?
in one drink. So I guess there's ways to like filter it out in water, because it's like can be common sometimes in some bottled waters.
Does that stand for phosphate?
It's like phosphate uronic acid. Like it's I looked it up because I was like, wait, why? I need to know what this is. And
Scientists,
it's like phosphorol. Do you know what it is? It's
No,
so
okay,
long.
but that's still allegedly, right? Because that's
I think it
they're
was
alleging it.
I think
No,
it was
but-
confirmed. They tested it. I think the lawyer got it tested by scientists, that it was tested that it is. And it's not like it's been in bottled water before. I don't even think it's like necessarily banned, but it had like 3 times the amount. And the person suing, I think, got like leukemia or something. That's alleged after, like it causes cancer, and this person got like cancer from it or something like that. But I think they actually did test it, and it did have 3 times the amount you should ever have in your lifetime. I saw a lawyer talking about it today.
Funny because you remember when the drinks came out, I bought a couple of different ones to test them, and I drank one. I think it was like a blue bottle, and after a few sips, I immediately got a headache, and I never tried it again because I was just like,
Oh, that's so
the
interesting.
way it affected me was so severe that I was just like, I'm not even trying ever again any of those.
Yeah, I remember. And my mom too, she like loves like every energy drink, and she cannot do the Prime. What's it? It's really long. What's PFOS?
It contains per and polyfluoroalkyl substances, synthetic chemicals known to have negative health impacts. And then it lists independent third-party testing determined the presence of PFAS chemicals, including significant levels of oh my God.
Yeah.
It lists a lot of chemicals. Plurfluoro something. A lot of plurfluorals.
It's so long.
Butanophilonic acid.
Yeah.
Perfluoroendicanoic acids.
It's crazy. It was like because I had to look it up too. I was just like, I knew it sounded bad, but I was like, wait, what are they? What are forever chemicals? What are these things?
The exposure to PFAS can lead to reproductive harm, developmental delays in children, increased cancer risk, reduced immune system response, interference with body's hormones, higher cholesterol levels, and obesity risks.
So yeah, I guess it's like maybe it's not
These are all
completely.
claims still, though, but just to clarify, 'cause
Right.
it still says claims, so alleged claims in their third party studies. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not. But how is that if it's been studied?
I don't think it can be until the lawsuit like fully happens and there's like a settle, like something is declared or whatever. It's all still like a claims alleged.
Because
Because
usually you will have a third party that's not part of any of them
Right.
testing it. So right now, let's say I make a test, but I can also fake the test or pay off
okay,
somebody. So there has to be a process.
but I guess it's not like completely banned. This PFOS, right? Like I mean, it's in some bottled water. It's not completely FDA banned. They just had like 3 times the amount, allegedly, supposedly, that you could ever have in your lifetime in it. So I guess these people someone got cancer or leukemia allegedly from it.
They've been working on this lawsuit for a while.
Oh, it has. I just saw it
And they're
today.
trying to get kind of a class action lawsuit, but Yeah, it seems like they started in August 2023
Oh, wow.
doing all those studies. And
I just think, is it an energy drink? Is that what it's considered?
It's not really. It's like a recovery drink or like a hydration thing, right?
Oh, like a Gatorade?
I think it's more like that. Yeah, it's not. Doesn't like give you energy. I think it just like rehydrates.
Oh, even weirder that would be in there. Because I just think, like, general rule of thumb, don't drink energy drinks. You know what I mean?
It's like antioxidants, electrolytes, vitamins, and then PFAS, allegedly.
PFAS, allegedly.
Is what this says, yeah.
Have you tried it?
I've had Prime when Joey did a video on it. Like
testing like YouTube. What do you think of it?
I mean, it just tasted kind of like a Gatorade. I remember when they released like a new flavor, like people were going crazy trying to get it. It was a whole debacle.
It's huge, I remember.
I still see like Prime trucks driving around
everywhere
all the time. Like, damn, they really must be shipping these things.
Target and Ralph's huge.
Walmart,
like there's so many.
So you think there's probably, I'm just like, there's no way they could have all this stuff in it. I mean, they probably have, it's $1 billion company, right? So like they must have like scientists and all these people like checking these things. Like, it just seems so odd to me that a big company like that would let something like this happen, where it's like 3 times the amount you should have in your lifetime. Like, it's kind of crazy. It seems kind of weird. So maybe it's like, maybe it's not going anywhere. Maybe it's not blowing up. I just kept seeing it. I saw it on my TikTok, this lawyer talking about it, and I was like, oh my God, that's kind of crazy. But no one's talking about it, so maybe it's not a real thing. I guess you could sue anyone for anything.
I think they're still building the case, so they're trying to get traction and enough
like,
people.
How has like Red Bull and stuff not been sued in Monster? Because you always hear like deaths related to that, right? Like someone who drank a bunch of Red Bull and they have like a heart attack or something like that. I guess, like, how can you sue a company? Like, how do you know it's a direct relation, like a direct correlation from you drinking their product?
I think kind of like what they're doing, like these tests to see like what chemicals are in it, I guess.
But what if this person's drinking Monster and Red Bull? You know, what if they're drinking other stuff?
I think that's why they have to do like test the thing directly, you know?
Because legally there's certain chemicals that you're allowed to use and certain combinations that you're allowed to use. And as long as you don't, break any law, it doesn't mean it's good for you. I mean, most of the processed food people eat, somebody showed like, fast food has 250 ingredients in like just having a burger. So those ingredients individually are allowed, but then how much of each one and what combinations?
That's what I'm saying. McDonald's could, allegedly can't cause you cancer. Like who's to say what caused it?
Right, but they don't force you to eat it. So you buy it, like you have a part in that. Like how many Red Bulls do you drink, right?
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. How can someone sue Prime because they're not forcing you to drink it? Like,
because I think there's regulations. So like if they like have 3 times the amount that's like allowed, then it's like, oh, they actually broke the law. You know what I mean? So I think that's why there's all these tests. Because, like what Moses was saying, it's like you're allowed like a certain amount of each product where it's technically like safe enough, but then when you are putting more, then...
It's like that Panera drink where that girl died, but they still serve it. Like they still sell it, but like behind the counter.
And you can even buy like a gallon of it on like if you went to like Panera's website to like order for catering or something, you can buy it by the gallon.
That's
this is crazy.
So terrifying. Like I know people who like just try it now just to try it for like a challenge on TikTok, and I was like, I wouldn't even want a sip of that. I feel like I would like die. Like that sounds so scary. Did they sue or like? Because why was that a news story? Remember that girl like passed away, but like did they sue Panera?
I don't know. I don't think so because they still have it. I feel like if they were getting sued, they would have to take it off. Right?
They probably should just take it off anyway. Is that correlation? If they're like it has, what did they say? Like the amount of like 4 Red Bulls or something in that. That's crazy. Just stay away from those drinks. Those drinks scare me so much. My mom was like obsessed with energy drinks, and I'm like, please, like I know like I eat bad and all this stuff like that, but it's like this is just one thing that you like don't need. Like these like chemicals. It's just like so scary. Like Diet Coke, okay, it's like bad, but whatever. But like these other ones just like scare me. When I drink Red Bull, my heart like seriously like flutters. Like I had to stop drinking it. Like it really was like. So I haven't drank it in a while, and it's legal, obviously, but I'm just like, oh, I just was not feeling good. I get worried for people who drink it. So maybe just in general, hydrate with Gatorade. We never hear any issues with that.
Just water.
Just water. That's
I know.
Drink water.
That's the tea right there. When I drink only water during my pregnancy, I feel so good. I look so good. My skin's clear. I'm like, I'm gonna just keep drinking water only after this. I mean, if I go to like, Wendy's, I'll get a cute Sprite or something like that. But if most of the time I just drink water, it's really the way to go.
Yeah, I need to get better about not drinking as much energy drinks.
You drink energy drinks?
All the time, yeah.
Wait, really? Do we know this? You laughed. You giggled. Did you know? I don't know.
Yeah. I think Oscar is the kind of person that pushes himself to the limit and then has to recharge quickly.
Oh, I didn't know you drink energy drinks.
Push again to the limit, recharge
quickly.
Oh,
no. Be careful.
I had 2 today. I can bring it, I won't say.
Not sponsored.
Like everyone else.
I don't know if I would take a sponsorship for energy drink. We have a drink sponsorship coming up, and I'm really excited about because we actually love it. Not an energy drink. I don't know if I actually would take a brand deal for an energy drink because I'm so like against them. I don't know why. Like I'm just so they scare me so much because you hear so many like heart related problems from people who drink it, like young kids. I don't know.
But again, it's really comes down to the person and how much they drink. Let's say now we're having a road trip and we have to, I don't know, drive at night, cross country, and I'm tired. That's the time to have an energy drink. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be wired, I'll feel horrible, but I'll be able to do it. But I won't drink 5 a day.
Why don't you
That's
just...
the way the difference is.
You could just smoke crack. It's like the same thing.
No, but that's the regulation part.
You might as well. It's like if you're just like, whatever, I got to stay
We
up.
don't want to get arrested.
Do a bump or something.
Do not, no.
Not advocating for that either. I don't know. It's kind of wild. I know. It's like so weird because I know my family likes them too, and I always like make such a complaint about it, and they get so annoyed with me, and I'm just like, I guess
Who's
I get
the one
it.
that says time and place?
Time and place. And you did it at my birthday dinner.
Tati Westbrook.
Oh, shout out Tati.
The right time and place. You can have one energy
I
drink.
love that you know that. Time and
Say it
place.
every week. There's a lot of things I know against my will.
Just because Oscar Note says it.
I
She's
love
on
that
TikTok
quote.
Live right now.
I saw that she was doing that, and she got a lot of viewers. I think.
Yeah.
In her first, or I saw her. She was celebrating. Like, what was it? Was it not 1 million? Was it 1 million?
1 million what? Subscribers?
Maybe she got 1 million followers while she was on TikTok Live or something.
Usually it's
A lot.
likes. The high number is usually the like.
Yeah, I think it was that.
She should battle Jeffree Star.
Could you imagine?
That TikTok Live would be popping that battle.
That would be kind of historic. I'd be scared, but it would give us something to talk about. So do it. Actually,
Yes, I would live for it. I live for it so much.
I mean, it's like the 4 or 5 year anniversary of
Oh yeah.
Bye Sister.
Is
so-
it right? Do you know hers? I remember James Charles came out with one May 10th. I only remember because that's the first time I went to like therapy after my breakdown, and I went to Shane's house, and he was like obsessed with the. Or was it the Tati one? There was something that happened May 10th. It might have been Tati because he was like freaking out. I remember I went to Shane's house because I was like just came back from like a drug overdose, and he was just like Tati and James, and he was like freaking out, and I was just like, what's even happening? It was the one where he made the video like, oh my god, she's a liar, you guys,
Yes.
like that one. It was that.
I remember seeing that live. Like I watched it. happen.
Really?
It was so crazy.
And that was before I met you. Yeah.
I think that was the one where she teamed up with James Charles and then like flipped it back around. I think the first one was like, it was like Shane, Jeffrey, Tati versus James, and that was like April because that was right after Coachella.
Okay, right.
And then, wow, that was a fast turnaround. Oh my God.
That was so
in
fast.
1 month, it was
Yeah.
like, oh my God. Okay. So yeah. So then at first it was like Coachella, the hair gummies, and then it was Tati, Jeffrey, Shane versus James. Like you did it at my birthday party, and then James apologizes. James like was in Australia crying or something afterwards.
Is this the one where he comes back with receipts? Is the apology?
No, at first it was like very like Laura Lee, like the sweatpants, like immediate. I think he was wearing
Apology.
glasses, yeah. And then I think he took that one down, and then he came back with receipts, and like made like shut down all these claims from like Tati. Everyone was like, okay, yeah, go James. And then I think Tati touched base with James, and then
they turned.
Yes.
And she's
then-
like, I was manipulated by Shane Dawson.
Yes, and she said James is going to be in this video with me, but I was like, no, I have to do this alone. And then that's when Shane was like on Instagram Live or
Yeah,
Snapchat.
she's
like,
lying.
Oh my god, she's lying. Oh my god.
That was really good.
That was the whole thing.
And Ryland's like, maybe get off live. You hear him in the back, like, turn off the live.
T.
You're like watching TV, going live,
Yeah.
breaking down.
No, he was
was crazy.
stressing. And yeah, it was, I think that was May 10th because that was when I was also going through my thing, but he had Andrew filming him watching this all like happen and stuff. And I was just like,
And
oh,
then he was, I think, was he supposed to release something like, right? Because like you said, he was filming it. So I think he was supposed to come back and like.
right. And I want to say like they just were trying to like let it go, or he was trying to let it go or something.
I think, yeah, there was
Because it just never
like,
came out. Because they were filming, I remember, like Andrew was over there.
Yeah.
It was like this whole thing. Yeah. I don't know. But that was the year the conspiracy palette was coming out. So
Was it Did
It was
had
before.
already came out?
No.
Or, oh, really?
Conspiracy came out November 1st. I remember this of 2019.
Oh, right, because it was around like Black Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like right after Halloween. I know it was the day I got fake married in Vegas. So it was like November 1st of 2019. This was May 2019.
Yes.
2019 was wild. It was a wild
my
year.
God.
Yeah. So it was before conspiracy. So they probably were freaking out because like if they got canceled, Jeffree and Shane right before the conspiracy, which it obviously didn't matter. They made like so much money
much
off there,
money.
but maybe it helped. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes these polarizing things helped it, right? Because the Shane stands were like, we got your back, you know.
I need to go back and like, actually like look at the timeline.
We talked about doing that for Patreon. Like, let's get the
we
timeline.
need to really like get it figured out because I'm forgetting so much stuff. Like,
Yeah.
because in between, how did like Tati, James, like everyone kind of ended up kind of on top technically, right? I feel like Tati was still doing well, James was still doing well, and then Shane and Jeffree were still like really successful with like conspiracy.
Well, Tati definitely dropped off somewhere.
But that was post
Later.
like, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Sometimes that drama, the controversy kind of helps everything. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because I don't understand how it all happened. Because I remember still like when conspiracy came out, I remember trying to going to Morphe like trying to buy the stuff, like waiting in line, but then everything
really?
sold out. Yeah.
Wow.
I was like,
They crashed Shopify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane was
Actually,
freaking out then.
nobody-
He's like,
yeah.
oh my God, the website's not working. Like,
what the hell was going on?
But it would be funny to watch those videos.
oh
now.
my God, yeah.
Like watch them back, all of those videos. It's kind of insane.
It is, yeah, because like it just unlocks a memory because like we all remember it, but it just is
Yeah.
like, wait, what?
I have these weird like flashes, like where I was, you know.
I
and
think
was, like,
Shane was like crying that Shopify was down. I remember he was like, I don't know what to do. I'm so sorry, you guys. Like he was like so upset about it, and I was like,
what a crazy time.
it was a crazy time. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see it all now, like you said.
Yeah, because it's so weird because all that happened, and I remember like I was such like I was a shill because I was so easy to market towards.
What's a shill?
Like I would just buy whatever because I was still like invested
right.
that anything anyone
Easily
released
influenced.
it. Yeah,
Easily
like I was
influenced.
buying all the Jaclyn Hill. I didn't even wear like eyeshadow, but I was like, oh, gotta buy the Jaclyn
I was
Hill.
too, buying all the palettes and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm like, what the hell was I doing that for? And it was like whoever was the last one to speak, I was like, oh, you're right. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. You're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you didn't speak, it looks sus.
What the hell was going on?
It is crazy to think about that time. It's just so unserious, all of it, really.
Yeah.
It's like not that big of a deal, but
We also brought down an entire industry. Like the
Yeah,
beauty
industry.
Like that was everything was fine. Like people were just talking about it, showing their stuff. And then everyone was just like, I don't want to ever see you guys again.
that's
ever.
true. The beauty community on YouTube definitely just crashed after that. I did see, I think it was Raw Beauty Christina. I just saw her on TikTok literally yesterday. And someone's like, I missed the 2016 makeup gurus. And she's like, do you? Because we're still here. Yeah, did you see that one?
No,
yeah.
I know they say that a lot. They're like, yeah, I mean, we're
Like,
still doing the
we're
same.
still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never lived for the beauty community. I didn't really care, but I used to buy the stuff too. Like they definitely bought like Jaclyn products and stuff like
Yeah.
that. She's moving to California. Did you see that?
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They bought a house out here and her whole family's in Tampa and it's like kind of wild. And they're like, we're moving out. And she was like so close to her family. And I was like, oh, that's so random.
Maybe she needs a fresh start, though, 'cause she's been in Florida for a minute.
She said she was like depressed and drank a lot in that house and she needed to move.
Yeah.
And she's friends with Taylor and Taylor Lautner and they convinced her to move out here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow, random friendship, but okay.
Yeah,
work.
she's like, you know, I saw Taylor and Taylor Lautner are friends, and we were just like, let's move out. And she said she's moving an hour away. I'm like, oh, is she coming out here?
It does sound very that.
I was like, oh. Everyone sees like this, like I live, like where I live, I feel is just like a fairy tale. And I'm like, I hope not a lot of people live out here, though. I don't want it to become an influencer thing, but a lot of influencers do live out here. But yeah, she's moving out. I was like, oh my God, so crazy, so random.
This is also very, very random, but I guess it's related because of what we're talking about. But I also randomly saw like a Peter Mom video, and I was like, he put Joey in the thumbnail, so that's why I was like, what's going
Wow.
on with Joey? I was like, how could he possibly be in drama? I didn't get that far enough in it.
What?
Cause into
You
the
stopped
Joey
watching?
section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the first, because it was long, and the first half was like he was talking about James Charles and how like, I guess allegedly like James Charles was gonna do the whole like documentary about like making his palette first, and then like Shane and Jeffree kind of stole it from him.
Well, why couldn't he do it too? I mean, you can make a documentary on your palette too.
I guess. I think they convinced James not to do it allegedly. And then Shane and Jeffree ended up doing that same like idea. And then allegedly too, like all the beauty gurus were gonna sit down with like Peter and then Here for the Tea. Do you remember her?
There's so many of
Sam.
those.
She she passed
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Yeah. But I guess they were supposed to do like a big sit down where it was like
Oh.
they like confront each other. And I was like, that would have been insane.
I think there was something on E they were supposed to do that too. I think Patrick Starr was like involved. There was supposed to be like a beauty community. I think Manny MUA was on it. Like it was supposed to be like drama. I don't know if it ever filmed or just never aired or what.
Oh, how weird. Like
That's
the
interesting.
alternate timeline where that happened.
So what was the Joey part of the drama?
I didn't get that far.
my
You know what?
Why would you click on a video looking for the Joey drama? We need to know Joey
Because I
versus
was on the
drama.
elliptical and then I was just done. So I'm like, okay, let me pack
Well, you
it
know,
up.
if he's in the thumbnail, he's the last thing. in the
Yeah,
video.
that's us. I mean, that's kind of everything that he put Joey in the thumbnail. Kudos.
I know. Now I need to go back and watch it. There were also now I get the time code thing. Now we have them obviously, but like because there was no time codes for when the Joey section was, so I'm like, okay, let me just sit through this video. But then I never got to the Joey section.
No timestamps?
No.
Oh my God, do better. We need the timestamps. It's so crazy to me that I have a podcast now where I just talk way too much and say like this like most outlandish things that like I'm never in the thumbnails of the drama channels anymore. But like when I was doing absolutely nothing, getting 20,000 views, I was like every single day like Trisha does this. Oh my God, her baby. What was the one with the baby? Oh, when my baby was with there was like a microphone when she was 1 month old. Oh my God, she has her sitting up, and I'm just like now that I actually say like crazy stuff, like they're like, oh, we don't. I just think because it's like I'm popping again, so they're like, we don't want to give her more. I think back then they were just trying to like really just like kick me off the internet or like bury me or something, and now I never see my picture ever in those.
That's
Yeah.
Unless it's like really slow and then they like someone needs something, then I guess we're kind of in it. But
Maybe like Spill Stash, but I think that's like a compliment because Spill Stash is popping. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
when she
yeah.
like puts it, I like, okay, I love that. She knows what's up. But I think the other ones, the little more petty ones that never liked me, like, we're not going to give Trisha any attention anymore. And I kind of live for that though. It's kind of like, oh, thank God. Even though like they don't, like, whatever. Shout out to all of them. Love them, all of them. I think Adam and I are cool now. I always try to be cool with Adam now. For no reason. I mean, he's not like attacking me or anything, but you know, we had trauma bonded.
I think everyone's pretty
Mellow.
nice. Yeah, because I think Peter used to be anti, but now Peter kind of turned around a little bit. I think I don't know. I don't really.
I think it's not. I think he's just like one of those ones that's like, I'm over Trish, which is fine.
Yeah.
Did you see XQC is invited to the Met Gala?
Are you serious?
Yes, he's on the list.
Wait,
Confirmed.
you're kidding.
No. It was on Dixerdo, your site that you love.
Really?
Yeah. That he's going to the Met Gala. I couldn't find the other list of like influencers. I saw Kendall was the only Kardashian invited, but I couldn't find anything else. Any other influencers confirmed?
That is a gag.
Is he in drama? Was he in drama? Or no, he was escaped the drama.
XQC?
Yeah.
I feel like he's always in a little something, but it's like, I don't know. Is it ever that serious? I don't know. He talks about money a lot. I saw he was shocked that someone was making more money than him. I'm like, okay. I don't know.
Who?
Another man I've never heard of before.
Oh, so he's just like rambles? Like he's just like a streamer that just talks? He doesn't...
I think so. I think he plays games, but then he also just kind of like yaps, I think. And sometimes he, you know.
Yapping is the new lore. Everyone's saying yapper now and yaps. I like it. We love a yapper. I would love to be invited. What is it? May...
It's May 5th, I think, this year. May 5th or 6th.
I wonder if any influencers are going. Remember that one year every influencer was going? Like James Charles went and like...
Yeah, Addison Rae usually goes.
But there's some random ones that
if you
went.
go, you'll be giving birth on the steps
That'd be
going
everything.
into
The water breaks. That's very Met Gala.
Yeah.
I love it. Sleeping Beauty just comes out. That'd be everything. I would love to go, but I don't think we're invited. Not this year.
Maybe next year, because maybe the list was done a little too early this year.
Yeah,
or
I
maybe
would
they
love
just
to
knew
know.
you were pregnant, so they're like, okay, we'll wait. Till...
Yes, we're gonna. Are we doing like a special hot topics?
Oh yeah, we have to like do like 2 hot topics.
2 hot
that week.
topics.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
We should get a list about who's like someone fashionable that could.
Oh, for like to
like
help us?
Yeah, like a fashion police moment. Who do we know that's fashionable?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like there has to be fashionistas out there.
Like Gigi Gorgeous. She's
Gigi would be really. She's
fashionable.
probably gonna be there. She's probably
Okay,
gonna be.
you're right. If she's not there,
everywhere.
she'd be everything, though.
She would be really good.
Because we also, the problem with us is like every time we critique like fashion stuff, like Coachella, we're like, oh, it's cute. Or like, oh, they're so skinny. Like, I wish I was skinny.
Oh, I know. Even our patrons are like, stop saying everyone's skinny. Like, you're part of the problem. I literally wrote back to you on that Patreon. I'm like, I'm so sorry. You're absolutely right. Like, I need to stop. That's so weird that I do that. And it is. It's like, that's all I say. It's like, well, they look good. They're skinny. So, no, it's definitely the worst. I'm so sorry. The Coachella fashion is lit. Check it out on our Patreon. Patreon.com/justchurch. We reviewed Coachella outfits.
Did you see this? That Tori Spelling admits she can't poop or pee alone. So she has her 7-year-old son watch her.
She's been saying, this is another one that she must have a book coming out because she's been saying some outlandish things lately. What? Why is she saying that?
She has her own podcast now. Always the scene of the crime is the podcast.
Let me guess. It's probably something with like Tori as like a pun in there.
You're so close. It's with the
Story.
last name.
Oh, spelling. What is it?
Misspelling.
She always has like the
notorious,
yes,
storytelling.
Right. Yes. You know,
That's a
I'm
good
like,
one.
It was really good. She
one.
slayed, actually.
okay.
Misspelling.
Misspelling.
That's her drag name.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one, actually. Yeah. So she can't poop her alone. She has to. Why? She can't. Or her son can't.
She can't. She hasn't pooped or peed alone in the 18 years that she was married to her ex-husband, Dean McDermott. She said that first it was Dean, and then it was like the 5 kids. So now she says her 7-year-old Beau still stands there and stares and talks to her while she is pooping. And she says, I think I function better with people. She asked, is that codependent? And she said, okay, then cool. And she's just having trouble being happy alone.
That's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. Because, like, why are you saying that, first of all? But also, why are you doing that? That has to be, like, traumatizing. That's going to give that person, like, a complex, like, some sort of pooping complex. Like, first of all, you don't, like...
How old is the kid?
7.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's like if it's a baby and you're, like, watching the baby and they can't go anywhere, but it's like a 7-year-old can be alone on his thing. That's weird.
And
also, it's because she can't be alone. It's not like the kid can't be alone. It's, like, one thing if, like, okay, the kid can't poop without you in there or something, maybe, but
there's some information that couldn't be like waterboarded out of me, and I think that would be it.
Definitely. That's what I'm saying. When you have kids, especially currently, it's like maybe 20 years from now it would be a cute story to tell and no one can take away your child, but it's like right now it's like, why are you doing that to him? And it's a boy too, and it's just yeah, she also said something crazy, like that she has, because she had 5 C-sections, or I don't know how many kids she has, 5 C-sections or something like that, that she has the vagina of like a 13-year-old or something, or a 5-year-old. You gotta get the exact quote, but it definitely was something like
some young girl.
Yeah, and I was just like, why would you say that? Why would you want that? Why would you think about that? Like, it's so disturbing on so many levels. And I actually really used to love Tori Spelling in her show.
Too. And her books and stuff.
Yeah. I always kind of like felt for her, liked her. But I was like, this stuff is so disturbing. And it's like weird. And it goes across as like cute because it's like a mom and she's cute and she's like known. But I just feel like it's a little disturbing.
Yeah.
And maybe should be looked into because it's like, again, something you just don't need to say. Like, I don't know. It's kind of.
It's just off-putting. I'm like,
I hope it's for like attention, you know, like when you have a new podcast or something come out.
Just be so outlandish.
Yeah. Like, let me just get people talking about me.
Yeah.
And once again, it's an aging lady syndrome, as am I. You know what I mean? I think it is when you get to be a little older and maybe you feel like you're losing relevancy or you need money, right? Like, I think Perez is pretty open about just like, I need money, so I'm talking about this stuff or whatever when he talked about Charlie. So it's like, yeah, I guess if you put it that way, but I don't know. Maybe there's just better ways to make money than like airing out your child watching you poop.
Remember when she was trying to sue Benihana or something too?
Why?
I remember something about her like tripping and falling on the hibachi grill.
Stop it.
I swear to God, this was a couple years ago.
And she's gonna sue them? Girl.
She tried. I don't think it like worked out though.
Wait,
it was a while ago.
Maybe she's having like serious money issues and I do feel bad for that.
I think she's been open about having
So poor thing, jeez.
Oh yeah, 2017 is when it was. She sustained deep 2nd and 3rd degree burns after falling on a hibachi grill on Easter 2014.
Was she drinking? Like, how did that even happen?
Oh, she reached a settlement. That's wild.
Dang.
Oh, she had to be like hospitalized and everything. That is so weird. Oh,
but
she slipped and fell. And not thinking, she grabbed onto the side of the hot grill and burned her arm.
Whoa. While they're cooking? I guess they turn it on beforehand, but oh my God. And she settled.
Yeah.
Damn.
That is wild.
Tori, I feel for you. I have sympathy for you for sure. Going through a lot. Your ex-husband sounds like a dubious man, but I mean, that's wild. That's not Benihana's fault. They always tell you it's freaking 500 degrees. Like, don't come near this grill.
I can't imagine, like.
She must have been, like, maybe intoxicated or something.
Maybe,
because
allegedly.
Because it's like, you can't just think to grab a grill.
Yeah. And also, wouldn't you grab. There's like the table, and isn't the hibachi in the middle?
Right, the hibachi's in the middle. Unless she's like going through the middle of the hibachi where the cooks are.
I can't even like, I don't know. I mean, she's settled.
It's also like, I would never sue because I'd be like, oh my God, my dumb ass did this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not their fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't go to Benihana if you're going to feel like you're going to be a little clumsy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Tori, I'm not on her side. God, these people, like, just keep it in the drafts. We don't need it. My whole FYP page is this right now. Did you, as of like last night, actually, I was so tired after our interview. I was like, oh man, I ate and then I was going to go to sleep. But I was like, let me just go on TikTok. And everything was about Watcher. Do you know Watcher?
No.
Have you heard of them?
No.
Okay, so they're like ex-BuzzFeed employees. They did like, they used to do like BuzzFeed, like true crime or something. And then they went to YouTube, I don't know how many years ago, maybe only 4 years. That was the thing. Because I was like, you've only been on YouTube 4 years. They're like, they kind of remind me a little bit of Try Guys meets Good Mythical Morning. It's like a group of guys, kind of like cute, but like maybe 30s, 40s, kind of geeky, whatever. They do like true crime videos, but they also do like eating videos, like trying weird concoctions. They're kind of just like a random YouTube channel. I don't know. I think they have 1 million subscribers, maybe 3 million. I could be wrong. But they really popped off and blew up on YouTube. And yesterday they posted a video that said goodbye YouTube and that they're leaving YouTube to start their own streaming platform where you have to pay $6 a month to just see their videos. You don't see any other creator videos. You just see theirs. And they already have a Patreon paywall. Oh. So they have a Patreon.
I was going to say.
And this, they're doing both, and they're completely leaving YouTube. They're not going to post any more content on YouTube, and the fans were wild. And I didn't know what their fans looked like. You know, I had no idea. I don't know what the Try Guy fans look like. Good Morning. I have no idea. But their fans in particular, they're like 3 guys, I think. I think it's like 3 main guys, Stephen Lim, and I don't know the other ones. But they're mostly like a lot of girlies, a lot of college-age girlies I saw, and they were just like so annoyed because they were just like, I guess Rooster Teeth did this. I was doing a deep dive. I didn't know Rooster Teeth either. Do you remember them?
Kind of.
They did the same thing and flopped, and then they're like, oh my God, you guys were so sorry or whatever. So by the time this comes out, because we're filming like a couple days early, usually we do it the day before, but it's a couple days early. I'm sure they're going to like issue an apology or something like that. But all the fans are like, what the heck? Like, we can't afford $6 a month. It's $6 a month, or you can do $60 for the year. So I guess you're getting like a discount if you subscribe for the year. But people are just so annoyed because they're like, okay, someone was saying Spotify, they subscribe to for less than that, and they get like unlimited artists, unlimited music, and everyone was just so like pissed off because they're like, what the heck? Like, we can't afford that, and why would we just pay for a streaming service just for your videos that you were already giving us for free? And so far, Watcher has not commented about it, but they were just like, peace out, bye YouTube. How many views did they have?
Comments, so they have 2.88 million subscribers. And all the top comments, they're not even monitoring their comments. They're like, did I just get laid off as a Watcher fan?
I saw that.
I can't explain it, but this video feels like when your rich corporate boss gives you a pizza party instead of a raise. I will not pay money to watch a spoiled dude with a Tesla eat expensive food.
Oh, because they were saying everyone can afford it. They're like, $6 a month, everyone can afford this. And everyone's like, what?
So, but they have a Patreon, so why not? Like, that's the people that want to pay that extra to see more.
Well, now they're just not going to post on YouTube, period. They're not going to give out any free content. Everything's behind a paywall now.
It's just weird to think that they would expect to make more than what they make in AdSense. You know, like if you think, okay, how many people will actually pay that money and come over, like that won't be more than what they get on YouTube.
And they get sponsored. How many views did they get on their videos, like in their past before? What's the Goodbye one at? Goodbye YouTube.
Goodbye is at 1.2 million views, and videos are, 1 million is the average.
Yeah, they're getting like 1 million views per video.
Like the top one I see is 2 million.
That doesn't translate to paywalls. There's no way 1 million people are going to pay $6 a month for you.
It reminds me like every year there's at least one new social media company that comes out and they're like, this is the new place to watch videos. And that never makes it.
But it's just them. Like,
right. So why do you think you alone will do that?
They're calling it a streaming service. Like, we're starting a streaming service. And I'm like, but it's just your videos. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So they're trying to do something else, but big mistake.
Like, so dumb. Especially if you have a Patreon. Like, you're giving the free content. It's like our Patreon, right? You get the free content, and then people who are like hardcore fans, they're going to go to the paywall. And so that way you get your extra money or whatever. And I want to say, I'm like pretty sure I saw someone say they make $100,000 a month off their Patreon. So I'm just like, how much more do you need? Unless there's like I don't think they're a corporation behind them, because they were BuzzFeed people that left, that did their own thing on YouTube, and now they're going here. So I don't think there's like this big company behind them. I mean, there's 3 of them, but still, it's
no. It just seems like they're trying to do something else, new, bigger. Like, where do we go from here?
But leaving YouTube,
but unless you invented a new app that is better than YouTube, better than TikTok, that there's a reason to go there. Like, TikTok came for free, and it was better, and people went there.
It rarely works. So do you remember back in the day, it was like Philip DeFranco, Totally Sketch. I think it was Shay Carl. Like, they were the people behind Maker Studios, but they were like trying to do, I think, like a a new platform and it just like didn't work. Like people are just like, we like YouTube, we know YouTube, it's free. Even when I like made 20,000 views when I was like making like no money on YouTube, it's like you still keep YouTube because that's like there's audience there that like you and it's still like relevancy. It's like just this, but also they're popular. Like that's the thing. It's not even like they're dying off. It's like they have 1 million views where you can do so much with that. You can like sell stuff, sponsor stuff, merch, whatever, Patreon. So like, why wouldn't you just keep doing that to keep your Patreon going? Because at this point, if you leave YouTube, you're going to lose your relevancy. Like, it's just so weird and people will forget about you. It's just odd. And like, no one else has done that. Like even like Rhett and Link and stuff. It's like, no one else has, I guess people have tried it. Like they said the Rooster Teeth, I don't know who that is, but I just recently found out and I was like, but they basically flopped and they tried to come back and like no one cared. And I don't know. It's so odd to me.
Yeah.
And everyone's pissed on my For You page. It's all like young college people and they're like, I guess in the video they said something like, you know, everyone can afford this. And everyone's like, no, everyone can't afford that. That means I have to give up another streaming service like Netflix, Hulu. Like they talk about all the money they pay for other streaming services where you get thousands of TV shows and movies.
Or YouTube. Like I pay YouTube to have ad-free content.
Yeah.
So I'm already paying, and you get that.
Yeah.
They get part of that payment. So it's not.
Watcher boys don't know what's up. I don't know. I don't think they've said anything about it, but I'm like, they're gonna have to like come back to YouTube and stay on YouTube, especially when you're getting 1 million views. If we're gonna, I mean, we don't even get 1 million views per podcast, but it's like, damn, we're doing so well. I couldn't even imagine like stopping at like when you finally get views and be like, actually, we're switching over to this, unless it was like a Spotify, maybe, right, where people already have the subscription, maybe, or you're getting a ton of money. Like it sounds like they're just starting this out.
Well,
I don't
even
know.
Joe Rogan, he got a ton of money, went to Spotify, and now he's back on YouTube.
Is he?
Yeah. So it's even then, you know, usually it's a cash grab, and then you come back later because your audience wants to see where they used to see you. They're not going to move to another platform, especially if you invented a new platform
Yeah.
that is not proven to be better than this. Like,
Well, you said that. You said you used to watch Joe Rogan's like full episodes, and then when you went to Spotify, you just stopped watching him. So I guess it's just like not smart.
Yeah.
And that's Joe Rogan, the biggest guy. I don't think watchers.
It reminds me too of like when a lot of YouTubers were like leaving to get like TV deals, you know what I mean? Like a lot of them put like their basket in like, oh, being on TV, like Grace Helbig had the E! Show and like Lily Singh. Like a lot of them moved to try and do TV and then they kind of like forgot about their channel a little bit because like, oh, TV is like what I really want, you know? But when you abandon like YouTube like completely and then if it doesn't work out on TV,
Totally.
it's like you don't have as big of an audience to like go back to, you know?
I always think about that. I always think, oh, I want my own TV show. I'm like, yes, it's going to happen. I'm going to get it. But I always think like, yeah, do the podcast too. Because it only helps. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that kind of thing.
Because it's hard to train like an audience. Like what Moses was saying, like the audience doesn't automatically like transfer over. You
No.
know,
It's because
at
it's such
all.
a different format too. It's like seeing Grace like produced and interviewing Hillary Duff. It's such a different feeling than her just like sitting in her kitchen
And,
talking
like,
to
doing little
you.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I can never wrap my brain around that kind of stuff. I think Philip DeFranco tried it. Didn't he like go to Discovery for a minute?
Oh yeah.
He might have still been making it. Maybe. I don't know. Something was weird with that too. I get it. I get it if it's like a lot of money and you're going to go try it. Okay, like you said, cash grab, try it. But just to start a whole new streaming service and completely like get off YouTube, like post clips, post, you know, less frequently on YouTube. I don't know, something, but it's kind of off.
Yeah. Don't abandon the audience that.
1 million views per
have.
video too. Like
big.
that's huge, especially now. And I'm like crazy. And everyone's turning against them. Like you said, all the comments, all the top comments, all the TikToks.
Yeah. Because it's one thing to have like a Patreon or like a WAF or something. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you know, there is extra content like exclusive behind a paywall, but that's like, you know,
Bonus.
Yeah, it's like a bonus. And
You
there's
wouldn't
people
get
who wanna-
anywhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And people want to support, and then people also want to see more. You know, but it's different when it's like every single thing you post is behind a paywall.
Just
you know,
dumb. You just lose
because
relevancy.
they had it in front of them. Take your Patreon and move it to this new platform you want to invent.
Oh yeah,
Why are you
Right.
taking the YouTube into
Yeah.
there?
That's a good point.
People are already paying you on Patreon. Be like, okay, instead of paying me here, pay me there.
yeah.
But you have to prove yourself to get more people to come there or to go from free to pay. Something is odd about this.
I know. Greed, I think. I think it's just like, because, you know, Patreon takes percentages and OF, all those things take 20, 30%. So, you know, but for a reason, because people trust Patreon and they have a system and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I get it. I get wanting to like keep
Right.
all the money.
So
but
if I moved from Patreon, I would say, okay, you pay me $10, pay me $7 now. I'm going to take out the cut of Patreon. It's going to be cheaper for you. Come over to my platform And then over time, you can offer more services, more whatever. But
never
make it make
works.
sense for people.
I've seen a couple YouTubers try to like do website memberships, and I'm just like, I don't think that works. Even for like adult stars and stuff like that, it used to work because before OF, everyone had their own like adult website. But I've seen like YouTubers just try to like post their videos and blogs over on a website page. I'm like,
The only people that it worked for were comedians that, let's say they didn't get a special, so they made their own special. And they're like, here, $5.
pay-per-view.
Watch my special. You know, I think Louis C.K. did that and was very successful.
Well, and also it's like Louis C.K., you're like huge.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like there were people that said, okay, I'm going to sell my special to the audience instead of to Netflix. And it worked. But
Wait,
that's the only time it worked.
Why did he do that? Is it because Netflix didn't want him, or he just wanted to make all the money himself?
I think he was just experimenting with that.
I mean, yeah, it's smart if you're like huge. I mean, you can do that. Like Taylor Swift could put 30 more songs behind a paywall, and I'm sure somebody would pay for it.
Yeah.
A lot of people would pay for it. Be like, oh, we'll pay for this. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you're not watcher. You're not Taylor Swift. You're a watcher.
Wild. And it's like, it's failed so many times before, so you would just think it'd be like,
so crazy.
why would you be the exception? It is crazy.
And their content really is like mixology and like mixing foods, and it's like stuff everyone does. And I'm just like, it's not like it's groundbreaking content that you're like producing, like high quality production. We're gonna also leave YouTube. Where are we gonna go? We're leaving YouTube to go to
Text messages. We'll just text you our content.
what? We'll be on Photo Bucket. Find us on there. Like just
Flickr. I still have a Flickr account somewhere.
Flickr. Oh my god.
Vimeo.
Vimeo.
Oh, I know.
What?
LinkedIn. It's time for LinkedIn to make its big.
To have its moment.
Who
big
were we
moment.
talking? Someone was just talking about LinkedIn the other day.
Ted.
Oh yeah, I was like, who was talking about LinkedIn? If you have a LinkedIn, you're a loser.
What?
I don't know.
Excuse me. I have
Do you
one
have
against
one?
my will.
Oh, you have against your will.
Yeah, because I think when LinkedIn came out, people got accounts and it's
Yeah,
just
I have a
there since
LinkedIn.
then.
You okay? Just kidding. We take it back. I actually have no idea. It just sounds awful. Like it sounds boring.
I think it's just if you want a job.
If you're,
Wait, you want a job?
if you're in corporate America, it makes sense.
What does that mean?
Because they put job listings there. Like when ET is hiring, ET posts on LinkedIn. Like, so
Oh,
apply.
okay.
Or they
That's
reach,
tea. That's
they
everything.
reach out to you sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Recruiters are on there. Yeah.
Anytime it's like, here's my LinkedIn, I immediately delete the email. I was like, I do not want to see this. Like, why are you sending this to me? I didn't know that's what it was at all. I just thought it was something nerdy people did to be like, look at my degree. It's like, all right, got it. You're college educated. You have a LinkedIn? Shout out LinkedIn.
I haven't been on it in a long time, but I do have one. I do get notifications though, because it tells you like how many people view your profile, and it'll be like 200 people viewed you. I'm like, what are they looking for?
Recently?
You know? I get them like every day, yeah. But I haven't updated my LinkedIn in like 2 years because I haven't been like.
Oh my god, you should update it. You should put Just Trish
I
producer.
did.
Did
What?
you
Yeah,
really?
mine is now the Just Trish podcast.
No, you
Period.
didn't. What? What'd you put
Yeah.
on there? What's your title?
I'm not sure if I'm a producer or I think like a producer,
Co-creator.
something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I
I
should
like all
change it to
that.
go. I'm
Yeah,
like a
that's a good
producer
title.
or something.
I want to see. Oh my god, I need to see the LinkedIn's of you guys now. This is
No, like
everything.
everywhere on social media, I'm like Just Trish podcast.
Well,
Wait,
that's a good Patreon video reviewing.
Reviewing LinkedIn's. I would love to
You
see who's
should
on there.
review her. What's it? Model Mayhem. That's the one you
Did
should
you
be
have one?
review.
No, I'm a model.
You
Mayhem.
had a model mayhem. Everyone had a model mayhem. I feel like that's everything. They're still up too. Oh my god, you never did. You never
No.
like even was like maybe.
No,
Really.
that is so funny.
I loved model mayhem. Yeah, I did get jobs from there, like that
Those-
lingerie one.
Those were the days. I got Jesus, casted to Jesus.
Really? That's where
yeah,
you got it?
I
That's
guess it
so
was kind of
funny.
everything.
Model Mayhem and Craigslist.
Oh yeah, Craigslist used to have like an entertainment thing where you could like audition for stuff. I did get a lot off Craigslist too.
There was
Craigslist is wild.
gigs. Gigs were amazing because you would get
Yeah.
industry. Like I would get set design and things like that in gigs. And then sometimes I'll do in the search, Jesus, and then I would see all the people.
You never did it?
Not for gigs.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's where I met Totally Sketch. I think I met him off the Craigslist one too, even before Shane. I think
Same.
I knew.
Yeah.
You met Totally Sketch off Craigslist? Wow.
That's so
We were both in
funny.
Totally Sketch videos. I can't believe you never looked for jobs on there.
No.
Oh.
No.
You were like, I'm in college. I don't need to look on Craigslist.
Well, I think
Actually,
probably it was just younger. Like it was probably.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe I looked at internships there actually, but I think mostly there was like I looked at other like internship websites, but I think maybe I found one internship on Craigslist. I think, but then I feel like I don't know. I feel like more legitimate like career websites became a thing.
Yeah, you're right. I think I was like 18, so I was like doing this in like 2006
Yeah.
or 5, so that probably is why.
I
All
live
right,
for it.
guys. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we have Harry Daniels. He's been all over Coachella singing to your favorite artist. And we
the
have him here.
president.
And the president. Literally President Biden. But he wants to be here on Just Trish. And that's what's going to happen next. So you guys stay tuned. Harry Daniels will be joining us shortly. And we're back, you guys. Special guest. Guest of honor.
Oh,
we're
my
so
goodness.
excited. Harry Daniels.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You're wild. Already the stories you're telling me are like crazy. And you're only 20?
Well, yes.
Wow. I'm shook by you on so many levels.
Girl, I'm shocked by you.
Oh my God, I'm shook by you. First of all, let's talk we have so much to get in.
Well, yes.
But you brought this, which I was super excited about.
I did. It's like my little Nardwar moment. It's like Double Fantasy, the Idol vinyl straight from the premiere from Cannes.
Wow.
Got it from my friend. And
Okay.
like she was like, yeah, like I have this because she knows I'm such a big fan. I was like, I actually already do have one.
Oh my God.
It's on my wall and everything. And so
Wow.
I was like, I'll take another, but like the only person I know who likes it as much as I do is you.
You're the only one I know that likes it besides me.
No, it was
Yeah.
so good. Like I don't understand because the thing I loved about it is like it's like literally the video of Britney Spears where she's like, it's a movie, it's pretend.
It's just a movie. It's pretend. You're an adult. You should know that.
It's not real, like legit. I'm like, okay, like it's like literally not real, guys. Like what?
And I think you should sing to Jocelyn. Have you ever done?
Oh my God, the reason I keep singing like World Class Sinner for
You sing it to everyone.
I sing it to everyone because like, okay, if I like don't know what I'm gonna fucking sing and I kind of blank, I'm like, World Class Sinner, it's so easy. I know it.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it. And if
But
you
does
don't
everyone know
like,
it?
Well, if they don't now, they do. Like,
Did you sing it to Addison Rae?
no, I did To Die For Addison,
Oh, her
which was
song.
like that was
Who
so.
did you sing it to? You sing it to someone so random.
Oh God, I
World
just did
Class
it for
Center.
Vinny Hacker the other day.
And are they like? We just talked about him too.
Oh my gosh, who did I do World Class Center for?
Have you ever done it for anyone from the show?
I don't think I've met anyone from the show.
Not
actually.
Troy, not The Weeknd, not
No,
Lily Royce.
I mean like I would love to. Honestly, like those are honestly some of my like dream people to like.
Okay, can we
do this
talk about?
with.
Well, let's just get into this part. Okay, so if you guys don't know Harry, like I feel like you've really blown up like so much recently. Like
I talk about that all the time with
Yeah.
like Madeline. She's like my like manager and my sister and whatnot.
I wonder if you guys were related because you have like good vibes. Okay, got it. Okay, this close.
Right. So basically, like I like literally, I feel like I've been doing this for so long. Like these, like, oh, can I sing to you videos, like since like what, like June or July of 2022. And like I literally say to everyone, I'm like, oh, well, I became like semi-relevant like 2 months ago. So like,
Why? How come you're blowing up?
Don't know.
So your like shtick, right, is like you go up to people and like just sing at them.
Basically.
Okay, but like how? First of all, are they planned in advance? Like you know where these people are gonna be.
Okay, like everyone thinks that I like for some reason like I have like magical like orb blah blah blah, but like the tea is like I kind of like don't. Like Addison Rae, like I was literally at Abby Lee Dance Studios and I saw this girl like literally running up the block. I was like, oh period, that looks like Addison Rae. And then I was like, wait, it literally is
It wasn't
Addison Rae.
planned?
No,
The one where she's walking backwards wasn't
yeah,
planned.
she was like, no, we legit, like, we have the full video, and, like, I was like, can I sing to you? Because, like, I know she knows who I, there's certain people I can always kind of
Yeah.
tell who knows who I, like, might know. I knew she knew who I was, so I was like, oh, can I sing to you? She's like, I have to go to this movie, and she's like, I have to run, I'm sorry, and, like, Madeline was like, we'll run with you, like,
I
and she was like, well,
love-
yes.
That was iconic to me. That looked so staged because I was like, okay, like who's going backwards for their? And she's
Addison
like,
Rae.
she's also like jamming too and like being in the moment. And I
No,
kind of
she
like
says,
live
like,
for
the
that.
best vibes.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
we love that. We love Addison Rae here for sure. She's
Well,
everything.
yes.
Yeah, she's great. So that one wasn't planned. Jacob Elordi.
No, that one was like legit. Just like it was the day it gotten verified, and so like we went to this restaurant to like celebrate, and then like
Oh my
the entire
God.
SNL cast like walked out of the back room because it was so weird because there's like 2 rooms at this restaurant, and like the entire front room was like empty, and like the back room was like full. But I was like, I feel like at a restaurant they'd like seat the front room because like they don't want it to look like empty. That's weird, right?
Right.
And then there was like no one there, so I was like, that's like weird, whatever. And then like there was like security guards or something, and then like we're eating and we're taking our sweet time because
Yeah.
like why wouldn't we be? And then like of course the whole cast of SNL walks out. I'm like, oh, bitch. And I tell Madeline, pull out the camera because she filmed
That's
everything. And like
Yeah.
as I start, I'm like, bitch, and there's Jacob Elordi, and I'm like, oh, here we freaking go. And that's one of my favorites. I think was that the one I captured. That I was like, Trish.
yeah. I was honored because it got like 12 million views, and
Girl,
I was
like,
I was tagged in the description.
Well,
so
yes.
I was like, okay, you want to sing to me, and you just sing to Jacob Elordi?
Well, because like in my mind, there's certain people who are like, okay, like at this point, I've sang to so many people, like I kind of really don't go anymore. I'm like, okay, like whatever. Like I like doing it, but like I'm not gagged. Like I was literally more gagged for Dua Lipa than I was like the president.
That
And
Okay.
like,
But the president had to be.
no, it wasn't.
You did not get that close. You were like
I
so
have the
close
tea
to
on that.
President
I have the
Biden.
tea on that one. Like there are ones like I'll like straight up just say like yeah like that was set up like Conan Gray like that was like I was the first time I think I'd like ever come to LA or the second time or something and like I literally like I just emailed like I had a friend who like worked like at the labels like hey like if you have any like artists you want me to like
Yeah.
do something with like let me know and they were like oh well, Conan Gray might be down like let's ask him.
No,
And
I
was like,
love,
"Period."
yeah.
Right, but then with like I'll own up to it if it's like clearly like stage type vibes, but like that one it was like I got invited to that like I don't know if you know there was this like fundraiser of like it was Bill Clinton, Obama, and like
What? And you're
bitch,
invited?
Joe Biden. I'm saying, girl, like I was like, oh,
And you were invited.
girl. I'm saying, I'm like, oh, but like, right, and
Like, that's wild. Like, all the
no,
presidents,
I
not
was
just
gagged.
one.
No, I was gagged, and so they invited me to that, and I was like, damn, they must be really like inviting anyone, and so
No,
like.
was it?
God.
I'm so confused. What was it for?
It was, I think, just like a DNC fundraiser. Like they were trying to like invite people. I guess they like invited me because I like am quote unquote an influencer, and I said that very loosely because I've always said like I don't know who I'm influencing. So
I
I'm
mean,
like.
that's amazing.
No, I was gagged. That was the most like what situation, and like the tea is okay. So basically, with that, like then we got invited to the after party, and I saw like Anna Wintour, and I was like, but. Because like I wanted the video with Anna.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't like go up to Anna and be like, "Oh, can I sing to you?" Because like that's the kind of person who like Anna Wintour will gag you.
But I feel like you don't care. You don't
I
care.
like I don't care, but there's certain people like I never want to do it to someone if like that's not their vibe.
But
Like
Sabrina's always like, no, not you.
love her, but like okay.
But she loves you for real, you think? Or is she actually serious when she's like, no?
I think that she just didn't want it the first time I ever did it, and like I love Sabrina, and okay, so
We love her.
it was the first one I'd ever did actually in the whole series. So I went up to her and I was like, "Oh, can I sing to you?" And like it was at a CD signing, and that's where I started doing these. And the things with CD signings, they're timed. It's promo events, like they have to sign so many CDs, get through so many people. And I was like, "Oh, can I sing for you?" And she was like, "No, like I have to get through all these people. I'm so sorry."
Oh.
And like at this point, like the camera was rolling. I was like, "No, Sabrina, please, it's my dream. I have been watching you since I was a little boy. You don't understand." And she was like, "Okay, fine," because like I think
Right.
she thought it was like I didn't
Real.
think she really, right. And then like I started my. And she was like, "Oh, bye." And so then, like,
Because why? She just thought you weren't being serious.
well, I wasn't being serious, but I was also taking like hella long. Like, I was like most people, it's like, "Hi, I love you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you." And you signed the CD, bye.
But
And
like,
then,
how did she know you weren't being serious? You know, some people just think they're good singers and they're
no,
just like,
because
you
like
know,
I was
like.
so it was like I hadn't found my sound yet, if you will. So I was so over the top with it.
What did you do? How did you sing to her?
I'm trying to get under my
Oh,
and so she
yeah.
was
I'm like,
so pissed.
okay, yeah, for
and like I
sure.
can't blame her.
But also at the same time, what if that was your voice and you were being so serious and she's just like, no, absolutely not.
I think honestly the way like the song choice, everything about it,
Okay.
it was just like
She's like, this
girl.
is fake. So have you ever
Right.
actually sang to her for real or every time she's like, absolutely not?
No, I think the only person who I kind of like I think the only time I've ever been like truly like nervous was like Dua because like I love Dua.
Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa.
What song did you sing to her?
Houdini.
Okay. And were you being real? Were you like doing your real?
Okay, so it was like that one. I was just like, I think everyone knew but her basically, and they're like, we want to surprise Dua, and like, so I was like, oh, period, like that's my queen. Well, yes, like I'm not gonna say no to like sing to my damn queen, and so I was
Right.
like, okay, and so with that, I sort of was just like, oh my god, like she's right there, and I kind of was like, well, and
Oh my
like,
gosh. And so where was that at?
I think she was just doing like press or something, and like WeHo, like it wasn't really like I don't know. I feel like everyone thinks that I'm like somehow like hiding in bushes, and I'm like, and I'm just like not.
No, but it's so weird because I love celebrities. I love finding them, looking for them. I
Right.
never see them. So I'm like, how are you just at all these spots with
Because
them?
the tea is some of these videos will get filmed so long before I like actually put them out because I feel like okay, and this is like where my like origins come into this. Like I started on like Stan Twitter. Like I was so deep into it. Like cue clip of me like fighting the Selena Gomez
You're the Dua
stan
Lipa
on the
fan
street.
that fought the Selena Gomez
Girl,
fan.
I was a stan of like everyone.
I love that. Me too. Same. Yeah.
Like you get it, but like
But that's what I'm saying. You're making it happen. Like I'm a stand of everybody. I want to meet everybody, but I can't find these people.
well, like,
how
that's
are
the
you
thing. Like,
finding
I would
them?
just go to everyone's concert. I would go to everyone's meet and greet. I would go to everyone's like fan event, whatever. Like that, like literal fight happened at like a Camila Cabello like fan event or something, like right outside.
Oh, why at a Camila Cabello fan event?
I like Camila Cabello.
Okay, but you're like a Dia Lupa stan.
Like
Oh,
I
stan
stand
Twitter.
everyone.
Got it.
Like
Okay,
that's why
Liv.
you and me love the Idol.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
we
like,
get
girl,
it.
she's like it.
Yeah. No,
Like,
Jocelyn,
she's the real deal.
Oh man, why haven't you found her yet?
Because like the thing is with like Lily Rose is like I actually like I found someone I know ended up working for like 070 like Shake who's like is like dating her.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like do you think? And she was like, it's the kind of thing where like, well, I don't know. And on top of like, how the hell do you even get in contact with her?
She's one I've run into like 3 or 4 times,
Girl,
and I never
you're
run into
winning.
anyone. You know what I mean?
No, I imagine me getting a DM from one of my fans, and it was like, hey, I just saw Lily Rose Depp and 070 Shake at NoHo and like NoHo Burgers or whatever. I was like, I'm gonna kill myself.
But you don't live out here, so you couldn't just like
No,
run.
I live in New York, and so I was like, I'm just here all the time. But like that goes back into like me being like, I manage everything very well. So like I always know like sometimes a video will get filmed like God knows how many months in advance, and then that's when I post it. When I'm like, all right, this is the narrative. I feel like because I mean you know better than anyone,
right?
Like, the narrative, like what you see on people's social media, isn't like what's
actually happening.
Right.
Yeah. And Jocelyn's like such a queen. God, that would be the best. We were saying like we feel like she's a real person. Like we're seeing her so hard.
Like that's like genuinely queen, like of all queens. I feel
so
like.
good. I would love. God, I really hope that happens. That's like my one thing for you. What about like the weekend? How would you find him?
Oh God, I mean like some of them it's like literally like complete accidents. Like Daniel Caesar, everyone's like, how did you find Daniel Caesar? I'm like, girl, I was at the cafe and there was Daniel Caesar.
Okay, wait, but President Biden, back to this.
Oh, right,
because
you and me. No, you and me legit.
Yeah,
Like we're like,
because I'm so confused. No one can get that close to the president. You're like Dua Lipa, like all these other people you can't get, but like you're like, oh, but President Biden I can get close to.
So basically that one was like sort of oh my God. So basically like we were like Anna was there, and I was like, oh, I want to sing to Anna. I was like, hi, Anna. Like, I'm so, like, I needed to introduce myself. Because, like, that's, like, there's certain people you can kind of tell their vibes, and Anna Wintour is the kind of person, like, you can tell, like, you can't just go up to her, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so I was like, right. And so I introduced myself. I was like, can I sing to you? And then she just, like, literally walked away, and I was like, okay, you ate that, queen. And so, like.
Did you film it? Is it on film?
It's on film. I've never posted it. I don't know if I ever will. Like, I'm like, that's what.
That's everything, though.
Everything
yeah.
for, like, it was one of those things. It was, like, for me, it was, like, a real moment, but I'm like, oh God, I have like no idea if like she'd like that or not. And so like I never want to make anyone like uncomfortable. Like these are like fun. Like you know what I mean? Like
except Jacob Elordi or President Biden or anyone else.
That's different.
You're like, just not Anna Wintour.
Well, right. But like basically then like they started setting up barricades. It was me and Madeline. We're like, like there's something going on. And then they're like, Dr. Jill has a surprise. And she starts like giving a speech to like start a toast at the after or whatever. And then like Joe Biden comes out and I'm like, oh, period, he ate. And then like he comes over and like they come over. I'm like, we're like on the barricade. And so they come over and they start like shaking hands and we're on like the left side. And like Jill does the whole like barricade. And then like Joe goes like to the President Biden.
Your friend Joe Biden.
Right. President Biden goes to the like, the right. And then like he like walks away because like they closed off all the roads because like it was 3 presidents. Like they needed to like have like their motorcades, whatever. And then I was like, and like he starts to like walk away, and me and Madeline just start like screaming like bloody murder. We're like, Joe!
Oh my God! I think you'd be escorted out at that point.
No, girl,
like...
I'm saying. And so like I think like everyone's like, can I have a selfie? And like, we're like, can he sing to you? And he's like, what kind of request is that?
President
like,
Biden said that. Like what?
Yeah. Like he was like, what? And so he comes over, he's like, the roads are closed. Like they're opening up the roads or something like that.
Wait, what? What does that mean?
Because like the roads were closed off because of his motorcade.
He's saying that to you?
Yeah, because he's like, girl, I gotta go. Like they're about to open up the roads again. Like I have to go.
I love that he's explaining it. That's
right? And I
everything.
was
Okay.
like, and then I was like, and then I just like started, and then like he was like, what?
But he was kind of feeling it, right?
He was a vibe, like the handhold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You were like holding hands with him. I'm
no,
like,
I was like gagged.
And literally was like, there's no way. Like you have to have clearance before you can get that close to a president. Like
no, it was just like the one time where it was sort of just like every now and then like a president will go and like especially in like a campaign year where like they have to sort of like come and greet their supporters and like it was like a fundraiser, you know what I mean? Like, and so I was like, okay, and it was just sort of like a cataclysmic like boom with events. It was like weird.
And is that your biggest? That's probably your like most famous person in the whole world, right?
Probably. I mean, in my mind, you're like more famous. Like, honestly.
I was like, you are doing all these big things at Coachella, and then you're like, I want to come here. I was like, you just like Jack Antonoff and all these
no,
people.
girl, like I literally always say like my like the top 5 people I want to do. It's like you. So like I'm here now. Whoa, Vicky, Natalie Nunn, Bad Baby, Tokyo Tony. Because you guys like.
Love that list.
Like you guys like shaped my brain. Like It's true.
Okay, love.
Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's like with a lot of the like modern day like celebrities and stuff, it's just sort of like, well, okay. Like, it's like sort of like you can like tell, like you can always tell who's gonna be like big, and you can sort of tell who like, if you will, the machine is pushing. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
But like, you're real. Like, you're as real as they come. You're the real
love
deal.
it. This is who I shape, and I love it.
Yeah. No, girl, that's why I love The Idol, because like the whole thing was like, okay, like surprise, like everyone's like, oh, this like crazy girl's about to be a flop, and like, and then surprise, like she queen,
and she like, she literally was like in control of everything,
right? Like surprise the whole time. Everyone's like, oh, this crazy is going off the rails.
No,
but surprise,
she's like, I lied about my abusive mom, so hot.
Right?
Like,
No,
it's
she
crazy.
I was like, she got the hairbrush. I was like, oh.
He's like, oh. And she had him like, no, that's everything.
No,
I
she
live
did
for it.
eat.
She's
I
such
didn't
a queen.
get the ending though. That's one thing I still don't get.
Wait, what do you mean? The ending is the best part.
The ending is the best part.
Because she was like manipulated him. She was like in control this whole time.
No, she manipulated him, but like, why did she present him to the world? I don't get it. I was like, you ate. Like,
that's tea right there.
But like, I would do that too. So like, I was like, she ate.
That was so weird.
I didn't get it, and I thought they were trying to like set it up for season 2, and then like it got canceled, and I was like, maybe it was too ahead of its time. I don't know.
I think it was way too ahead of its time, and I love that she did it at the Weekend concert too. She's like, and all the people at the concert didn't know. They're all just like, what is happening? Like she comes out and she's like presenting the Weekend to like his crowd.
Like, imagine like going to like the Weekend show, like doing like a bump, and then you're like, and then you're like, she's like, hello, angels. Yeah. I would have been like collapsing.
I want to introduce you to Tedros.
I would have been like, oh, period, she ate. Like,
I wish we could have been there, man. That would have been such a time.
No, it was literally right here too.
I know, Sophie. Oh my god. Have you? So do you go to concert? Like you'll go to Sophie and hang out.
Concerted out now.
Okay, so you don't go to the shows anymore because you have to keep doing this, right? This is your brand.
At this point, it's my brand, but I honestly like. I don't want to say it's coming to a close because it's not coming to a close. Like stuff, it's
never.
like the last thing it's gonna do. But it's really sort of like I want to evolve it. Like the whole reason I even started this was because like I wanted to make my own music, but I was like, nobody gives a about anyone. Like, how many times you go on your For You page and you get like a video with like 5 likes? Like, did I just make the song of the summer? No. And you keep scrolling. Like, okay, keep it pushing, sis. And so I was like, okay, like if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna need to like get a following. I'm gonna need people to get like pay attention to me, and I'm gonna need to like do something like kind of iconic. And so like I was like literally just throwing wall for the first like 2 months, and then like when Sabrina Carpenter announced that signing, I was like, I'm like, I love Sabrina, but I have nothing to say to her.
You're just gonna sing to her.
I was like, I've met her before. I have nothing to say anymore. I've run out of things. And so
you just met her so many times?
I met her like 2 or 3 times at like meet and greets or concerts over the years, and I was just like, wait, I have nothing left to say. There's nothing to say. And so I was like, all right, like I'm just gonna troll this girl, and like if it works,
my god!
And I'm just like, if it works, I'll see her down the road, and I did see her down the road, and so like that's the thing, and like I'll see her down the road again, like that's the thing,
and she'll like remember because the last time she said no to you was like cute. She's like, no, I know you, like
I was
no.
like, oh, period, like she ate, which that one I was like so confused. I was like, everyone was like living for it. I was like,
everything.
It's always the most random ones, like the whole Josh Hutcherson thing. Like I didn't expect that kind of response.
Wait, I didn't see that one. What did you sing to him?
Like whistle, and I went up to him, and like everyone was like gagging over it, and I'm like,
did he get it?
Yeah, of course he got it. So I was like, what? Because the ones in my mind that I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like a moment, like they honestly like it's so hit or miss. It's like it will do well, and then like but it won't do what I like expect it to do.
Yeah.
And then it's like, does that ever happen to you? Or especially when you're doing like YouTube, like
well, mine just never hit. Yours always hit, like every single time. No, you're always hit. Mine never do. Like I never been viral like you. Like seriously, like you get like 10 million views per like TikTok. You're like,
I think it's just because like, I manage it carefully, because like I'm like literally, it's like honestly, like I'm just gonna come out and say it. Every influencer I feel like is like scared of falling off, and that's the tea. Like when you were like when it was like YouTube for you, like were you ever scared you were gonna like
every day? I feel like I fall off all the time.
Right, like I'm terrified of falling off, because like okay, like I literally like for me like this isn't even about being an influencer. Like I literally don't go about influencer culture. Like I think you are like one of 5 influencers I care about.
Aw, thank
like, it's
you.
Like legit.
Oh my god.
You, like Addison Rae, Whoa Vicky,
right? Natalie 9,
right? And like, but like it's because like you guys like actually like. You guys stand out. Like you guys aren't like, oh, like do this TikTok dance. Well, it's because like you guys are like culture. Like you guys have actually contributed something to like my life.
What do you think I've contributed to culture? I love this. Tell me.
There's just like so many countless like memes of you, and there's so many countless things you've done, and there's so many countless iconic moments of yours. Like, oh my gosh, like I literally remember in 2016 when every day there was like every hour there was a new kitchen floor video, and you were slaying.
Yeah.
Girl, and you were slaying the
I
whole
was
time.
like that. It was very you coded. Yeah, when I was doing the kitchen floor videos, it was like nonstop, just chaos, and it's like what's happening
Like,
here.
those are my favorite kinds of
Yeah.
thing. I love the chaos because that's the thing. I feel like people go on the internet to like be entertained and to like escape from their like real lives. Like that's the thing. Like I followed music and pop stars so closely because it was what I wanted to do so badly. But I was like, man, like I don't know how I'm gonna do this, and so I just sort of just like fell into like the butterfly, like the rabbit hole of just like following other people's careers. And then it was just like I got so good at like almost playing like fantasy football in my mind. Like, have you ever seen Stans be like, this should have been the first single and blah blah blah.
Oh
blah,
yeah,
blah,
is
blah.
that you?
That was like me basically. And then I was like, wait, like I cannot be doing this for everyone anymore. Like I need to take this energy and put it towards my own damn career because like I know my ideas are good and like I know I'm talented. So
And
I'm
I feel like the big stands like always are the most creative, right? Because we like
Facts.
we absorb all the like great geniuses and
Right.
creativity. So it's like we're stands, but then we can like do it and make it our own thing too, which is like
Right.
totally what you've done.
like that's the thing. Like even like down to your own cosplays, they're
Yeah.
so
Oh.
clever,
Thank
dude.
you.
Like you always like know how to pick it. You, both of you guys are so smart with it.
Oh my gosh,
Like,
thank you.
mostly
Yes,
Trish.
cosplay. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. So you want to so you actually sing.
Like I actually sing, and so I was basically like, I just like was like, no one cares if you're good or bad anymore. They literally only care if you have followers. That is the only thing people care about. Like you can literally be the most untalented person ever, but like
If you have followers.
if you have followers, like
Yeah.
a label will like sign you, and like if you don't, or if you have followers, and you don't even make music, like they will plant you into a lab and make you a singer.
Is that your ultimate like dream to get like a record deal or a theater or like where do you want to be
I
with
mean,
it?
I love music. Like I've always like I love pop stars. I think that's why I like gravitated towards them, and that's why like I feel like I do so many like pop stars in my videos. Honestly, I think like the biggest thing is I sort of just like I want to make music. I think that just like shifts the culture a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. Like
Like original music, original
right,
songs.
it's
yeah.
more important to me to like actually do something that like shifts and impacts culture than it does to like actually and like create conversation than it does to like actually like get like a lot of views or like a lot of like #1 hits or whatever, because I
Right.
feel like that stuff doesn't matter. Like that's not how you build a legacy. Like all of that stuff is fake.
Yeah, no, for sure. You totally have it right. Are you like writing your own songs or are you like working with producers?
I've been
or?
like writing and producing everything since I was 13.
By yourself?
Yeah, and so I had all of these songs like literally just sitting in my like at this point like literally sitting in my notes app, but I'm just like, no one is going to listen to these unless I have something going on for myself, and no one in the business is going to take me serious unless I have something I can offer.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna go troll really hard, get ready. Like I will play into the cringe factor because so many people, I feel like when artists are coming up, like everyone's like, oh, like that is so cringe, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna be so cringe that like it's cringe. It's like kind of like the opposite. Like, do you know what I mean? Like
It's like almost camp, not cringe.
right. Like
yeah,
it's
like, yeah.
uncringe. Like if
Mhm.
you're not in on the joke, like
When you're in on it, it's like so everything. But also
Right.
when people don't know, that's like the true troll,
Oh
which
my
is
God.
why you're a great troll.
the
Because
fact
people are
people
like,
think I'm like serious still.
but
I'm
like you do, it does come across so serious, like, you know, at the beginning. And
oh
then I'm
my God.
like,
it's because I don't break. I'm always like, period.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
like, all
But
of
even
that.
now, that's why I was like, oh my God, like you're just so animated. So it's just like so hard. You know what I mean? And the singing is like, some people just sing like that, you know,
Right.
they want to sing to people. Like I've had
Right.
so many people come up to me and just like start singing, and I'm like,
Girl,
oh,
like-
okay, yeah, that's kind of everything. And a lot of people sound like you do in the video, so I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna go with it, you know, it's kind of everything.
I
And-
just like I really, really wanted to do this, and the only way I was ever gonna do it was if I like had the following, I had the numbers, and I had like everything. Because the music, it's like honestly, like now that I like have like a bit more of a following, and there's like eyes on me, and like even now, like I live in fucking, like fantasy land. Like everyone's like, oh my gosh, sugar videos are ever. I'm like, they are. Like I have like no fucking idea.
really,
Like,
you don't track it?
I like see that. Okay, like having like 1 million views on paper is so different than seeing 1 million people.
That's true. That's true. Do people recognize you in public?
They do now. I think the biggest gag was at Coachella when people were recognizing me. I was like, oh.
They all did. It was Tana. Did you sing World Class Center to David?
I did sing World Class Another Day.
That's
the
what I
music
thought, and I was
always
like, random. Why that song to him? Just because that was in your repertoire?
that, but also, how come I gotta sing to David Dobrik?
I don't know. That's good. But you went up to him, so obviously.
I mean, like, I wasn't gonna go up to him. It was Madeline. She's like, David Dobrik's right there. I was like, oh, period.
and then
I was
you
like,
say, was he into
well.
it?
He was. He's
Yeah.
like, I can't believe this is happening. I was like, why? Like, okay.
And then what happens after is you sing, I'm just a freak, yeah. And then what happens? Like, bye.
It really depends. Like, sometimes, like, I'll literally stay and chat. Like, Dylan Minnette, I was talking to him for a second after we'd done that video.
Who asked you to do the remix at Coachella? Someone, was that Jack?
Oh my God, yeah, it was Jack Antonoff.
He's like, can you do the remix? And you like, yes, I can. Actually, need to sing like another bar
knew it.
for him.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's wild. He was like making requests. He's like, actually do that remix. And I was like,
my
okay.
God. I always get scared when people make requests because, like, honestly, like, I'm not tapped in the way I used to be.
Right.
In terms of like, and like Taylor Swift is by no means like a new artist who's
Right,
up and
right.
coming. Like, but like, Lord, like I'm not as tapped in as I used to be where like I know a lot of really niche things, but like I'm not as gagged and like sort of like fanned out as I used to be. Like I am for you.
Oh my
I
God,
was
I
for
love you.
Dua. But like the president, I was like, oh, okay. Like
It's like Anna Wintour, Dua Lipa,
like
me.
I'll gag over like really random people. And so like
I love that. Me too. I think that's the best.
Like, you
yeah,
get it.
who
Like-
cares about the president, you know?
Right. Like I would literally be like, I'd probably be really nervous to go up to Lily Rose Depp, honestly.
Would you?
I'd be
But would you do
nervous.
it?
Obviously. I mean like that's
So you
how
don't, so you don't have fear or anything.
because my mind is I'm like, if it works, I'll see them again.
Okay.
Like,
what if
every-
it doesn't work?
Then I die trying.
Right.
Like that's the thing. You have to like want something so bad that you're
Yeah.
literally willing to like die trying for
Totally.
it. Like that's the thing. Like
Now, would you do World Class Cinema or would you do something a little more obscure off the album?
I'd probably do like One of the Girls because like
Yeah,
that's
popular.
my favorite song.
That was like number one. That was like the big
when
one from
that
them.
one like went viral months later, I was like, I knew it because the night it
Yeah.
came out, I was like, oh, this is like amazing. Like I can't believe all these people are gonna miss out on that because they're like
Yeah.
canceling the show or whatever.
No, it's crazy. It came like viral like just a couple months ago, and I was like, that's so weird.
I know,
Like,
and like popular too. And then like maybe I do like Fill the Void or
yeah,
something.
let's do something so random. She'd be like, wow, you really know.
I think I did Dollhouse for like Josh Richards and I never posted it.
Wait, why?
It was just like sometimes I like have videos and they sit in my like archive, if you will,
Yeah.
for like months until like I feel like Jimmy Fallon, like I was waiting for like the right moment to put that one out.
Did you just see him at the studio?
Yeah, like I think like honestly like someone else was doing a press run or something and I think it was literally for like Matt Rife.
No, very random.
Some of the
You're like,
people
time to
are
go.
so right. And then like I literally was like basically it was like I know when it's like all right, the press run is going to be here and it ends at this time. And like some people like to greet their fans after that stuff. And
Right.
so I was like, period. So I was waiting for like Matt Rife, I think. And then like Jimmy Fallon comes down. And I was like, I literally looked at Madeline. I was like, that's Jimmy Fallon. And I was like, oh, period. And so like I walk up to him and I sing it. I sing like some like awful original or whatever. And so then like he's like, oh, like, what's your name? And I was like, oh, like, Harry Daniels. He's like, come on the show, Harry Daniels. I was like, oh, period. Like, I'm going to, like, save this for when I have, like, attention.
Wait, what? That's so weird. To come on his show? On Jimmy
Yeah,
Fallon?
I don't even know. I've, like, I know he, like, duetted the video. Like, let's see if it happens. Like, I'm just now expanding
Oh
my
my
team. Because, like, for the longest
God.
time, it was legit just me and Madeline. Like, everyone's like, oh, like, he's a plant. Like, blah, blah, blah.
Totally, it
Like,
feels that vibe.
Everyone thinks that, like, I always get comments like, his rich dad, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what?
You're
Rich
no
dad.
nepo. You're not a nepo baby.
No, I'm literally just a crazy person. Like,
Yeah, you're that person that gets to be with all the celebrities, which is like I'm so envious of you. That's like
girl,
so
like
amazing.
I'm so envious of you. You are the celebrity. Like,
I'm definitely not, but I love
No,
that.
you definitely
like
are.
when you were like, I want to sing to you, I was like, wait, what? Because you had just sang to Addison Rae, and I was like,
no,
what?
you understand when I actually like. So with this, I was so careful. I couldn't tell anyone I was doing. Like,
Wait, really?
this.
Why?
People, especially like in my circle, like you are more famous than anyone.
Oh my God.
Like I
I've been
don't
hanging out
think
with
you
you
have like
guys.
any idea of how like culturally relevant. That's why this was
Oh
one of
my
the only podcasts I was like willing
I
and
love
wanting
it.
to actively do.
Me, Jake Shane, and canceled.
Right,
That was your
and, like,
list.
Alex Earl.
Oh, Alex Earl too. Shout out. I love to be in the Gen Z.
Well, because it's just like I feel like you get it. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Totally,
like
yeah,
the thing
I
is
get you.
a lot of publications and a lot of like people and like I have so much respect for all of them and like of course I'm gonna like work with like everything.
Yeah.
I feel like I always say like I do a lot of those for sort of like my own like legitimacy to establish it, but like this is the first time I feel like I'm doing it for like the people who actually care about me and my videos.
Oh
'Cause
my
I feel like it's like
God.
you get it. You know what I
I
mean?
totally get you. I love you. I love what you're doing. Like, I wish I was doing what you were doing at 20. Like, meeting celebrities,
Girl, you were-
becoming
you were
famous.
slaying at 20,
No,
like-
no, I was not slaying at 20. I definitely was like a hooker on the street at 20.
Girl,
but
that was a slay. Like you ate like for the plot.
For the plot, for sure.
Like-
Always. But I just feel like what you're doing is so cool because you're here in LA and you're going to like a movie premiere or something while
Something
you're...
like that. I'm going to like a premiere for like a TV show. I don't even know if I can say it.
No, you don't have to
Like,
say it because
what-
this will probably come out before you go to the premiere. So,
Right,
Is it,
right.
are you
I'm
going to
like,
sing to people?
Yeah, basically.
So are you going for that? Do you like to go for that? Or do you like to be like, you just like to go on the red carpets? Do you want to, or do you go for the TikToks?
Okay, so like it really every situation is like different. Like People's Choice Awards, like I was like, I don't know why that time around I was just like, they're like, oh, like we want you there, and it was like a whole thing, and then like I basically like, long story short, I ended up on like the red carpet,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I don't feel like singing today. I'm just gonna ask everyone, gay son, thought daughter. People were
Oh, That's
that
right.
was that, and people were like mad. And so then like this next go around, like I feel like my next major event after that was like Coachella, I'd say, right?
Right.
And then so that time around I was singing because I was gonna ask everyone where were you on January 6th, and
Oh
I
my
can't ask
God.
people that apparently. Apparently
Who
people
told
don't.
you couldn't?
Like there was just like a lot of sometimes I run my ideas by like honestly a lot of my friends. 'Cause,
Don't
like,
run your ideas by anyone. Just go with it. Just go
sometimes,
with
though,
what
like,
you feel.
I like to run things by my friends because I feel like the people who watch my videos are all people who I would be friends with typically, and so I'm
Right.
like, okay, like you know what I mean.
But I think the unhinging part of you is what's like cool. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, no, I agree.
I would love if you just ask people like where you. I just found out about January 6th like recently, and I was
Oh,
just like,
girl.
oh, okay, like damn, that's a question to ask. You know?
Right, I was like, I can't ask this to people apparently, so
That's
I was
everything.
like kind of devastated, but I
feel
just
like
went
you
with singing.
can.
I feel like I can.
Didn't
but it was
someone
like,
do that recently?
Okay,
Yeah.
so I did that to like America. I did like gay son thought daughter to America Ferrera,
Oh,
and like the
gosh.
journalists on Twitter were like pissed, and I
Did
like
she answer?
she was like both. I don't know because I don't think she even knew what that meant, and I was like period, like she slayed.
Did you start that?
I don't know.
'Cause I only heard
definitely
it-
didn't start
Oh,
it.
I thought you okay.
I definitely didn't start it because it was just like honestly sometimes I like to like play into the internet more so than anything.
So what would you say, gay son, thought daughter?
I'd be like, oh, gay. I have a question, gay son or thought daughter.
And what's your answer?
Mine,
Yeah.
personally,
You haven't thought about it?
I honestly haven't. Okay, so the tea is with like a gay son is like, okay, I would say my parents actually got both. Like they literally got both. Like they were gagged.
They were gagged. That's
And
how you came
so
up with
I'm
it.
like, okay, like having that in mind, like
I think gay son's not problematic. I think thought daughter is a lot more problematic.
but like why? That's the thing I've never understood.
I
Everyone
think
was
it's
saying
like
that all
pregnancy
night.
or something. You know, you have to worry about that
but,
more.
like, that's tea, but
Yeah.
like also it's like
Not that it's bad. I'm just saying, like,
no tea.
you know.
But I mean also like it could be a serve. Like imagine the Idol Jocelyn pregnancy episode. Like we would have been
That would have
collapsing.
been coming for sure. I
Right.
thought she was gonna get pregnant in the show. I thought that was like part of it because they kept having sex like unprotected all the time, and I was just like, oh, maybe she's gonna get pregnant.
because the Tias remember the scene in the like dressing room
Yeah,
where like
Valentino.
yeah,
And she's like, wait, do you have a condom or something like
he's like
that? Yeah.
no, and she like shoves him out like she ate.
Oh, she really did. I
Like,
was like,
she was
okay,
literally
okay,
slaying.
safe sex. Like,
Right.
yeah. So thought daughter, yeah, maybe they just know.
Yeah, so like I'm like, you know what I mean? Like things like that. I'm like, well, like if like Jocelyn by some definition could be like perceived a thought, but
Yeah.
like she's not a thought, she's a queen.
She's a queen for sure. That's true. I guess the thought daughters can't exist, basically, yeah.
No, I feel like thought daughters can exist, but sometimes the biggest thoughts are the biggest queens.
That's true. That's wow,
That's
what
beautiful.
a quote right there.
Like,
It is
it's
a
kind
really
of true.
That scene was so unnecessary now that I think about it. Why did they even show that? What was the point of that?
I mean, like honestly, it's like half the show. It's like, but like that's the thing. It's supposed to be like raunchy. It's supposed to be. I
Yeah.
think like that's why I resonated with it honestly so much. It is raunchy. It is in your face.
Yeah.
It is controversial.
It's
is-
sexy.
right? And I think that's everything that like not even a pop star, pop culture should kind of be as a whole. I think
Yeah.
that's why I resonated with it so much. Like that's the thing. Like a lot of these people who are like, I feel like there's like so many people now who are like prude.
Yeah, that's
And,
so
like,
true.
I don't know where it came from because I'm like, okay, like people like Madonna were not like trailblazing for this.
Yeah, I think we all got like a little too woke. You know what I mean? I love it too because the sexiness is like not there anymore, so I kind of live for
Right.
it. The raunchiness, like you said, it's not even just sexy; it's just
Right.
like dirty and gross. And why are we seeing this? But I love it. You know?
Right. Like I feel like you would never have a moment like Britney and Christina and Madonna like doing their thing at the
yeah.
VMAs. You would never have that. Or even like when
know.
Miley was like practically like burned at the stake for the 2013 like
Oh, with Robin Thicke.
Robin Thicke.
Yeah.
And then like, watching back, I was like, why she ate?
Yeah,
like,
no, for sure. You're right, and they don't do that. Who would be? What would be like maybe Charlie and Addison or something?
Oh
like
my
if
God,
they did
yeah,
something
but I
crazy.
think that they like doing that stuff because like they're into it.
Yeah,
because like
yeah,
you
yeah.
can sort of tell like whose playbook like ever. Like I always say like my number one idol is like Madonna because like she didn't give a.
I love that. For
And I
someone so
think-
young, I love that you love Madonna.
Well, I just think that like it's important to like look at the greats.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
I
Like
agree,
of
yeah.
anything.
Wow, that's amazing because my great is like Britney, but I was thinking like
But even
Madonna.
then, like she's like another one of the. I got asked. I
Yeah.
think I did like What's Poppin', the like Washington Square show the other day. Like,
Wait, what? What is that?
like
What's poppin'?
you know, like the show with like Davis, the like blonde kid, and he goes up to everyone in the park and he like shoves a mic in your face and he's like, ask you a question.
Oh no, I don't know this person. No.
Do you ever see the Washington Square Park interviews
No.
in New York?
Do you know this?
No.
No.
You've never seen
No.
someone
No.
come up
What
to
is
you.
it? What
You've
does he
never
say?
seen someone come up to you and like and on the streets in New York and like shove a microphone in someone's face and be like, "What do you think of XYZ?"
Oh, not really. I know the Billy guy on the street. There's Billy on the street.
There's Billy on the
That's
street.
the one I know.
It's like Billy on the street for TikTok,
Okay.
basically. And so
Okay.
anyway, they asked me like, who was your top 4 like Mount Rushmore, and I was like, I think I said like Madonna, Britney, Beyonce, and then I said like, oh, like let's throw someone new in there, like Dua Lipa. But if I wasn't gonna throw someone new, I probably would have said like Rihanna. Or
Wait,
something, or, like, Lady Gaga.
okay, so just random questions. I don't even get the answer. I don't even get that question. What's a Mount Rushmore? What's that mean? I know what it is, but like, what does that mean?
You know, like
who would you make a mountain out of?
okay, like. You know how it's like the mountain with like the 4 presidents?
Yeah,
like,
I know
heads
what
carved
it
in? It's like if
is,
I was
but-
gonna do one of like pop stars, like who would I do? Like who would be
Okay.
on mine?
Okay.
I don't know who's on Mount Rushmore either, girl.
Why? Yeah. Do you know the presidents?
Okay, I know there's George Washington.
Period.
Right. Is Abe Lincoln on there?
I don't think so. He has a beard. I don't think there's a beard on there. I don't know, actually. You know, there could be. I have no idea. I'm the wrong
Or
person.
should we
to
look it
ask.
up?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, if you want to look it up. I mean, it's
Wait.
not really like.
Wait.
Okay, we need to know. We
Okay.
love it.
Jocelyn, George Washington. No. Oh, no service. I was gagged. Okay.
You
Period.
can log into Wi-Fi. Ask her, look it up.
You look it up. You look it up. Who's on Mount Rushmore?
We're like in the
George
middle.
Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln.
Oh,
Oh,
Wait,
T.
wait,
wait,
yeah,
right.
that's what I'm saying. I actually don't know.
Wait, isn't Theodore? When was Mount Rushmore built? Because he's like new, right? Theodore
I don't think so.
Roosevelt.
I think he's older.
Oh.
Maybe like the 50s. Maybe the 50s.
But,
Right?
like, then
Theodore
when was Mount
Roosevelt?
Rushmore built?
He was in a wheelchair, I think, in Annie. Do you remember?
He ate.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I don't know if he ate, but I think he was in like the president in the Annie musical. Yeah.
Oh my god, wait, the Annie musical? Was,
1927 it was made.
Oh? Wait.
Wait,
So
that's
then
crazy.
when the was Theodore Roosevelt?
There was definitely there's 2 Roosevelts. Okay, I'm thinking World War II Roosevelt.
Oh, girl, so am I because I
Yeah.
read the book on Eleanor Roosevelt when I was like in 3rd grade. I was like, this
Yeah,
queen.
He was married to Eleanor. Yeah.
Right, I was like, wait, that's like
I
that's the
love that you
queen.
know so much.
I like don't honestly. I just like I really only know like obscure references.
No, that's
kind of.
great. You knew 2 of the presidents. That's kind of everything.
That's tea. Wait. Yeah, that is tea.
You're so
I mean,
smart,
like,
actually. You are. You're very well rounded and smart. It's actually like amazing.
I think I'm just like. I don't know. I always think this. Okay, basically, I always say, I was like thinking about this in the shower recently. I feel like everyone's life is like done in like 20-year cycles almost. And it's like you basically like, for example, like I feel like I changed so much as a person. Like when I was going through like kindergarten to like high school and college. I dropped out of college. I ate. And then like, then basically like, no, you know, it's so funny. I like literally had to make TikTok work because like imagine your kid being like, I'm gonna drop out of school to like make like TikToks. Like, oh, that's every parent's nightmare.
What were you studying?
Like nothing. They didn't have anything at my school that I wanted to study, so I was
But
like
you had to be studying
undeclared.
something to drop out.
I was undeclared.
What
So
does
I
that
was-
mean?
I basically was just doing like all of the like general classes, so
Okay.
like math
Got it,
and
got
like
it.
science, like
Yeah.
get them out of the way, so I could like focus on my like major that like I knew I was gonna drop out. Like I always knew because I'm like you don't need college to like serve.
You don't
Like,
need
but like
talent
if I
to
wanted to
serve.
like entertain people, I was like, you don't need a degree to entertain
True,
people. Like
facts.
either you're gonna entertain people or you're not. Like they
Right.
can't teach you that in school. And so like, wait, what were we talking about?
like why you went to college, you dropped out. Oh, TikTok.
Right. Wait, what about it? like how
We were saying wait, now I forgot.
Right, wait.
Wait. Anyone?
Wait.
Why you dropped?
20-year cycle.
Yeah.
20
Yes, the 20 year
oh,
cycle.
the
She
shower,
literally
yeah.
ate.
Yeah.
She literally ate. Girl, this is why like she has to like help me manage all my affairs because like girl, I'm like I literally no, I'm like this was like literally my assistant.
What is this? I love this. We'll go back to this. I need
Well,
to know about
yeah.
this. But what is this?
Okay, this is my like stuffed bear, Barry. I've had him since I was like 7,
my
and I'm just like I
God.
always thought like for my first like ever like real like sit down interview, like I need to have him there with me for like the plot.
For the
Yeah,
plot.
for,
I
like,
love
the
that.
plot.
Okay. She ate.
Right.
I love
you-
the car ride.
Right. Yeah, no, he was my assistant.
Oh, he. Okay, sorry.
Right.
We need pronouns on everything these days because I
Right.
don't know. How was I supposed to know?
He needs the name tag.
Yeah, okay. What's his name?
Barry.
Barry. Okay, cute.
Yes, period. Like,
Okay,
he ate.
period. Okay, so back to you in the shower. You're
Okay, so I was in the
20
shower, and
years.
like I feel like it's like everyone's life. It's sort of like made up of 20-year cycles. Like I feel like I'm so much more similar to like the age I like to how the way I was when I was like a lot younger than when I was like a lot like more recently. Does this make sense?
You relate more to like your kindergarten self than your high
Yeah,
school
than
self?
like my like 15 or 16-year-old self because like I was like I
Wow.
basically like I got this like letter. My school made me like write this letter to myself, and it's like you'll get this when you graduate high school. And like I graduated high school a year early. I basically told them like if you don't like let me like get out of here and like do the bare minimum credits, like I will stop showing up.
Yeah. And they're like,
And
okay.
they were like, oh.
Yeah.
And so like they were like, fine. And so like they let me go. And so like I got it after my first year of college, and I only went to 1 year of college. So it was like right after I dropped out. And I got this letter for myself, like ironically right after I'd like dropped out. And it was basically like saying like, oh, like you should be doing XYZ, blah, 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 blah. If you don't have this done by this time, like you failed and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn. And then, like, I think about, like, when I was really younger and, like, I just, like, did stuff because I liked it.
So your 5-year-old self was saying, like, you have to do this by the time you're this age?
No, like, my 15-year-old self would say that. But my 5-year-old self would be like, oh, like, you should just do the things you like and you should just do the things that like, make you happy. And so I'm, like,
totally,
now
yeah.
I'm, like, so much more in that mentality because
That's
I'm
the
just,
way to
like,
go.
honestly, like, I, like, saw this quote and it was, like, the things that, like, you can't run and hide from the things that you, like, love because, like, they will find you.
Yeah, last night on RuPaul's Drag Race, it was like that too. The moms were saying, like, you know, you just can't really tell them what to do. They're going to just do what they want to do. And, you know, you have to let them flourish and stuff like that.
It's, like,
That's like the
facts.
same, yeah. So interesting. So at kindergarten self, what did you think you were going to be doing?
I always knew I was going to be doing this.
Yeah, you always knew you wanted to
Girl,
perform.
oh my
entertain.
god, dude, I literally used to go like concerts on my parents' bed when I was like 2, and like I would like do these like freestyles and definitely like sucked, but everyone's like he ate, and then or like I oh my gosh, I have like a bunch of photos of me like holding like J14 magazine from when I was like 3.
Who was on the cover when you were 3?
Miley.
Really?
That's like
So
the go.
Are you like, so you're a, but you haven't even mentioned Miley once during this. I thought like she'd be on your Mount
I
Rushmore.
love Miley. I mean like I have like the Mount Rushmore would be like 10 people if it was
Oh,
up to
okay,
me.
okay.
So,
Have
like,
you sang to Miley?
I don't think she's like accessible. There are certain people who it's like
The president.
The president is the most
the
inaccessible
president is more
person.
accessible
Not
than like
Miley.
No, I literally the fact that I have like someone I want a video with so bad is like Tate McRae. Like Tate McRae is like literally not as
I think
accessible
she's
as the president.
accessible.
I can't like
She was
girl.
at the Aloe Gym alone.
Yeah,
She ate. No, like I literally like it was like legit easier to get to the president than it was to like Gracie Abrams.
Wait,
like people,
what?
some of the like some like artists are like kind of under like lock and key basically. And
And you think
so,
Miley's one of those?
I think Miley's probably one
Taylor.
of those. Taylor. Oh, good luck. I got asked about this because I just did an interview yesterday, and they're like, "Would you ever do a video with Taylor Swift?" I was like, "Yeah, if I could get like near her."
But you even at Coachella, because she was like right there, you could have gone up and sang to her.
No, I think with that it was like okay, so there was like the friends and family section, and like I had like an artist guest pass,
Oh.
but I didn't have like a friends and family Ice Spice thing basically, and like that's where everyone was like meeting her, and maybe I did have access to it, who knows? But I was in the back, and then like I was honestly like talking to my fans instead, which is like
Yeah.
my whole thing is like I'll see Taylor down the road eventually, I'm sure.
I love that. I love that
feel
you're like, if it's meant to be, I'll see them. If not,
like
then
you should,
whatever.
there's like a Casey Musgraves lyric I just heard, and it was like you should never chase a train that's like meant for you, and I think it's like tea. Like
I
you
love
don't have
that.
to chase trains that are meant for you.
Yeah, it's just gonna be there. It's gonna be right. So, are you like invited to Coachella, or like did they ask you to come, or you just went on your own?
That was just like it was like it was under like very strange circumstances. Like I got invited and I was basically just told like run around, do whatever you want. And I was like,
that's
period.
cool.
So you were like, so you were invited to go, and
I was
just do
invited
it.
to go and I was basically just like told.
So
like,
you're like literally, I've never once been invited to Coachella ever in my life.
Never.
Like that, never. Not even a party.
I feel like you just need to tap in. Like I literally got I've gotten a call from like so many people this week who are like trying to help me with my stuff, and they're like, oh, so like what do you have coming up? And I'm like, oh, like I'm supposed to go on Just Trish this weekend. Like, can you get me in touch with her?
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so okay. No one's ever reached out.
Okay,
Can I
and
tell
I'm very
you
accessible.
How fast Harry with like Chappell Roan? He's like, oh, you guys like Chappell Roan? Here, I'll put you in a group chat.
Oh.
Immediately put me in a group chat with the whole team.
Because
That's
I-
the tea.
I've always hated people get so weird and they get so gatekeepy and they get so this and they get so that, and I'm like, why do you care?
But how do you even have Chappell Roan's number to put us in
was
the
like
group
the
chat?
The whole team.
I was
Wait,
like, okay, so
what?
my friend from like childhood, like all this stand, he I think he works now for her PR company, and so when I wanted the Chappell video, like I hit him for it, and I was like, hey, can you
Wow.
get me in touch with like her team? And then like the video ended up happening through like such weird different circumstances, but at that point like I already knew him, and then since the video had happened I had like met other people on her team, and so like I don't know how. Oh, right. I was talking to the team and they were like, oh yeah, like I mean like nowadays like we really just want to like we want to do things like do a video with you or like go on Just Trish. And I remembered. And so the first thing that happened was when I started texting Oscar, I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know if you guys are like into Chappell Roan, but like
We just had
like
talked
her
about-
team was saying that like
Oh,
I mean like
you said it first. I thought you asked.
No.
No, because I remembered the team had mentioned it to me, and like I don't even know if it'll happen or not, and like I can't speak for anyone, but like
no, but that's so weird because we've been talking so
someone
much
was-
about her, and I was like, we need to get her on. We need to get her on.
someone was interested.
That's
basically.
I thought you like reached
No.
out or asked.
And then
oh
all of
my
a sudden they
god.
started emailing like right away, which never happens.
No,
They were
never
like,
happens. We get nobody. And like you said, it might not happen because like one time Ice Spice DM'd me and was like, yes, and then like I never heard like from her manager again. But still live for that. I was like, she DM'd me.
love
That's
her.
okay. Yeah, have you sang for her?
oh,
Oh no, did it go bad? It's
One
not-
time I asked her, I was like, "Can I sing for you?" She just stared at me.
And what? She's just like.
She was like, "Bruh," and I was like, "What does that mean?"
But did you go then?
it wasn't a yes, but it wasn't exactly a no. And I was just like,
So you didn't sing?
it was the video. I was like, sis, you stole my look. When I was like, you and I both
you
had
had
the
the
same
wig?
idea. I had the wig too.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, sis, you stole my look. And she's like, ha ha ha. Like, I was like, I was like, okay.
Did you post it?
I did post it.
Okay,
This was
okay.
in like September though.
Okay.
So so much has like changed since
Oh my
then, I
God.
feel
Why
like.
did you start singing? Why do you ask?
I mean, like, I've kind of learned now, like, ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah,
but,
totally.
Like,
That's the theme.
there's certain people though where I'm like, you've got to ask just to like be polite.
I guess it's kind of cute too if you're like, can I sing for you? And to see who says yes. Like Demi Lovato, like she was like,
so good.
she was like, but she's into it, no?
She was like, sure. And like, I found out months later, someone on her camp basically was like, Demi, you need to let him sing for you. And she's like, who is that? And I don't know how
Right.
they knew me because I'd done like maybe 5 videos at this
That's
point.
crazy.
And so like they were like, Demi. And so like, I was like, I had my record because I wanted it signed because like I actually really liked Demi. Like
Yeah.
I went to the tour and everything. And so I was like, oh, like, I just wanted her to sign my record first and foremost. And so then like at that point, since like I had her standing there, like I think someone on her team was like, expect him to he might start singing to you. And so like when I asked, she was like, I guess this is what they were talking about, like sure. And she had no idea what the was going on, of course.
She
and,
was just, yeah.
and so then like I start and it's like the worst rendition of Skyscraper you've like legit ever heard in your entire life.
I thought it was kind of a sleigh.
It was like fine. I was like nervous. That was another one I was like
Yeah.
genuinely nervous for because like I was like, oh, like I brought the record. Like I'm clearly a fan. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so like I basically was just like, oh my gosh, like, damn. And so she's like, wow, like, you're amazing. And then, like, I don't think she thought anything of it. And then, like, a week later when I posted it, like, it made it
Did
to,
she
like,
see it? Did she see it?
She did see it. I found
Oh
out. And I
my
was like, oh my
gosh.
God. No, it made it to, like, Pop Crave. And I was like, I'm famous.
Yes, Pop Crave knows.
Pop
They're
Crave
up.
is, like, how you get, like,
They're everything.
They
We love them.
are.
We're trying to get them on the podcast. We love Pop Crave so much.
after this, like,
Please come on.
After this-
Pop Crave or Poo Crave, I would take either one. You know
I
what I
know
mean?
both.
Yeah, Poo Crave's everything. I always get me.
oh my God, no, Poo Crave is, like, they always get me too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Were you weren't the fan singing Celine Dion in the car?
No, oh my gosh, that girl.
I always think that's you, where she just like rolls up the window, the person singing.
That's the edit. I feel bad for that poor girl.
Oh, was it real?
No, Celine's reaction is like so nice. Like, because I remember when it first started circulating, everyone was like, "Oh my God, she's like amazing," and then like someone edited it, and like that poor girl.
I
got
love that
gagged.
though.
I love that. No,
Wouldn't it be everything if she just like rolled to the window on you?
I want someone to do that so badly.
Has anyone been rude to you? Like
Okay.
for real?
No one's been like. I don't want to say rude because I don't think that's the right word because no one owes me anything. Like that's the biggest thing I've had to like learn to separate from this. Like these people are people too.
No, for sure. That's good that you know that. Yeah.
And like that's the thing. So I never want to say anyone was mean or rude because no one like owes me anything. But there's definitely been like interactions and like reactions and whatnot that were like not what I maybe expected.
You don't have to
I
say
think.
like who, but like what was the reaction that you were like, oh damn, that was yikes.
Okay, like Lil Baby just like went badly. Like I can like just
the
wanna,
name. I
like
was like,
say
don't say
that
the
one.
name.
There's other ones I like can't say, but
Okay,
like
okay.
Lil Baby, like yeah, I'll just say it. Like
just
he, like,
was like what? You
they just
saying
like they legit like just shoved me out of the signing, and I was like,
they're like, go.
They're like, go.
Was it an
go.
actual shove?
It, like they like I don't think it was an actual show. It was honestly like, so fast.
just, like,
It was,
go.
they
It
were
wasn't,
you
like-
need to go. Nope. They're like we're not doing this. No. I was like,
You've never been like
period.
shoved or anything physically.
I was once, and it's on video, and it's on my page.
Wait, really?
Yes.
We can blur. I promise we'll blur out the name. What's the name? We'll beep it out. Promise.
I mean, it's on my page. Like,
Okay,
just go to the Jingle Balls place, and you'll see.
you know?
No.
Ooh.
You'll have to watch after.
No, my phone's over there. I want to know.
I don't want to say because this person's nice. I
Okay,
think
but we can bleep
it's like
it.
they didn't do anything wrong. It's like their
Okay.
security.
Okay. Oh, okay. I feel like that happens a lot. The security
Yeah,
just
like
starts
honestly,
pushing
it's
people.
like that's what I was saying earlier. It's like certain people like they like are like literally like left under lock and key because like they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like that's why I've waited so long to legit like put together a team. Like I'm like literally only now even starting to like consider it because like I hate when I'm trying to do correspondence with a person or anyone or
my
whatever,
God.
and it has to go through like 80 channels to get. When I'm like, why? I should just be able to go direct to the source.
For what? You're like reaching out to them for
Anything.
just like collaboration.
Collaboration. Oh, can you get me in touch with this person? Like,
Wow.
oh, blah,
So
blah,
you're
blah.
really just going out there and doing. It's really impressive because
I mean, it's just like it's my like degree from Stan Twitter. I was in my Stan Twitter
Twitter.
University PhD.
shout out Stan Twitter. Are you still on it?
Like no, like I just deleted
Okay.
it because I'm like honestly like Stan Twitter. It's like a very wide community, whatever. But like I honestly feel like the same side of Stan Twitter that I was on, like they have not taken well to my videos. Oh. And not that I really care that they haven't taken well because, like, okay, go cry about it.
Right.
Like, whatever. But,
Yeah.
like, I'm just, like, I'm not gonna, like, subject myself to, like, another platform I have to, like, keep track of when, like, I know it's gonna be, like, I kind of know, like, when I'm outnumbered.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, it doesn't matter anyway because a lot of these people are still talking about me regardless.
Yeah, so it's, like, working.
whatever.
Yeah, do you have a stan Twitter for you? Is there any, like, Harry stans?
I literally don't even know. Like, I barely check. I honestly, like, I check, like, maybe, like, when I'm on Pop Crave, like, I check the quotes.
Right.
Because, like, I kind of like to know, like, the
What people are saying.
sentiment
Yeah.
of, like, every video. So that way I can kind of, like, understand how to navigate the next few
Yeah.
ones or whatever. But, like, I don't really, like, check to see if, like, I don't, like, go through people's tweets and, like, look up Harry Daniels and see
Okay,
if they've
that's
ever
good.
talked
That's
about me
good.
before.
Yeah, it's, like, healthy then, so you're not, like, too caught up in it all.
I think, like, it's just, like, I don't know, like, there's, like, balance, and that's something I'm definitely learning, too, now, especially as things are, like, really, like, amping up. Like, if I want this to work and I want to sustain this and I want to be able to take the next step, like, I can't, like, literally lose the plot.
Yeah,
Like,
that's so smart.
Like,
Yeah.
if I want to do the music, like, I have to, like, play the influencer game first, and, like, I can't be so caught up in the influencer game that, like, I, like, lose the purpose of, like, why I even started doing this in the
So
first
when are you
place.
gonna put out your music? You should do it soon because you're like, not to say you're not gonna always be popping, but this is like your moment. You know what I mean?
I mean, the thing is, like, I think the thing that sucks is I have no conception what fucking ever of how much discourse there is or isn't about me.
But you
And-
feel it, right? Like you're at Coachella, you're feeling it. Like you're feeling all these people, the president, and doing all these podcasts you're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're feeling the
Well,
buzz.
it's like what
Katy
I was
Perry
ju-
was like losing her. Didn't she go like? It's like, oh wait, I have to go get someone to like. That was New You, right?
Wait, what? Katy Perry? Wait, what? I didn't know this.
that was an interesting one. Yeah, she had to go get her friend Mia because I was singing the song "International Smile" and like because I blanked with Katy. Sometimes I just like blank and like I was like I can't sing World Class Center like that's Katy Perry. Like I'm not gonna get away.
There's
I'm not gonna
so
get away.
many
with it.
songs for Katy Perry. I don't even
know.
understand, and I didn't know her songs.
I like legit no like I actually like, I literally went to her Vegas residency and everything. Like I know Katy's songs.
What? Oh, wow.
But I just like I blanked and I was like, oh, I love this one song on her like album Prism called International Smile. It's
Okay.
like it wasn't a single or anything, but like I just really like that song.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just started singing it and she's like, oh my gosh, like she was at Coachella because her friend was DJing and the friend that was DJing, that's who the song was written about. And she's like, wait, I have to get my friend, like that's who it's written about.
Wow, that's
And
so
so,
cool.
like, that
So
was-
people
that was,
are
like-
excited to see you.
Yeah, that one was really cool. I got someone too who like I literally think that like they love you.
Wait, who?
I can't speak for but I'm sure like that like knowing her is like I don't know her that well, but like
Oh.
I'm sure she loves you.
Wait, we can bleep this out if you want, but
girl, you were like I don't think you understand like
I
how
feel like
you
it's
are.
definitely too cool for me, and I feel like, yeah.
Let me
No,
text
don't
her.
call her.
I'm gonna text
He's like,
her.
no,
I'm gonna
stop.
ask.
I would get don't because I feel
I
like
have
she
no
doesn't. I feel like she
service.
doesn't like me. Yeah, thank God. No service. Cut the
No,
Wi-Fi.
we have to cut this part. But by the way,
Yeah, we can.
No, like I like there's so many people like I feel like you have like no conception like you are so beloved.
Oh my God, I feel like it's a half and half because I definitely know people like don't like me for
No,
sure.
we
You know
have
what
to,
I mean?
like,
But
we have to cut like this entire sect out
Okay,
or whatever.
okay.
But, like I was like talking to like and like her friend and
Oh,
like
I
they
love
legit
her.
she wants to go on the podcast. Her publicist won't let her and she legit said she's like, can you please get me a video from Trish?
oh my God, yeah, that's
Like,
actually I love.
Everyone
we
is
have cut the names,
such
obviously.
a fan. Like you have no idea.
We have to at least put that T, and we won't say who, but I love that you're like, she loves you so much, but her publicist said, absolutely not, do not go on Just Trish. And I was like, that's the
I
T.
don't think you understand. Like you are so beloved.
I'll take
to
it.
so
Honestly,
many
I'll take
people.
that.
Like I literally think that like this I was literally coming here. I was like, help. She's like literally like she literally reminds me of Wendy.
I mean, literally, I copied everything from Wendy. You know what I
No,
mean?
girl,
The
you-
chair,
like,
the
you
thing.
slayed.
But she's like so real. I can't be real. I'm trying not to get canceled, but I would love to be real like her.
But I
Just
feel
say
like
what
the
I say.
thing is like, okay, the thing with getting canceled is I'm like, even that, and like, honestly, some of the things people get canceled for, like, I've thought about it. I'm like, what would people cancel me for? And then I think about it, I'm like, oh, what? Like, the same exact people canceling me, they've done the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, and sometimes cancellations, it's like they could be cute sometimes. Like if it's not like too like problematic, like sometimes
Yeah,
they're
like,
cute.
I've never gone and done anything like genuinely problematic. So I'm like, thank
oh my God,
But,
good
like,
for you.
Well, I'm just like, I grew up in the digital age. How could I?
Yeah, you know it's there forever. Whereas opposed to like when I made like YouTube videos at your age, it was like no one's gonna see this, no one's gonna care. You know what I mean? And then like everyone sees it, everyone cares.
Like that's the thing. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like people are a lot more like privy to that stuff now because of like just the way the internet and culture has shifted.
Yeah,
And whatnot.
That's good though. Like people should think before they talk in general.
I agree. I feel like it's honestly like I saw this feature and it was like I was reading about it in a book when I was in like middle school or high school and it was like It was like this girl like had patented a software that like every time before you read a tweet, it like, are you sure you want to tweet this?
They totally should.
And like I think this girl had like made the service, but I'm like honestly like knowing the Twitter I know, people would be like, yup, they're mean. They're mean.
They should do like a sobriety test, like blowing into something. You know what I mean? Before you tweet.
Like a breathalyzer on your phone.
Because all my videos were definitely just me high on drugs. I'm like, they should do like a drug test before you can post or something, because that's like wild. Like check your eyes or something.
I honestly
you know?
no. Sometimes though, like videos will get I think like taken down for that reason, for a community guidelines violation.
Oh, for what? Oh, yeah, for just like being high or something like that.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
saying crazy. But sometimes they don't know. Like a lot of mine, like people don't know. You know what I mean?
I know on Reels they like do not care whatsoever.
Oh, Reels is like wild, wild west. But TikTok, it's like they're a little more like strict or something like that. But that's why I love Jocelyn, like Lily Rose Depp, because she was one that came up to me one time and this is my flex forever. And she's like, I love you. And like her friend was with her and they were like, oh, like we love you. And we took a picture on like their phone, you know what I mean? And I was like, okay, that's kind of a flex, right? Because no one else cares about me. No one else is nice to me. She invited me to her birthday party.
Did you go?
No, I was too nervous because I was like, she's so pretty and young and hip, and it was at like I forget. It's in Hollywood. It's like Yamashiro or something.
Oh my God, TV.
Yeah, and I wish I would have gone so bad, but I was like.
Was this like before or after like?
This is before the Idol, but I still knew who she was, and I was still like
T.
obsessed with her, and I was still like, she's the only like celebrity that's been like nice to me and that's like come up to me, and I was just like, but I liked her too. I think we had like DM'd or something. I'm like obsessed.
I saw a video. I saw like candidates of her at Erewhon, and it was like literally like I fell to my knees. I was because it was like I'd been to Erewhon like 2 days prior.
I saw her at Erewhon. That's where I saw her too. So I saw her like at the Grove, and then I saw her at Erewhon too.
Oh girl, I'm like so jealous.
Oh, she's like the most beautiful thing in the whole wide world, and I'm just like obsessed with her. And
no, like I literally like I am just like that's like literally like I'm like that's like my hero.
I love that you wore the Idol merch. I love that you brought this, and I'm just like, oh my god, we really. I get you so well. Like that's what's like so crazy. It's just like, oh my god, everything you're doing is what I wish I could have been doing at 20 or now
like,
even.
I feel like you did do it though in your own way.
I definitely did not. I definitely did not meet the celebrities you're meeting.
No, girl,
A-list.
like you literally like Freaky is like a really good song.
I do think Jocelyn might have stole Freaky from me though, for real. Like low key, I'm kind of like that's kind of my song though. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Like
I
was
do
like,
get that.
Did they kind of take this from?
Actually,
Freaky?
fun fact, I almost sang that one to Aubrey Plaza. I was deciding between that and the Gabby Hanna song because I kept seeing.
Did you sing Gabby Hanna to Aubrey Plaza?
I sang the song that was
Iconic.
like never mattered what I had to say. I was always wrong.
Wait, which one is that
you know
one?
the video of her where
I know
she's
all her
like
videos.
going into the mic.
Wait, into the mic?
What if the monster?
No, that's
oh.
What If on the Monster. Like
She's going into the mic?
never mattered what I had to say. I was always wrong. Every lesson turned into another long lecture.
I don't know that
I don't
one.
know
She's
that
so
either.
close up on the mic. I was.
Wait, you know that one? I don't know
It
that
was
one.
all on my.
What's her
reel.
video? Is there
Was
a
it
music
on
video for it?
Genius?
Yeah.
It was no. I think she just posted like behind the scenes studio content, but it kept popping up in my reels, and I was like,
I love
she
that that's the
ate.
one you sang. You should have sang like a monster or something like iconic from her.
Oh my god,
Satellite.
Right. Oh my god, out loud. That's a
that one,
classic.
say what you mean out loud.
She ate.
Oh, so good. Oh my god. Have you ever sang to her? Oh, you have.
I haven't. No, someone else sang to Gabbi
There was like a
Hanna.
knockoff one of you that sang to her.
Somebody sang to Gabbi Hanna. Everyone tagged me in it. I was.
Do you think she
like,
thought it was you?
No idea. I want to sing to Gabbi Hanna, but like it was in like I know where that was because like why wouldn't I? But no, of course I know where it was.
No, in her home, like in her.
It was like at her work, and like she's like retired from the internet now, and
I
she's
think
like
she's back. I think she's definitely like releasing music, but I know
she's
what
like
you mean.
doing it on like different terms now compared to like she's
Yeah.
not like necessarily the same public figure. She kind of
Right.
might have been a year or
Yeah.
two ago, and so
No,
like,
for sure.
I get
Yeah, don't
really,
talk to their work.
yeah, like I don't want to show up to her like her work, and I don't even think that person like showed up to their work. Like I think it was probably just like a kid who like
On the
legit
street.
just like crossed paths with her.
She loved it though. She was living.
No, yeah, she
Yeah.
like she had a really good interaction. She seemed really sweet, and she seemed like she was doing really well, and like I love her. I'm a fan.
I love
just,
it,
Like
yeah.
I didn't want to like that was the kind of thing where I'm not gonna go and like show up to someone's work. I'm like there's
Yeah.
like certain things like I consider like my video is supposed to be fun and lighthearted. Like I'm not invading someone else's
Yeah,
privacy
yeah.
for like my own gain.
I love that so much. Yeah. No, I love it. People come up to sing to me all the time, and I think that's everything. I'm kind of like, oh, I kind of live for this. Yeah.
Oh my god, no! My friend said she like met you the other day at like
Where?
I don't know.
never leave my house.
she tweeted a picture of you guys
Really?
too. Yeah, and I was like,
You know everybody and everything. Where were we? What were
girl,
we
I'm
doing?
just so tapped in on the internet.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
love
thing.
that.
Like,
Oh my
I'm
God,
just, like,
they-
my screen time is like diabolical.
That's. I wonder what it is. I would love to know.
I'll check. Because I don't think I need service for that.
You can connect to the Wi-Fi if you want.
Okay, wait. Let me look at my screen time. Okay.
I love that.
Oh, period. It's actually been down lately. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, it has been down.
You've been busy. You're at Coachella. You're
Coachella,
traveling.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just flew in literally right now, right? You just
I
flew
did.
in?
I flew in today, but 8 hours. And 11
Wow.
Oh, that's not that bad.
That's
8
pretty-
hours a day or a week?
8 hours a day.
I mean, that's like full-time job right there. You're on your
girl.
phone. That's a lot. That's a lot of
I
screen
mean, to
time.
be fair, though, like, I genuinely think, like, me spending so much, like, time on my phone is, like, genuinely how I've been able to, like, manage all of this.
For
because,
sure,
like,
yeah.
I just, like, I understand the internet.
You have to. Yeah, you have to like tap into it and like know what's going on.
That's the thing, but now I'm, like, starting to be, like, I need to tap out, like, kind of, because I'm just,
Yeah.
like, honestly, like,
Balance.
I'm doing a lot of this, like, really cool stuff, and I feel like I don't even get to, like, embrace or
Be
experience
in
it.
the moment and stuff like that.
Yeah, because, like, I'm so just, like, oh, like, let me check if I got any emails. Like, girl, the emails can wait. Like,
Right,
they're
right,
not
right,
going
for
anywhere.
sure. That's so good to know though, because you do get caught up in your phone and then you just like miss the moment.
I feel like it's so ironic because like we're literally both here because of the internet, but like I feel like it's like I saw a video of like Madison Beer saying this and she's like the internet was never supposed to like humanity was never supposed to like advance this much. Like
Yeah, right. Like,
it's kind of tea. Like
but it's kind of everything because like, how would we have met otherwise? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
the internet's kind of magical that way.
I think it's like I think it was like honestly, especially when I was younger, like and I had like literally no friends growing up, like surprised, like I like the internet
Same.
was like right, you get it.
Yeah.
Like the internet was like literally like my only like source of like
But that's what's beautiful. I
comfort.
think there's so many people without friends and they have the social media for that reason and the parasocial
Right.
of it all. And like rightfully so, right? You get to know someone and you like love them. Like I like love you. I love watching your like all your stuff. And I was just like, it gives you this outlet. It gives you almost like living vicariously through you. Like I said, you know,
Right.
like
No,
getting
and
to
that's the
live
same
all
way-
that fantasy.
Dude, like no, I feel the same way about you, like the literal video of you on the beach.
Which one? Which
The one of
video?
you like literally screaming, fighting
oh,
more.
the military one. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That is a
Just-
literal. That's a classic.
Okay, wait, what? What? Okay, just
That's a
me yelling?
classic.
Just like, okay, love.
It's a literal. I don't think you understand.
Oh, okay, got it. I
reference
don't
that
get it.
all the time. It's so funny.
I love it. I love that. I love when I go viral for anything, but I also like don't get it at all. And I'm like, how do I
Oh.
recreate it? Like I don't even know. Like,
That's how I feel about
yeah.
so many. It's like literally the most
but you
random
found
video.
the formula and recreated it. And I'm like,
like-
how do I recreate that?
Go to the beach and do it in a different outfit.
It
I
would not
don't-
hit the same.
Girl, like
It
go
would not hit
get
the
dressed
same.
up again and like do it at Air One.
I need to go for Lily Rose Depp. Be
Right.
like, Lily. No, I need you. I need you to go viral. We should make a TikTok before you go.
We will.
Yeah. And are you gonna sing, or should I sing to you? I feel like I want to sing to him, but also like maybe not. Maybe you should sing.
I've actually been saying that no one has sang to
I'll
me
sing to
before,
you.
and it's
I'm
been
just
really.
a freak. Yeah, I mean that's all I know.
That would be my literal dream. Like
That's
I
my
don't
only
get-
song I know.
No, like my favorite is a video of you being like, I only know the weekend songs.
I only know the weekend song. Well, that's kind of the weekend songs because it's like the idol. You
It
know what I
is.
mean? Yeah. I know. I wish he would have sang more in it. He didn't really sing at all.
He has a lot of songs on the soundtrack. Like this isn't like any of the like. It's just like him and Future.
Oh, I didn't actually. No, I never really listened to the soundtrack.
It's like it's good. Like I do like the soundtrack, but like of course like I'm living for the Jocelyn songs first. And
Yeah, I
foremost.
just like that one too.
It's so funny we keep referring to her as Jocelyn instead of
Jocelyn's
Lily
iconic.
Rose.
I like the ones like I don't want to do this anymore on my own. What is that one?
Fill the void.
Yeah, I love that one.
That
That,
one
one's
is so good.
It's so. I also think they stole that song from me. I have a song that never came out, and it sounds just like that too. I forgot what it's. Oh, I only did this to myself is what it's called, and it's like the exact same. If you put them together, they sound the same.
Is it what Sad Boy?
No, it was like a
that-
pop one that kind of flopped. It never came out, but it was just like it's out, but it's just like no one cared about it. It's like off Warrior or something like that. Yeah, it's like so old.
You
It's
should
like
re-release.
maybe I'll do it.
What's going on with Trisha Paytas' music?
Trisha Paytas' music is, I think, out of commission for the moment. But you inspire me. Maybe I should like do another
Do a
song.
collab,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Yeah, I would love to hear your music. Like I'm so excited
I'll
for
send it to you
you.
after this.
That's Oh, so you have some already made.
I have
think,
like they're like made, they're done, they're like
Oh,
signed, sealed,
put
delivered,
it
and
out
The thing
on
is,
your own.
I'm like waiting for my moment. Like everyone's like,
This
this is your moment, but I'm like,
you'll
I feel
have
like
more
it's
moments for
not.
sure. But I feel like if you put something out, like a record label is gonna be like, oh my god, this is everything, because people will like kind of gag for it, and like people will sing it to you. You know what I mean?
I feel like I need to like establish some sort of like credibility for it, if this makes sense.
Yeah.
Because right now, like everyone's like, oh, like it's like, have you ever seen an influencer put out music and everyone clowns because they're like, girl, like what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but then it becomes like cool later on, right? Like Gabby Hanna, right? People kind of clowned her for a minute, but then it's kind of like Butterflies is iconic. You know what I mean?
Right, but my
Yeah.
whole thing is, and it's like I'm not like, oh, like I wanted to be like serious out from the jump because like me.
Yeah, right. No, but
Okay,
but
like-
you never know. You could be like Joji, you know what I mean? Just
Right.
like killing it.
I mean, my whole thing is like really though, like I also just like I want to make more songs. Like my goal was to like literally have 100 songs, choose the best 5.
Oh my gosh. Well, just put out some to start. You know, if you have 100 songs, put out one.
I agree. I mean, my whole thing is right now I have like 50 something, and so now I'm like I need to get to like 100. That's like my base number, and like the reason, and like I make them fast now because like I've like
Dang.
changed my process a lot, and like I know I'm like kind of working against the clock at this point.
I
And
mean,
so
you're
I'm,
definitely
like,
young and you definitely have like all the time in the world, but you definitely should just put something out. I think.
agree. My whole thing is I'm like I feel like with culture, it's so important to like do things when they feel culturally relevant compared to like when there's numbers on your side. Because like I had like at the start of this year like 200,000 followers, and now I have like 1.2 million or something, and it's like a
Wow.
lot, and there's like a lot
In a
going
year.
on.
Yeah.
And it's just like I'm just like sort of like I want to strike while the iron's hot, but I also like I don't want to put out some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like at this point, I feel like no one even knows that like I seriously make music.
Yeah,
and so,
no
like,
one knows, but I think whatever you do is you will take seriously. You know what I mean? It's like you're
Right.
gonna put out trash. Like everything you do is probably great and wonderful.
because the thing
So
is
put
like
out.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think my whole thing is like I don't also just want to be like it's here, guys.
Right.
There you
You need a
go.
big release.
Like
a
I
big.
kind of like I need to like really like do
Figure it
things
out.
the right way.
Well, just
Like,
don't put it off too long because people are just like loving you in the moment.
Right.
I love you in this moment. And if you're doing all these podcasts, like that's when you can promote your music and your song, and you
Right.
know what I mean.
I mean-
Hot Mess Alex Earl, you know
Right.
that you maybe debuted on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm-
Give it a
right.
little
I'll come
premiere.
back. I'll
yeah,
come back.
oh, absolutely.
I'd faint.
Yes, that would be everything. We can sing it together.
Well,
yes.
I no with it. I'm just like honestly like I feel like with my music, I feel like I sort of just need to like. It needs to just be something that I feel like is actually like genuinely good, like no stop. Like I always say like Born to Die by Lana Del Rey, like we are also listening like 13, 14 years later because it's just that good.
It's iconic. Yeah.
like
That's gonna be whatever you put out. I feel like you're the
girl,
next Lana.
Girl,
I feel it.
Those
I
are really
totally
big
feel.
shoes to
No,
fill.
for sure. Next Lana, I'm calling it right now. What should we sing as our? Because we want to do a TikTok too. But what should we sing as our outro? Because it's like honestly, this has been the best thing. Your
we could
vibe.
do World Class Center
Okay.
for the
do you know?
outro.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. You
And
want to do it?
then
Okay.
We could do
A little TikTok.
yeah, let's do World Class Center and then
Ready?
we'll do
Here we go. All right.
Okay.
Are we starting with the chorus or verse or?
What do you want to do?
I guess the chorus is what people know.
Yeah, I mean, what do you know best?
The chorus.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
do the
All right. I
chorus.
used to know the verses, but I'm not well versed. Ready? All right. Just.
Oh, wait.
Oh. Get Barry. Yes. Okay. Of course. You have this right here.
Oh yes.
All right. I'm just a freak,
yeah.
I know you want
it
bad.
and
we can reach ya,
but I don't
need to know your name.
Period.
That was so good. Wow, you sound like her.
Girl,
you
thank
actually
you.
sound so good.
I love you.
Okay, if the Idol comes back season 2, please cast me and Harry Daniels. We'd
Well,
love to be in
yes.
it. We could be like the stands, the psycho,
Right?
like the crazy fans. The Weeknd actually has a movie coming out about a crazy
Shut
fan.
up with Jenna Ortega,
Jenna
right?
Ortega.
Yes, I was
It's
talking
like a
about this
misery
earlier.
remake. Yes.
I was literally talking about someone
A
earlier.
crazy stand, and I was like, why did they not cast us? Honestly,
I'm saying.
yeah. Could you imagine that would actually be iconic? Because Jenna Ortega is like a cute little girl. Like, who wouldn't want to be stalked by her? But it's like us showing up to the Weeknd's house. He's gonna be like, absolutely not. You
We'd
know,
arrive with our vinyls.
it's literally. Please put us in that movie. I want it to be so
Right,
bad.
right.
Harry Daniels, you're amazing. Check him
I
out
love
on
you, Trisha,
TikTok.
this.
Check him out at all the premieres. Check him out with President Joe Biden, or just Joe. At this point, Joe. And Anna Wintour, get him to the Met Gala next year. We need to make that
We'll go
happen.
together.
Or this year, maybe.
Girl,
you going?
You'll go first.
Okay.
You'll go first.
All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. This has been Just Trish, and we'll see you in the next one.
Well, yes.
Well, yes. Period.
Period.
She ate.
Well, yeah.
Did we eat?
We did eat.
Okay.